expected. I would have expected coming to his first little match.
Okay, we're live.
He would kind of like have some choking performances or not play as well as we expected him to. No, he's been incredible. Especially the game that comes to my mind is his Akali game.
I do have hot tea, which helps a lot.
Love to see him here.
Yeah, let's see what they have in
That's
store for
good.
us today.
That's good. Hopefully you got some medicine too.
Like, yeah, I do, but like my voice has been going in and out a lot. I don't know why.
After MCOI 2 days ago, talking about the victory and what it means to
Like yesterday, the day I had off, I literally couldn't like talk. It was like silence.
That's good though. You need to rest. You need
Ooh,
to rest.
Doggo interview.
Historical result with their win over Movistar Koi.
Blue Panda,
Definitely
it's the girl that's taking over today because Kevin cannot talk. So you're gonna have to help us with in chat with the analysis because well we're not really analysts, but we don't want Kevin talking.
It has been great to see also for your personal story.
You don't need to analyze, you just need to make up bullshit reasons why CFO will win.
I want you to tell me what this means in terms
You just
of
lie.
personal journey.
Just
because
lie.
You have played phenomenally,
Well, 'cause they're better.
exceptionally even.
Yeah.
就每天都能拿比赛，对我来说就是非常幸福嘛。然后能拿到胜利，
They're the underdogs, and you know something, everybody loves a good underdog story and how they actually come out on top at the end, and that's what we want here. And they come on, they went toe to toe with
我觉得我们在
T1.
改进的
This
都
is
是一些优先级，
crazy.
然后我们自己的沟通
They
问题
almost
嘛，因为
won.
还是会有一些
Yeah, they did.
沟通问题频繁出现。
You
Okay,
feel that
I
way
see.
about
Now,
Kevin
next
most
up is
streams.
Anyone's Legend. That is again a difficult matchup, but
That's the reason
you are
I
not
like you,
afraid
Blue
of T1, so
Panda.
I don't see why there should be a reason to be afraid
Hope
of
is
AL.
he is
How do
busy
you feel about
packing
that matchup?
copium. He look he can barely talk right now. We have to just let. We told him to shut up, look pretty. Okay, that's all we told him he's gonna do, and you're gonna hear that a lot today. Every time he starts talking and it sounds bad, we're gonna tell him to shut up and look pretty. And Kevin's like, fine. Right, Star?
I hate Moon.
Re-debut with CFO at this MSI. It means a lot to him.
Moon
Like, he can't even
MSI,
he can't even do a full sentence here, okay?
And to see him pop off has just
Exactly. Shut up. I told him he needs a whiteboard. He needs a whiteboard that he can like occasionally put something on the whiteboard for us, but who knows if he actually has one.
He needs to get some tape and tape his eyelids open and just take a nap.
He's reproving himself, and he's been playing so well in this tournament. So looking forward to see him like clap AL and see what happens.
Definitely the main character this time around.
I'm
It
glad that
would
they're
be a
actually
CFO
talking
matchup
about
if
CFO in a
about the
positive
top
way
lane.
right
And
now.
for
It's
this
like
one,
they
we're
totally
looking at
missed the
Driver
boat on
in
the
the driver's
T1
seat actually
game,
against Flandre.
and it
Here
was
in
like
the
before
first
the
game, so
before the
what are we
game they
looking
just
at
all
here, and
focused
what
on
do you think
T1,
is
whereas
the
here they're
best player
actually talking about
to go with
CFO.
in the first game here against AL?
Well, we ran out of
I
space
agree.
on this. That's,
Yeah, we did.
That's rest down there.
We
in
worked
case
on
you
it,
didn't
it's
know.
fine.
So this is kind of a
Like how they have
from-
rest down there. It's
the
so
super
funny.
interesting thing to me is that we have the Cassante shared, right? We have the Scion Gragas shared. And then Flandre just has kind of a champion pool there where he's just vibing. I actually think that Driver and Flandre share
He's
a lot of
Raz is a
similarities.
homie.
I
He
don't know if
seems
you
like a
agree with
pretty
that,
good
Raz.
guy.
Very much do. That's why this series is so comedic.
I could see
because
this
they are
going
the
to a
same.
5
They're
game.
willing to like lose.
I mean,
EXP,
Emily's probably the only
lose,
one
just be
that has
their own
watched
time,
CFO
whether it be
games.
Scion or just like tank play, so they're very similar. I was expecting Rest to
It
be.
takes
and
a
he
lot,
is
Badger,
different
to
player.
be
The
a
funny thing is
VIP,
his
or you
lone
have to bribe him
champion is the
really,
Ornn,
really, really
which
well.
should have been Driver. That incident. So it's like
CF
he is
wins.
the type of player to be playing Jace or something like that, more carry
Fuck,
out.
sure, why not?
Seeing if Rest gets to play today.
What do I
a
get?
different style.
What do I get if CFO loses?
Bucking it a little bit, playing like
See?
the smolder.
See?
So there's a lot.
Vintage Flandre.
I know.
It's so
crazy.
good.
His voice is
So
so
I'm
bad.
looking
It
forward to
sounds
this
even
one.
worse
Alright,
too where
Driver in the first
we
game
are
here,
in
we'll see what
chat with
happens
them,
in the
voice
rest
chat.
of the series.
It does kind of sound
Something
worse
that
in
has
chat
been
than it does on
happening in
stream.
the
That's
LCP
really
that you might
weird.
not be
Yeah.
aware of.
Because I have Discord
There's
filters,
even
or
too
OBS
fast.
filters
Every
on.
time the oysters
I
perform
can
well,
hear the
fans can
gravel
claim
in his
chicken
throat,
candies
and it's
here
like,
at the
I-
LCP
yeah.
studio for their team's
Poor guy.
performance. So for every kill the players get, they are giving away
I need to get some of those filters,
For every
damn.
game the
I know,
oysters
right?
win, they are giving away
Okay,
100
I'll be right back, you guys.
tickets.
I gotta go
The
pull the
oysters have been
pizza out of the
performing
oven for the
quite well
kiddos,
so far.
and then
We
I will
currently
be back,
sit
and
at a
I'll
total
be
of
here.
1,870
Right back.
Pizza!
Look at
candies.
Look at Hongq and Doggo. Oh my god.
What are we doing?
You can see who's been performing the best so far here with like full buckets on the side of Doggo. And I felt like we could bring
Oh,
that
nice.
to the
Yo,
desk as well,
chicken.
so
Yeah, put it in the middle. We
would
need to
the
share this
oysters do
one.
well, we would be eating chicken. I'm hungry, so
Are
I'm
we
actually gonna
toasting?
get on this now.
That is crazy that they're feeding
That
the
looks
entire
good.
studio. Cheers. I may have eaten this one already, so
No, denied.
good luck with that one.
All right, let's check how the fans have been voting though here at Mastercard.gg on X because they're
Fuck yeah.
AL with 57% of the vote.
Hmm.
And I want to say, I'm kind of surprised to see this here because AL looking to be one of the favorites of the tournaments that we have here. I was expecting more, but similarly to first stand, the Oysters
Hey, the
won
fans are
Spence
ready.
Heart here once again.
Yeah, they're just such a fun team to watch, and I feel like even in some
Are
of
we
the
ever the
losses,
fan
we've got,
favorites? I don't think so.
Honkyu and especially Doggo have just really showed up in so many of the
Yeah,
games.
Laura
It
Lathangi.
is really similar to first stand, because I felt like they gathered a lot of Western fans during then too. However,
Yeah.
I actually kind of think something a bit similar to when I talked about Anyone's Legend versus FlyQuest, where I think similarly, CFO and AL do kind of operate sometimes really similarly. I'm repeating that word a lot. And that's why I'm going AL 3-1.
Oh, you just
Ooh, the AL
AL
3-1?
Yeah,
Just
I
so
mean,
you know.
we talked about it
What?
with Driver and Flandre, right?
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of similarities between these two teams. I think it'll also come down to how much the junglers can control the early game, and especially like their early pathing of their lanes, but
I was talking to Teddy, the LPL caster,
Yeah.
who arrived here at MSI, and he was telling me that he thinks it actually can go 5
What the
games. What do you
fuck?
guys think? What's your prediction for this one?
See, I agree with him. As you can tell, I have them as 3-2 towards AL. It's crazy because I would have expected one of us to had CFO because CFO has been bucking the trend a lot by putting like, you know, T1 to 5 games. They've looked incredibly good. I had the exact same opinion of you. I think the key difference a lot is that AL actually plays heavy topside, has like heavy grubs.
Dude, he's the one that has us
I
at
think CFO's been
3-2.
doing the better thing, which is they're just straight like dragon stacking. I think that's better overall. So even that's the case, I think team fighters AL. The better team fighters should be AL.
I don't think AL expected to end up on this side of the bracket, so let's see what they can offer us here. CFO versus AL is our series of the day. The loser goes home, and the winner advances to the next stage. Casters, take it away.
Doki, what are the odds of CFO winning? Is it really good? Oh, shit.
Let me throw it down to the ground, make 'em turn around. I'ma look at you from the top.
Damn, 7.5, what the fuck? Isn't that really, really, really bad?
Hello, LOL Esports, everyone around the world watching. Welcome to Vancouver as we get back into the meat of MSI. We kick off this week of intense League of Legends with CFO taking on AL. And although CFO are the underdogs, I think a lot of people are looking at whether they can upset the #1 seed from the LPL.
Voice
A lot
check.
of people are excited.
It goes up and down on quality.
CFO have shown us so far at this tournament. In particular, the way in which they've controlled the map, their incredible team fighting power, and just the standout.
It's a little better, but not great.
We've been seeing from these players. Junja, I mean, domestically considered the best player. I feel like that since he's come to this
I guess he
tournament,
helps.
hasn't missed a beat. And I'm excited to see how they stack up against the team.
Oh, CFO wins, you've won, your best gone.
And I think
Fuck, I don't know how that works, but okay.
because few teams were expected to be able to push Gen G, but
Go, Flying Oyster.
one of the favorites for the tournament. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump into the draft, sponsored by Omen and HyperX.
All right,
Full advance
prediction.
already taken away from the side of
GG.
Pantheon from AL. Not really
Yeah,
that much of a
well,
surprise.
I thought we'd get at least one person.
Additional meta bans with Driver starting first, something we've gotten used to so far throughout spring from CFO. Sion is something you always have to
Okay,
think
I'm
about
back.
as a big.
I didn't
Perfect
show up right
timing.
away.
He's named
Perfect
after
timing.
the champion. That was the inspiration for it. So I wonder if that is going to be high on the.
Go, Lazy Peel, what's up? CFO, let's
Here's the
go.
question. Flandre obviously in the good old days when he was
Stop,
at Snake
stop.
Esports
You were
did have
talking
some
too
of those
much,
more
Kevin.
eclectic
We
picks, the fizz,
we
the
need you to
gas
like
things that he could
Hannah
really bring
mime.
out to mechanically
You know,
outplay
be
his
like one of
opponents.
those
Now,
mimes.
Hands aren't quite as good as they used
Exactly.
to be, but still has some of those pocket picks. Yorick one that we always have to look at. Obviously, Sion very good into the Yorick though.
with the
Interesting.
away, Twisted Fate is going to be left
The prediction didn't pop up correctly. It popped up on the screen when I tried to click on it. It did full screen.
Pantheon gone, the Rumble gone, the Vi gone.
True. Honestly, Badger's right. The only time you're allowed to talk, Kevin, is if they get a CFO gets a pentakill or they win.
Fine.
Otherwise,
talk about the draft. Tell me why this draft is so good.
Well, so far there's nothing yet. We just see the bans. And they banned Vi. Why? Makes no sense.
His Akali when he was 6-0 in that game. It looks like, although it might not
I mean, I know it's a character that's played by the team, but still. Wait, Annie, go back there. Annie, there you go. Please do Annie. Let's see how that goes. Hongq's played Annie before, hasn't he?
Are going to get the Xinshao locked in first here for Junja.
Okay, so they want to give Junja something with agency. I mean,
That's not bad for game 1.
Available that you can pair this champion up with. So I don't think
I mean, it's fine. They're focusing on the jungle, I guess. That's good, I guess.
So they can respond in kind.
I mean, Junja has done a great job in most of the fights. Like, he is top notch. So picking characters that he's strong on is not necessarily a bad thing to do.
He also has the Victor as an option if he just wants to go for more of a scaling mid matchup. Talia is a very common response to the Azir. An old school response is also the Rise.
Oh, if they take a 0 away.
Can also get you that early push.
That would be unfortunate, right?
But can still fit nicely
Poor Hongq.
CFO 3-0.
They are currently looking towards the Poppy, which does stop
Poppy, okay. Poppy.
Yep,
Poppy.
The facilitated dive that Xin can allow. Jumps in with your Data's charge, but Khan jumps on.
Those are actually pretty strong picks. Poppy's still kind of broken.
Yeah, I mean, those are strong picks, right?
Support, although we are seeing it a lot more in the jungle right now.
We've also already seen it.
Okay, so let's see what they pick.
Very much right on the money that we're expecting it to be in that jungle position.
Lazy Fields, it's Staravis and Moonspun. We are 2 of his mods because he can't talk. We're basically telling him to shut up, look pretty, while we talk. And we know, well, that's not true. I know nothing about League. Star knows a lot, but we are not analysts, so we're gonna pretend like we are just to keep Kevin from talking.
Farm away, get to those first few items as
I don't know a whole lot. I just play a whole lot.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Let's see. He did pretty well on this character before. What's that little boy? The number 2 one.
Talia?
That was played before.
All right, so he's gonna get his hands on one of his
Gragas.
Both the
Lila.
He's really known for domestically. Of course, this will give Flandre a lot of freedom to respond, but we talk about
the little boy, yeah, no.
Little boy? Oh, is it a girl? I don't know. I'm guessing, okay? I don't play the game at all. The only exposure I have to League of Legends is
who are you calling the little boy?
The number 2 one that Junja has.
Oh, Talia.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Can help you out in that top lane 1v1.
Yeah, one day helped out, but
Talia, yes. I'm all for it.
I'm totally okay with that. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Actually, if Doggo is targeted with how strong his
did I watch
MSI
Arcane?
So
I didn't watch all of it. I think I watched like 4 episodes of Arcane. I haven't gone back and watched it. To be fair though, Kevin said he was going to watch it with me and he never did.
It was the T1 BLG series where a lot of the focus was actually on the support bands.
I need to though. I need to go back and watch Arcane. I mean, I know the characters, Vi, and then there's Jinx in it.
There's so many options available to
you. Yeah, but Kevin usually will watch shows with me.
Usually. We know that like Leona, Rel, Rakan,
Echo. Was his name Echo? Yeah, he was there. He was in it. I got to that part. Oh, and what's her name? Caitlyn was in it. Yeah, I don't know much. Sorry, my lack of knowledge on Arcane is just as bad.
In the series versus Koi, for sure. There were a couple of fumbles here and there.
Jari, it's because I had life happen, and I just haven't had a chance to go back and watch it. Like, I need to put aside, like, the Sandman, which is what I'm watching right now.
Part of the problem with banning out engaged supports in the game.
Warwick, okay.
After a few of them have been played, if you get rid of a couple more of them, then you are really...
So they got rid of Leona and Caitlyn.
right
not
now,
surprised
even if
there. I
Leona,
mean, that's
Nautilus,
that's
Rakan,
Skywing's
Alistair all
champion.
rise in priority, right? So Lucian and Ezreal are taken away
Okay.
from Hope, Caitlyn and the Leona taken away
No,
from
why is
CFO.
Yorick a good pick
AD
in this
Carry
team
seems to
comp
be
though?
where
I need
anyone's
to
legend
start it
want
again,
to
you're
go
right.
next. Hope looking towards his Jhin.
Well,
Okay,
traditional front to
Jhin.
back, it's very common when you play alongside.
I'm actually
both
okay with
Jhin
them
and
taking
Ezreal
Jhin. That means
are
we
very
won't
common
play
main
Jhin.
season with Ezreal banned.
That's good. That is
Naturally,
really
Jhin
good.
rises in priority, so it makes a lot of sense for Hope.
But we will
He's gonna
we
grab
will
that
win
one
game one.
for
That's right.
himself and pairs up
I can
with
just hear Vestian right
Is that
now.
quirky? Is that quirky?
This man, Jhin fucking sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this
Yeah, he
wanker.
is.
Jhin fucking sucks.
He spent the entire game talking about how bad Jhin was, and I'm like, tell me why.
You could also look for something with a
Then we
little
won with
bit
Jhin
of
Zone.
range
He's
engage
stupid.
in the form of that Ashe. CFO have some engage. Since I'm running in,
Ooh,
seismic
there we
shock
go,
with
Miss
explosive cast,
Fortune.
but they
I
don't
always
have
like
that
her.
snap
She's
hard
fun.
engage that you often see from something like a Rel or a Leona right now.
She has a lot of fun.
Goes Miss Fortune. We haven't seen him bring out the pick yet so far at MSI, but something he is naturally very comfortable on. You pair this alongside the Rel, and you've got quite the wombo combo starting to be built up.
So
The biggest
who's he
problem
gonna
that AL
pick?
have is their limited engage.
Who's he
I
gonna
wonder if
pick?
CFO will look
Let's
to
see,
get
let's
the
see.
Alistair for Kaiwing. While he hasn't played it so far at this tournament, I think that it is a good
Yeah,
tool, of course, into the
Panda,
Poppy. It's
but
gonna
it's
be
just like,
difficult to find those engages, but that's
I
where
at
the
least know
Gragas
that
becomes very
character, so if
valuable.
she
Creating
ults,
that
I'm gonna say,
disruption into
oh,
the
it's
fight,
Miss
opening
An
Fortune
the fight
Alistair.
a
fault,
little
you
bit
know?
more flexible, maybe even
An
just
Alistair.
knocking the Poppy away to then open you up.
I mean,
for
at
the
least we'll have
Alistair
something
to
to
go in.
say,
You've also
whereas
got
with
the Xin to provide
Jhin,
that
I know
initial
nothing about
start
that
to the fight, or
character.
maybe even as a follow-up. I feel like CFO
Hello,
have a lot
Kale.
of tools to just create anarchy and
Kale,
chaos
we're
in the
taking
fight,
over
whereas right
because
now, AL
Kevin is
primarily
sick
focus on
and he can't
disengage.
talk.
With the Poppy
And no,
ultimate,
he
it's
is not
zero
better.
No, it's not better.
He is
to play as
Still
far back as
sucks.
possible. They have so much range at their
Quiet,
disposal.
you're not allowed to
They're gonna keep
talk.
it that way. Rounding things out
Thank
with the
you.
Bard,
No talking.
seeing a bunch of Bard
No
at this
talking.
tournament. The ultimate has proven
His
to be
doctor
so
even
effective,
yelled at
especially
him
into
about
champions like
talking.
Miss
So
Fortune.
you guys, we
Oh,
have
you
to
want an
all
ultimate?
work
How about I
together
just throw a
to
Bard ult in
prevent
your
him from
face?
talking.
Not only will it interrupt your ulti, but it'll also give time for
Hard.
my team to position and maybe punish you the moment that the stasis wears off. I think it can be really effective into the Alistair, especially given how Ali is super
There we
weak
go.
in the
Hashtag
lane
shut up,
phase,
Kevin.
but also the fact
Exactly.
that Bard just sets up
Exactly.
nicely with the Jhin to kind of potentially set up for those routes and everything.
It's also super nice into the anyone that wants to
I
run
expect
it.
everybody
Bard
to
is
say
great to
that
someone
or
who can
type that
only
in
run
chat when he
forward
starts
at you to get
talking.
the engages off, because you have the cosmic binding to lock them against walls, you've got slows from your auto attacks, and even then you have the magical journey to get everyone the hell
Well,
out of dodge.
he's
if
been
the
drinking
Alistair is getting
tea
too
quite a
close.
bit.
So I really like
With
the
honey,
fact
right?
that
I'm pretty
Kyle
sure.
in his
Game
first
1 is
international tournament
drafted.
alongside Shanks, hoping to
Let's
show
go.
up for anyone's legend. I think
I don't know who has a better
underperformed
draft
compared to
here.
the
Maybe
expectations we would have from this support
Panda,
coming
Blue
into
Panda
the
can tell us
tournament.
which one he thinks
For
is better.
non-subscribers, we will see you in
Because
about
he's
30
actually, you
seconds
know,
time to
somebody
kick
that
off
would
this
know.
final
No,
Just ask
CFO,
Vestian, the one with
CFO.
the Jhin.
It's always CFO.
Coming into this tournament,
Well, of course, but
We're so
we
excited.
like
CFO.
CFO. Just
AL
because
is super
CFO may
aggressive
have the
throughout
worst draft doesn't mean
their-
they can't come over
the
and just like
ultimate phase,
stomp on
specifically just
AL.
because I love watching Tarzan
We've seen it in the
the early game.
past.
She's such an
Yeah,
Well,
intelligent
seeing a
exactly.
puppy can
Thumbs up and thumbs
actually
down.
super
be a
impressive
little
in how they
scary.
controlled BLG's
Yeah.
aggression, especially. And CFO aren't a hyper-aggressive team. They're very
Hey,
controlled in their play
thumbs
style as
up,
well.
thumbs down,
So I
not
feel
middle
like when it
fingers up
comes
and
to this
down,
jungle
okay?
matchup, it really is a battle of the minds. Trying to
But I
read
do
what the other plans to
appreciate
do,
the
and we'll see how things pan out
miming,
in
because
the
that's
early
exactly
game.
what we're
Game
looking
one
from you.
of this best of 5 between CFO and AL. We're hoping for an exciting one. CFO have done nothing but surprises throughout this tournament, and they want to keep those surprises going. If they can go toe to
Let's
toe
go
with the LPL
CFO.
first seed, that would
Let's
be
pull this
massive
out and
for the
tell
LCP
everybody
and
that
the development of this team that have
our
already
the
had
region
an
is
amazing
like
year, all things
ready to
considered.
come and
It's kind
play.
of the passing of a torch as well over to CFO. Joey did an interview, their coach, and he was saying, we don't want to be known just as PSG light. CFO this year have come in and proven they have a name for themselves.
Watch out, watch
They're
out,
up
John.
to flying.
What are you
Obviously, there's 2
doing?
domestic trophies.
Oh, no, no,
Only
no. Get
lost
back out of there.
One game
Out of there.
or one series domestically. And then obviously at first stand, only losing to Hanwha
Tunji, I
Live
thought he'd
in
get
the
a
group
low-level
stage.
puppy.
And then they pushed KC all the way to
That
5
hurt.
games. They were so close to being into the finals. And then here at MSI, it was the first time since
True, true, true.
2012 that an
English is
APAC beat
hard.
one of the major regions in a best of 5. So already a massive accomplishment.
He's
for
gonna have a
them,
hard
but they're
time,
setting
so
their
the
sights high, and they're
Doggo's
looking
gonna
to
have a hard
continue
time getting
that journey
good bullet
here
times
against
off.
AL. Not gonna
I
be an
mean,
easy opponent by any means.
Doesn't
We'll
Miss
see how
Fortune
they
have like
fare
that
as,
ult that's like
in the
half the map
early
though, like in a cone shape. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss with that, I would think.
Path down towards their bot lanes, which
AL picked red side.
a lot of CC down there if they want to look for those early ganks. Kind of always do that 3 camp it into gank as well. If you want to put a Yorick behind, You can do that. It is
Oh, really? I don't know what Bard's ult is, so I know nothing about that character, so you're gonna have to elaborate about why he's gonna school Misfortune.
Trading, but as we expected, AL's bottom lane looking to get that early push. Level 2 gonna come through from Kyle. Meanwhile, the mid has that push, and Flandre with a bit of advantage on the top side of the map. Now it's important to recognize
turns you golden for a couple of seconds means you can't do anything. So it's like a freeze, right? It's just gold instead of, you know,
and while when CFO played the York themselves, they did see an Aurelia answer for driving, not that kind of player. He's much more of the tanky style player. I think this meta fits him perfectly. Right now, he acts as a frontline, he acts as a disruptor, and I think individually he's had a really incredible tournament.
K-Star.
So far in the laning phase, things are going kind of
we need to figure this out. Okay.
Naturally going to get pushed in.
What do you think so far?
Waves. Both junglers pathing towards the bot side of the map.
Oh, it looks like Doggo wants to push forward, but they're keeping him kind of blocked in the middle there, so that's going to be a tough fight until they get a little bit leveled up.
I'm a little worried about Hongq pushing up so much right now, because I have a suspicion they're going to try to gank Hongq pretty early on, just to kind of deny him.
He might dive behind him just to like slip away, but I mean, interesting to see how that matches up. Have somebody hidden on the side or something.
And it's okay for CFO to kind of play it like conservative the first game, or at least the initial part of the game, like the first.
Yeah, but they don't.
I know they don't because they are fearless. Have you not seen this? Like they're fearless. They go in and just like go.
Objectives up. All right, let's go. Now's the time.
That's right.
No health. Now's the time.
Okay, and driver's in. So
let's go anyway.
We'll see how this goes. They need to play super conservative this game. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they do for the initially, just to kind of get a feel for the other team. But I think, I don't know if it was Kevin. I don't think it was Kevin that said it, but somebody said on I think it was Reddit. I was reading it on Reddit or something about how you know, these teams do play each other, so I'm curious to see how they're doing compared to, like, you know, last, like, did they even? I don't think they played on first stand. I don't think AL was at first stand.
No, it was scrims. We scrim against.
Yeah.
The only substantial lead really is in top lane for Flandre on this.
That makes sense.
Oh, I remember what it was. It was a quote from one of the players saying that they scrimmed AL and that AL is going to be a hard match, is what they said. I forget which player it was that said that, but it was a quote from one of the CFO players.
As we have a moment during this slower early game, we can turn our attention towards this mid lane matchup, which is Shanks versus Hongq. You've already talked a lot about how these players have had strong...
Oh, that's good, Blue. I mean, hopefully, I hope that is the case.
The little amount of international experience they've had, but the impact that they've already been able to demonstrate. So many LPL fans have been so...
Dude, I thought the CFO match was going to be tomorrow.
This is his
I know, you screwed that up. You screwed that up, and I thought you were... Because Star sent it to me.
They changed the schedule.
It's amazing to see.
I don't know about that because Star sent it to me, and it was the time that Star sent to me. So I think you just had a bad listing somewhere.
He was sick. It's okay. Brain fog.
That's true. That's true.
You get benefit of the doubt one time.
I think for Shanks as well, the fact that he joined back in 2020 on WE, and it's taken him this long to have his first international performance, and he's playing well at it. Often players, when it takes them a while to get here, will have a much higher degree of anxiety, of nerves, when they actually get onto the international stage.
Which team do you think has a better, like, mid to late game comp? Is that AL?
As Hongq walks to the safety of Junja, Shanks actually has to flash away from the wind, becomes lightning with the Audacious charge coming in as well. Kaiwing
Nice.
Shanks in enemy territory. 3 members around.
Oh, look, sneaking in the back there, Kaiwing.
Driver.
To AL. And Shanks retreated to the top side, bot side.
Better for CFO? Good. Okay. What about late, though? Who takes late game? Yeah, I see. I thought Azir, he's like late game, like champion, right?
Azir's scary.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the minimap and notice that Hope
takes late game. Okay, so we definitely need to win mid game. What is the cutoff to be considered late game? Is that like at 40 minutes, 30 minutes? What is that considered?
Around 30, 35.
30, 35. By the way, I'm not asking you, Kevin. I'm asking Blue Panda. What is it?
they can
What did
send
I just tell
Shanks
you?
towards the
Shut
bottom.
up and look pretty.
Lose some farm as a consequence. He's only 2 behind Q in the mid lane right now. He's not going to be too upset.
I consider him more of an expert than you.
They're going to send Flandre back, and then he'll either walk or TP
30
down
plus,
towards
okay.
that bottom side. They want that 1v1, especially with Flandre now having the eulogy of the Isles, now having that maiden available to him.
I know, right, Badger? What was that hashtag again? You guys need to start using it. Every time he starts talking, you guys use that hashtag.
As the grubs will spawn in 30 seconds time. Both these teams really do like to fight around those objectives as well.
Maybe we need to play like Star Says, like the equivalent of like Simon Says. He can't talk unless we say Star Says.
Oh no.
If anyone's legend and CFO want to butt heads around those grubs in 20 seconds time.
Oh, Grub's in 20 seconds, so we'll see what happens there.
Are
they actually going to go for it first, or are they going to wait and try to jump in after AL starts?
Kind of as we expected, is it's that fight for prio over that wave. This will give you access to that topside river, but the vision control already invested from AL is solid, but the response from CFO is just as good.
Sure, Badger, I approve. I approve that message.
They also have control over the
That should definitely become a chat redeem.
It should. Make it so we can't talk for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. Look at him! Look at his. He's definitely not liking that. Look at his face.
A little bit by Doggo. The Make It Rain comes out as well, as you say. Great for CFO, getting that enemy AD carry down to half HP.
Oh, we lost a dragon. I missed that. Oh.
Up a little bit.
You were paying attention in chat, and I keep looking up back and forth, so it's my bad too.
How about you pay attention to the game? I'll pay attention to chat, okay? Just kidding. I'm joking, sir.
Alright, right, split teams, let's go. Divide and conquer. You got this, Moon.
No, I'm just kidding.
Chat hates me.
Oh, they're taking him. The grubs. We're not even trying. What's the deal there?
Oh, they're not even contesting it.
No, we're not. I wonder why we're giving up all the... Oh, come on. Really?
Hope holds on to his flash through all of that.
They did bullet time, but it didn't really do much.
No, I know.
Didn't even get one kill off of it.
The knock-up comes through from Kaiwing, sorry.
Yeah, the sound alerts don't work when he's streaming League. They only work when he's streaming other things, which hasn't been in like months, so good luck.
Good question, Jari.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That's a great question. Oh no.
I just smashed into the wall, I'm done.
Yeah, Kaiwing went down. That's unfortunate. What are they doing over here? Oh, maybe this was not a smart move on their part. Come on, driver, get in there and do something.
They want a little bit more. They're gonna get it.
Steal away the Krugs.
Yeah, but that could have turned into a 2v4, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Kaiwing's ult, yeah, I know. He has to mandatory to have at least one int in a game just to make sure it's clear that
in CFO's sides as well with his positioning. Fortunate for Flandre here, losing the Maiden of the Mist.
What Kevin says is a joke, but he says how they wrote into his contract he's allowed to do one int per series or something like that. We're kidding, of course.
So Doggo has to flash.
So they show us, Doggo did lose his flash. We didn't mention that earlier, but yeah, okay. Nice collapse ultimately did result in a small
maybe.
Gains, and then
yeah, it looks like they're giving it. Yeah, you're right. It's almost like they're playing too conservatively, which is I'm a little worried about because that's not how they win. It's when they do things that are unexpected. That's where Kaiwing goes down again.
Yeah, that's the replay, yeah.
You know, unfortunately, Jari, I did not watch Game 5 of CFO versus T1. I was asleep. I chickened out and had to get sleep done. But I need to go back and watch it. I heard it was pretty good.
On it. Ooh, nice flash.
The Emperor's Divide. Explosive cast will knock him back. Was in tower range for a single
Come
shot.
on,
With
let's
Tarzan
go, driver.
backing him up. Should be fine. Just walks his way away.
Okay, cool play. Didn't result in a huge amount, but still.
Oh,
very
AL got
cool.
first blood, first dragon,
Right,
and the
putting a bit of
grub,
pressure
so
onto Shanks,
we're
but
kind of
Tarzan
behind
on
at
the
the
top side of the
very
map,
beginning of
he
the game.
concedes control over the
Yeah, I
bot
know.
side.
That's why
A
I'm a
big
little
push will
worried
come
because
through
we're
from
just going to
Hope,
keep
getting
letting them
access
have
into the river.
objectives, and
Junja
that's
will
not going to be
drop that
good for
control
us.
ward, making it harder for AL to approach.
It
But
looks like
Oh,
they're
there we
starting up
go.
the
We're
next
starting a
dragon.
dragon. Hopefully we get this one, although I think they're going to contest it.
They're setting
Yeah,
up
they're
to.
coming. Yeah, they're coming. They're going to contest it.
On the Drake. That's pretty
Yep,
much
here
gone.
they
They might look for the
come.
fight afterwards, though, as Flandre has the flank.
No,
Junja's
go.
gonna
Oh,
land the
we
side
got it.
Got it.
Okay, good. Oh, but they're going to
coming out
try to...
onto Junja. Kaiwing trying to get his
Oh.
way.
Get out of there, get out of there.
Verdict.
Come on. No, 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 no. Come on. Oh, that was good. That's a good ult, but I didn't get
Yeah, it
anybody.
split 'em.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't get
it went
anybody.
right down the middle.
So this is what we talked about with both compositions being allowed to create chaos in the fights. The Poppy ultimate, the Bard ultimate, the
2-0
knockback
on
coming through from the
kills. That's
Xin Zhao,
not
the
good.
terrain
Or
that is being
0-2.
created by the Talia means a lot of different things are happening on your screen at once. In this situation, though, Tarzan created the numbers advantage, which isolated Junja. That made it so much easier for AL to commit to the collapse, and while they do concede the second dragon of the game, they will secure a 1k gold lead off the back of another pick.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, they're not like... I mean, they're down 1,000 gold. I mean, that's not... It's not the end of the game yet. We can come back from this. Come on, CFO. I have faith in you. Let's show AL what you're made of.
Even against
You
Gen
came
G,
to
they were actually
play.
getting leads in the early game, 1-2k ahead, and then Gen G were finding really opportunistic fights to get themselves back into that series. For CFO, that's also been the watchword for them, opportunistic fights around those neutral objectives, so it's not
Yeah, they were, Jari. I wasn't
much of a sad
impressed with... I was hoping that the MF ult would actually have done more there, and it didn't. And I don't think it was that he did a bad job. It's just like nobody followed up to kill off the champions. Like he can't do it himself. You know what I mean?
Who's faster on the play. And I think what we're seeing is that CFO do still have good setup. They're very aware of playing around these neutrals. The fact that they even got that bot dragon.
Again, I could be talking out of my ass and not know anything.
The thing is, you have to remember, is it AL?
See, half of it's being confident in anything you say, whether it's right or wrong. You have to have that confidence. That's what Kevin does.
Confident in their engages.
He just spouts bullshit.
Hesitate to start.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's confident in it.
Quiet.
You're quiet.
Quiet.
This is something that
That's so
CFO
mean.
has to respect as Doggo. He's in a bit of danger.
Able to sidestep the deadly flourish. Hope continues
Taco,
to
what are you
rain
down?
down
Get out of
on him.
there.
There's the barrier. He tries to fight back
Oh,
at the
okay.
bullet time.
Here comes some backup.
Just now, but decides against making Hope dodge like Neo.
My goodness.
Good. Yeah, good fight back. Does burn his summoner.
Oh, back up on
Gets a
both
heal out
sides.
of Kyle, who's running that unsealed spellbook, and then switched over to Exhaust.
I just love the fact that Doggo sidestepped the damage and said, fine, I'll take this fight.
Yeah.
2 versus 1.
I have a bloodthirster. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, beautifully done.
I
by
know,
Doggo.
he kind of
That's the
backed
level
up and then he
confidence we'd like
went
to see
forward
from
again,
him,
which
and why he's been
I'm
such a standout
surprised. I
player
don't
for
think most
CFO.
people would have done
Hold
that.
on
I
to
think
the
a lot
mid-wave
of
for
players
now.
would have just
Honku
backed
and
up.
Shanks, they've really been the top laners of this game so far, largely just pushing in the side wave. Shanks been a little bit more isolated than that of Honku. That's why you can see that experience advantage that he's currently sitting on. But we get closer to our next neutral. It is the Rift Herald. Pings from both sides coming down. It's Junja that's first to the objective. You'll notice in terms of the vision control that it will be CFO that have the better initial setup. They've got good control ward coverage. They've got a nice deep ward behind the pit
Okay,
as well,
let's see.
but AL have it the
CFO
very
started.
vision, which is now going to be denied by Junja.
We'll see.
Kyle already
I mean,
looking to
Oh,
replenish
they
that
dropped the
vision,
ward though.
but nice control ward
Yeah.
usage. CFO creating good darkness around the map.
Another ward goes into the back of the pit, though. Doggo steps forward towards Tarzan here, trying to force him away. Kyle has that tempered fate, and it's such an easy go trigger for a fight. Flandre coming out of base. As
Well, let's see
Junja
what they
and
do.
Driver pull the
Let's
Rift Herald
see.
all the way to the banana bush.
Problem for
Reset.
CFO is that these waves
Yeah,
are
I mean,
pushed in and they
why?
have
I
to
mean,
respond.
okay.
So
They know they're in that
Honku
bush,
sitting
so
on the
what
top
are they
wave,
gonna
catching that
do?
wave, but now he can look to regroup with his team.
Doggo doesn't, can't get out. Come on, don't get caught out. Don't get out there.
He knocks Tarzan back and he has to flash away. Weaver's wall coming out from Honku.
Okay.
Immediately exhausted.
Come on.
Bullets
Oh,
misses
bad
everything
FL. That
again.
was, yeah,
Again,
missed
CFO
that
should be able to
ult.
retreat.
3 bullet times and no
Buzz coming,
wins.
Cool coming out,
And there's
Driver
another one right
leads
here.
Oh!
knocks back Shanks.
Oh, well, yeah,
Oh, nice,
go, go, go,
nice.
hey, woo! Go, 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 go. Keep on, come on, come on. Come on, CFO. Come on, you got 1 kill. Let's do another. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, 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 no.
No.
Okay, 1 for 1. 1 for 1 so far. Come on. You can do it.
Both of these teams are
Oh,
just
they
one
just-
for
That was
one.
a bit too
But
spicy.
there's so many
Yeah.
disengaged tools. We saw the Gragas ultimate interrupting the Jhin ultimate. We saw the Poppy getting 2 knocked back on the side of CFO.
Yeah,
creating
interrupting
enough
Jhin was
advantage
pretty
for AL.
nice.
The kills end up being
Yeah.
1 for 1 overall. But as we
Especially
go back into this
after
fight, you'll notice that it
Misfortune's
starts with
ult
AL
missed,
looking for a
interrupting the
pickup.
gen ult
He
really
does
saved
well
him.
in the mid lane, but he does what he did before.
That was
He
unfortunate.
sidesteps, he plays with nothing but confidence, and Kai Wing looks
That was
punishing.
misfortunate.
Then the ulti comes through from
Yeah.
HQ, but then the bullet time doesn't really do a huge amount. Kyle,
See,
nice
yeah,
interrupt
it's just
using
I
the
think
ulti to stop
that could
HQ
have been
from
done
chasing.
better.
Then
But
Hope says,
again,
you know
in
what?
the,
I
you know,
can get a
it's
really nice
hindsight,
ulti,
right?
and Driver says,
Exactly,
"That's my
exactly.
opportunity." Keep
Backseat
your eyes on
driving
Tarzan
on that,
as he
I
knocks a few
probably
members
couldn't have done
away.
that.
But Junja, that doesn't stop him from going in and
Yeah,
setting up for
Junja
Doggo
just
to
gets
get that
owned
kill, but
here.
Junja's too deep. He realizes he's in a 1 versus 4.
But that
Yeah.
also means both teams are kind of low on health, so it's going to be harder to start back up there.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to go after the objective.
Both teams are going to get back out onto the map and set their sights on this neutral once more.
Importantly for AL, they
Yeah,
did get
absolutely.
the feat of warfare from that. Picked up their 3rd kill, so now they just need another neutral objective to be able to secure the feats of strength. Currently, Junja on his own on that Drake should be able to secure it. AL immediately ping for the Rift Herald. They're willing to take this trade. They haven't stacked up the Drake's early game, so if they can just get this Rift Herald, they can get first tower on the top side as well. It's an explosion of
Oh,
gold
they're getting
force.
the tower. Come on, no.
I think AL is going to benefit a lot more from this. It becomes a question of if CFO can convert.
we get
Yeah,
the,
they
we get
gave
the
up the
Drake.
dragon.
Well.
Yeah,
CFO
they
got
wanted
the dragon, but they
they
wanted the
Rift,
tower.
and they won the
Yeah.
Rift, so they want because they got the boots. They got the boots.
There should be a pretty good
Oh.
win
Yep.
here for CFO to set this
What
up.
also means if they can use the Rift Herald correctly, they can get more vision because they can take out another tower pretty quick.
Yeah.
Puts it down, only a couple of minions here to
That's
really
going to
defend.
be
Drive over
tough
back, but Flandre
to
flashes
come
away,
back
but
from
bullet
that because they
time.
still have the
Junja
gold
dashing
ring.
Oh, yes, nice.
Oh,
Finally,
redeemed on the
finally.
bullet time.
Redeemed for one kill there.
Continue their advances.
Oh no, oh no. Oh, this is not good, not good. Honku, get out of there. Honku, get out of there. Oh no, Honku. Get out of there. Come on. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, so close, so close.
Almost made it.
Now the teams
Yeah.
are starting to pick things up. I
Oh,
love the
man.
cross map that we saw
That was
from
not
CFO,
good for CFO.
punishing Flandre, who's isolated on the bot side of the map. But AL respond with a punch of their own, immediately using the Herald to push down mid, look for picks. They convert it into a kill
That was
onto
unfortunate.
Honku, and ultimately, they walk away the victors, I would say. They get the top tower, they get the mid tower.
They're
they
now
get decent damage into the
2,000
mid tier
down.
two. They get a lot of value out of the back of this Herald. In
Yeah, they're
exchange,
mid. They
the
pushed
third
mid pretty
dragon of the game
hard.
going to CFO as they get their bot tower as well. Whew. Back and forth from these teams, great cross maps, and you can see how tense the team fights are, but the player I'm keeping my eyes on is Doggo. I feel like he is playing with nothing but confidence in these fights. We've seen him use the flash once so far, but it's crazy that he hasn't been using it in the team
I don't know if I
fights.
would
No
believe.
matter
I don't know
what
if
Tarzan
I
does,
like
he
that
really just
analysis.
can't scare Doggo
Playing
enough
with
to use that
nothing
Summon's
but
Spell just yet.
confidence.
And on the
That's
other side
kind
the
of
Rift, my
like
eyes are all on Shanks.
copium.
Is that
1.4
is that more
thousand
like
gold
Copium in
lead.
game.
he's trying and
Lashes
he's
to
not
and Rylai's
succeeding?
complete.
Is that what he's
He's been
trying to
having a great
imply? I
tournament
don't.
so far and continues to do so here at MSI this fine Monday. He's now in the bot lane pushing out Honku, who's only got one item. Staravis is fully stacked though, and has the Horns and guys alongside it. Next Drake up in 3 minutes time. But
Yeah,
this is
that's
to
kind of
fight around,
harsh.
Down towards that bottom side.
I mean, I
in
get it,
about
I get
15
it, but
seconds. Usually we
it's
see teams just standing back
it's.
from the
I
outcome.
think
No need
he's
to
kind
force
of
it,
like
look for a
not
fight
being
around a different
truthful in
neutral
what
and
he's
then go
trying
for
to
it,
say.
but
Like he's
you
trying
never
to
know
say
with
something
BLG,
without
unless your name is BLG, or
like
any of the
insulting
European
him,
teams for some
maybe.
reason.
True.
Well, Arakan now makes its way onto the
Oh,
rift.
please don't throw
Don't
Otacon.
dive for Otacon. Come on, guys.
Don't throw for Otacon. I think Red's just gonna take it. I don't think they're gonna try. Well, maybe they do. Oh, holy crap. Maybe they will.
I don't know.
Oh, they got
That's good.
stunned. They got stunned. Shoot. They just keep getting stunned. What is that stun from? From Shanks?
Bard Q.
Bard
I like
Q,
this response
okay.
from AL. Hey, we just got the TP out
Okay,
from
that's
the
a
top
fair.
lane.
I'll let you
Flandre,
talk
go
one time,
shove
Kevin,
top
because
as
you've been
quickly
keeping
as
your
you
mouth
can.
shut
They-
most of
Ooh,
this time.
Tarzan is deep here.
But
Kevin's
he's just
input.
stalling. This is the thing. because
He's just
Talia's
gonna have to
still on
start
the
writing
bottom.
on
Talia
paper.
has to go top
He
because
won't.
he's the only one with the
He's too
teleport
lazy.
available. Meanwhile, while keeping the pressure in the jungle, AL have also opened up that mid tower for a little bit more damage.
Maybe,
While Hope
okay.
doesn't
I'll give you
secure the
that.
tower, he's done what he wanted, which is put more pressure down. What's happening? Tarzan putting more pressure in the
A
jungle.
zero doubt's
And this is
good.
the scary thing about
Gotta
AL.
have that
They just
confidence.
suffocate with all this pressure that they're putting everywhere on the map. And that fog of war, as our observers are showing for us now, notice how it's encroaching on CFO's territory. There's no dragon for a minute and a half. CFO should be able to reclaim space to get back towards contesting this dragon, but look at how much more uncomfortable it is compared to
I'm not liking their life right now. They are not at full life. And I'm a little worried about them trying to take this or contest it.
See Flandre still pushing out this top side, doing exactly what he needs to do.
Fuck you, Jari.
For CFO, one of their key weaknesses as well is they don't have someone that can really rat for vision, as I like to say. Get behind enemy lines, get some wards in there, something like a Rakan or even a Bard that can use some tools to escape if they are caught out a little bit.
I just want to, again, bring our attention to this vision, because you'll notice that this line, it just hasn't been crossed by CFO for the last few minutes. They've got a little bit more vision into the entrance. You can see this blue wall. Now is their opportunity to do so. Now that AL have reset, the problem is all that vision that you've just replenished, you have to
I have
use
no
to
idea
clear
what you're
out the
saying,
wards.
Badger.
Meanwhile, AL are
I don't
coming
know
back
what
out to the map,
people like,
refreshed, fully stocked.
who
Look at
said
that
what
control
that
wards. 2 for
makes you
Flandre, 1
upset.
for Hope, 2 for Kyle. And that makes it very difficult for CFO to
I didn't do
approach the
anything.
AL with really good
I didn't do anything.
really good setup, great
Quiet.
patient play from both sides. CFO, though, of course, not at a massive disadvantage just yet. The goal
I know.
difference is starting to build, but they're still in a position to find a good fight.
The important thing is the effective gold difference really only exists in the mid lane. There's 2 items on Ginger to 1 item on Tarzan. Doggo has 2 items to 2 items on Hope. In terms of power, you have enough in your AD carry in your jungle. Mid lane is the weakness with that Rylai's and Nash's Tooth already complete. But CFO, I was wondering if they want to take
Oh
this
man,
objective.
they're taking this.
Flandre
Yeah,
does
I'm worried
have
about this.
teleport
Now they've
and
pushed
he's
up
going to
both
try and
top
flank them. The
and
TP's in, the
mid.
Dragon down to 7,000 HP. Honku looking for that flank position. Flandre comes in. There's the Weaver's Ward to separate the team. Driver on the wrong side of it.
Oh
as is
no.
Tywing.
Oh
CFO,
no,
where is your
no,
attention?
no, 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 no.
Between the Drake and between the
Oh, they still got a chance to get the dragon. No, somebody
No,
jumped
the
in.
driver's up there. Driver's way up there. Oh, they got it. They got it.
Alright, dragon soul point.
Come on. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, down 1. Okay. So Doggo's down. Not Doggo. Tywin is down. God, they couldn't get anybody. I mean, they got the 3rd dragon. That's cool. I'm happy about that. But now they're going Otacon. And then they're gonna make a push. If I was them, I would. What are they doing?
Oh
Oh no! No!
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
Oh, Doggo!
Oh no! 2 down. Oh no! They're still up though.
They still got a lot of help.
Oh,
no,
Oh my
down.
God!
Honku.
Honk you! Oh no, honk you. I'm not sure this is the best fight for you, dude. You're gonna die. Yeah, honk you died. Oh. I mean, to be fair though, that was a pretty back and forth, and that was a fun fight to watch, but they did flip that over a little bit.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah. Okay, maybe they can get Otacon.
CFO end up walking away with a lot off the back of that, getting a bunch of kills.
Money for Doggo is
Prices
good.
didn't
Yeah.
chase, but yeah.
Point now, and AL, they weren't able to convert it into the Otacon, because that was the idea. In the extended fight, they're able to get a pick onto the support, and you're going to see that right now. Kaiwing on the front line, trying to zone the rest of AL away. The dragon is secured. Now it's Operation Escape from the side of
Jari,
CFO.
we're not allowed to
The
talk
fight
about
can't
that. It's
really be
like that song.
They have
Let's
too
not
much
talk about
range on their
Bruno.
side, so CFO have to
Let's
retreat.
not talk about that
Kaiwing is the
subject.
sacrifice in
Just telling you
exchange.
right now.
Now with the health advantage and the numbers advantage, AL is saying we can do the Otacon, but CFO stepped too far. AL turned it into a
Wow,
fight.
look at
but
that.
the thing is,
Well, at least they
Doggo
denied
likes these ults a lot.
Otacon for now.
Yeah, they did. And they got the 3rd dragon, so that was cool. And without Driver, Driver was up top, so he couldn't even get smite.
Doggo's still saving onto that summoner spell, trying to bait them in.
Oh,
Pops
he
it at the
got
last
owned
second.
here.
Then they go too deep. Honku gets a
That was a
kill
no-biting
onto
fight
Hope.
for sure.
And then it turns into this crazy affair. Meanwhile, Otacon is just doing damage
Honku
to
was like
everyone in the
all
midst
about
of all of
this.
it.
Like he just
Honku
unfortunately got
teleporting
hit.
back in with full HP really changed the landscape of that fight. For AL, you wonder, did Tarzan need to go for that wall slam? Did he need to force it? It is what AL like to do when they feel they have an advantage. They've got the bit between their teeth. They do not let go. Look at the damage from the AD carries in that last fight. Both the MF and the Jin.
I mean, the games are pretty close
shredding.
till
So,
2,000
Oh,
gold difference.
Honku has a rapid fire.
Flandre, very happy that he now
Just
has
3
a
items.
I can't even understand what you're saying. Why don't you
Honku
just
has
type in
managed
chat?
to garner back around 700, 600 gold in that mid lane discrepancy.
If you really want to say something,
got
type
3
it in
items.
chat.
Hope still short of it. Doggo obviously can go
It will
for the
show up right in
slightly
red
magical
for
footwear
everybody
on
to
the MF. You should
see.
get the extra movement speed out of your strut, so he doesn't need the
Oh, that's
upgraded
good.
boots
RF?
if
Okay,
all his
good.
job is to do is to stand behind his team and then strike at the opportune moment.
It's all going to come down to this next Dragon fight, I feel. I say all coming down to.
I mean, the
I'll
first
be
game might
muting
be
for
decided
myself
by it.
just a
Could very
moment.
well be.
I got a
I mean,
child coming to
CFO
my office.
They've lost a lot on the map. We look at the towers 1 to 3, right? That's why CFO
I agree,
been
Jerry.
falling short in terms of the
I mean, they
overall map
did pretty
control. They've been
good
setting
so
themselves
far.
on these neutral objectives.
I'm just
They've
behind
done
on
a good
this
job of
this
either
one
trading or
match a
contesting
little.
AL around these. But we turn our attention to the Otacon once more. Of course, the Dragon's still spawning in a
Ale's
minute's time.
taking
Driver has
off
his
with that
teleport
gold lead
back
though.
up and available, so he's catching these mid waves.
I'm just not a big
CFO
fan
have
of
no
this
vision. Like they have this one ward that's
draft
just been control
at
warded.
CF. It's not
They have
one of
this
their
one ward where Tarzan's
traditional
standing, but
drafts.
nothing in the rest of the river. That's all controlled by anyone's
Well, it's not one
legend.
we've
Try and
seen.
step in
Yeah,
as
so I'm
Doggo
saying they're cooking
will
a
jump
lot
out
here
Shanks
and
just a
trying
little
to
bit,
make,
haunting
which is
guys
fine.
now for him, giving him
It's just
the extra health, but also that
I would
damage
hate for them
amplification
to
from
lose a
having
series
2
because
of
they're
them.
trying too hard to cook, you know?
Doggo is
I agree,
scary.
yeah.
Yep. That's not a chihuahua, that's a pit bull right there.
What's Doggo going to go back and buy? Oh, okay. A little bit of healing reduction.
Well, no, I know they're strong
Ultimate
champs. It's
building
just
up
not
towards the
ones
next
that
Dragon.
we've seen
Light
them
reset's gonna come
traditionally
through.
play,
Shanks
though.
Looking to get an upgrade
Especially
for
not
himself,
together.
perhaps. Quick base going to come through from him. Has the TP available.
Like, we don't really see
Maybe
Misfortune
a
played very
Leandri's,
often
Bloodlight is
by
cursed.
this team.
2 options. Gets the boots
So he's now gonna
upgraded.
have that shield, so a little bit more defense available for him.
I mean, we've seen
Okay,
Gragas
AL, you need to
played,
deny
we've
this
seen
soul away from CFO.
the others
going to do some
played.
serious work in this game.
Alright, so they're gonna
Yeah.
ignore Otacon and go straight
CFO
for the
really wanna be
dragon,
on
or?
a position
know.
before AL get there.
They
because AL
shouldn't
have really good
let
rounds.
us
They
have
Yeah,
got
it looks
dragon
like that's what they're
that.
gonna
They've got
do.
the Jin from long range to keep you gated into
AL's
a
gonna go
certain
for
entry
dragon
point.
instead to
Damage
keep
recovery there onto
CFO from
Shanks.
getting in.
Good start to the
Yeah.
fight, chipping away with what you
And that's
can.
smart, honestly. They don't want us to have,
Driver's
is it
gonna be
Elder
the one to
Dragon or
face
whatever it's
check.
called, the
Kyle
4th dragon?
there,
I always
knocked
forget
up,
what it's
has
called.
the magical
Ooh, this
journey
is
to
not a
the
good
south.
place to
They're gonna
be.
fight for it.
Up in the dark possession.
Oh my god,
Keep
4-person
his
stun.
back. Knockout two.
What
Driver
happened?
does it.
Driver,
He's
no.
Yeah.
nowhere near him.
My
Driver
gosh,
will fall after
driver's
the
down.
switch.
That's
Now CFO in a
unfortunate.
4v5. Seismic shove. Just short on Tarzan.
Did they get pushed back?
Keep
Was that
fighting this, CFO. It's
something
only
that was
AL's
by the enemy
second
team
Drake
pushing
of
them all
the
back like
game.
that?
You
Yeah.
can set up around the Otacon to try and distract them a little bit while they go for the dragon.
Here's that purchase into the river, and they're going to get it. OnQ already used his ultimate.
What are they
but
gonna
Doggo's
do
ultimate
here?
is still available. He has
I mean,
prime
the problem is they
access to
can't
this
really
dragon,
smite
but AL
right
are
now,
not
so
hitting it, or at the very least they're hitting it slowly.
Andre looking for
yeah,
that
they're
flank, trying to gain
waiting.
control of the tri-bush. Doggo standing behind the
Okay,
wall.
you
just
got
a
it.
little bit
You
out
got
of
to try to
vision
do a
as Andre puts the
4v5,
doors
I
down,
think.
curtains
Oh, they're
open,
not in a good
and
position for
Kaiwing
this.
and Hongq have to retreat. Hongq just dodges the 4th shot. Bullet time, not enough. Good
Oh, that's
smite.
good.
Oh, nice
but
bullet time.
not-
Pushing back a
AL,
bit.
they'll turn their eyes now towards
Yeah.
the Otacon, but you got to wait a little bit because Driver is on his way back up. They decide against taking that objective, unsurprisingly, and they'll settle themselves for the Drake and a 4,000 gold lead.
That's
Bold
too
move
bad.
to
That's too
convert that
bad.
into the Otacon, so AL, they'll be happy with that. But the fight in and of
That could have been a
Otacon's
whole lot
still up.
worse. That could have gotten so much worse. That fight.
I noticed that they didn't try and do something crazy. It wasn't like a Shanks goes in, 4-man ultimate. No, that's not the play. The play is Tarzan knocks away the carries, and then Driver, almost like he didn't recognize what was happening, goes in.
Yeah,
ready
see,
for
that's what
engage. The
happened. Like
knockback
they
looks good
got
on paper,
stunned,
but he
and then
turns
they
around
got
to see no
thrown.
teammates behind
All
him,
the
and
the
that's
rest of the
because
team got
Tarzan
thrown away from
connected the ultimate
Driver. That's
crucially
I've never seen that
onto
before.
Doggo.
Tarzan stepping forward once again. Hope looking for the deadly flash will land it, but only onto Kaiwing, who has that unbreakable.
So
wall.
is there
No
going to be a
bullet
full
time, no
fight
movers
before
right
they
now.
try to take Baron, or
Almost
what?
the curtain call available.
Think they're
CFO
going to
just
start
trying
at Baron first?
Control
Oh, I
away
think they're
from
gonna.
AL
I think they're
around
gonna
this Baron, and
try
they've
to
done so
take. They're gonna
successfully.
contest
No
Baron.
vision in the river at all for the LPL #1 seed.
Needs to be careful, yeah. He was very worried
They
there
should be doing
about
it,
who
yeah.
was waiting in the fog
They
of
have to
war.
deny AL that Baron if they
These
can.
towers are just not falling. They're
Unless
so
they're smart
close.
though, AL is
A lot
going
of
to try
standing
going
gold
after
available
Driver,
for
but
CFO
I
to
don't.
grab if they
I
can
don't
just
know
get
if
a
their
winning team fight.
Driver's going to
Some
put himself in a
access onto these
vulnerable
towers
position
with
right
the wave
now.
clear from AL is scary to deal with.
That's the problem, right? You've got a Yorick on one side who has the Maiden and all the ghouls, and then you have a
Yeah, but they
Nazir
also
on
have
the
a lot
other
of their
side. It's like,
ults
as soon as
down
a wave
too.
is within vision, it is dead.
I think they're
So
just waiting
for
for all their
CFO,
ults to
it
come come back
really is
up.
win a fight, then take those turrets, then take those neutral objectives. For AL, they can play a little bit further back. It's happily scaling up right now. Leandri's almost complete for Shanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, we hit that 30-minute mark, which means that AL is going to have the better scaling comp now.
His next item as
well.
With
Azir, right?
He's going to be a menace on the side lane. Very difficult for either driver or Honkyu to deal with him at the moment. Honkyu is the one assigned to that duty, but his duty is very much just accept the wave and clear it out with the threaded volley rather than anything else.
Oh, AP Gragas.
31 minutes in.
I don't know about
still
that.
At Soul Point. The Baron, of course, always a big point of contention. Azir and MF, both champions that can take that objective down very quickly.
Is it still, I mean, yeah, absolutely. They're not out yet. It's one good fight. They get Baron and push.
The objective, it's not that easy for the other side to just approach. I would argue it's a little
bit easier
if
they can do a pentakill right here,
driver,
go straight down the middle.
They have to take a lot of damage in order to get close.
The problem is they have to clear a lot of towers very quickly.
On the side of AL, but it's the same the other way.
Come on, driver, get that tower down.
They have the most reliable engage. They do have, of
course,
the
towers down
ultimate to create some as a way to start a fight or even to just gain some space in the river. But CFO approaching an MF and a Talia blind can be very scary stuff. So having control
come
of
on,
these
they can do it. They
really
did it against T1.
That's why AL has put so
why
much
do you think they
focus
can't
on
do it
this
here?
vision control while pushing out these side lanes. The farm continues. Dragon spawning.
No, they could do it. They've already proven it. Are they the only team that's gotten a pentakill so far in MSI? I haven't been watching.
Finished off.
Though still controlling this top side of the map, Flandre just still pushing out bot
side,
has that Jack show alongside.
But the fact that they got a pentakill against T1, come on, that means they can get it against AL.
So
it's not that far-fetched.
In this next fight.
And they're still trying to get control before they start at Baron.
The board, apart from Doggo, who has managed to get himself.
You're not afraid of Azir scaling, you're afraid of Bard scaling? Again, I don't know anything about that champ
He's going to
at
start
all.
up the Otacon by himself. He can do this entirely alone. Does not need assistance from the Jhin.
No.
Hope is going to come across, but there's no vision at all.
AL started Otacon.
So the question is, do they realize, do they pull the trigger? Because AL at the moment have 4 petals, and that is going to start to explode.
Oh no, they don't know. They don't know that Otacon's going down.
I feel like they have to recognize that
oh,
this
that's
is
unfortunate.
There's two
no, well, they're going to see in just a second.
The
they're going to see right there.
Well, 3 people missing. They should go after Baron, but now it's gone.
They didn't. They didn't. They're waiting. You know what they're doing? Is they're waiting for AL to engage the Baron and try to go for a team fight. That's what they're looking for.
There's also the Poppy ultimate. It's a difficult thing
yeah,
to force.
they're trying really hard to. They're waiting for the Baron to get taken.
Definitely need the Drake, yeah.
Also playing very respectfully means that that's just an easy Otacon secured. The good news is that not that many petals overall for AL.
I mean, they got about 11 from it, and obviously they'll get more if they get takedowns, but for the moment it just evens out the scores. Kai has caught out Asta.
That was almost good. They keep getting rooted though. Whatever those, all the stuns. They have so many stuns.
Kai no longer has that flash, but no summoners burnt on the side
Nick,
of AL.
you're not allowed to say that. You are not allowed to say that. You are only allowed to say go CFO right now. Look at Kevin. You're going to make him cry. You're making him cry by saying that, Nick.
Goes in, flash away from driver, dodges the Emperor's
holy shit.
That's 2 flashes and an ultimate down now for AL.
Hello, where's that?
Oh no.
They'll start up the Drake, knock back Tarzan.
No, where are they going? Oh, they did it again. They knocked their person back.
Poppy is broken.
Oh, look at Shanks though.
Going on that front line as he tries to get
what are they doing? Come on,
driver. They gotta get last hit. Nope.
Oh no, they missed it. That's unfortunate. Oh no, this is unfortunate.
Fuck.
Tywing's going down. Yep, there we go. They're gonna go get Baron now. No, get out of there! Stop trying to get in there, Honkyu. It's gonna be an ace.
Yep.
In the end, a double for Hope and a 5-for-1.
Yeah, they can just go next.
And then they're gonna go straight for Baron. No, they're not even gonna go for Baron. They're just gonna go straight to end it.
They should.
Yeah, GG.
And they're looking to close out game 1.
No, that's unfortunate. Hopefully
game
next,
1 AL.
Hopefully next draft is better. I didn't like this draft.
Explosive fight. They just rip any control of the game away from the LCP #1 seeds. It's 1-0 AL.
Oh, well.
A lot of things were happening.
You know what time it is?
A lot of things. Shanks on the
Time to run ads.
knockback from Poppy, the wall to intersect. it was an interesting game because it wasn't that traditional just throw all the bodies at one another because of how much disengage there was available on both sides. But I think we saw really strong stuff from either team. Ultimately, though, AL's control around the neutrals, I think, was the big winner. The way they navigated the fights, the way they came back around the
It's okay, it's fearless.
And they take the first point in this best-of-5 series.
And we are fearless, okay? So we're gonna do well. We're gonna do fine next game. We're gonna come back and we're gonna own game 2. Right? This series is not over yet. We are gonna win game 2.
End of the game there. Are you thankful to your support for getting the dragon?
I think it is a
So what kind of changes do you think they need to make coming into game 2 to make the team comp a bit better against whatever they throw at them?
That question is to chat, and Kevin, if he wishes to type in chat.
For example, like Yorick to Gragas and Bard to Alistar, but it is
that's certainly not to me.
Because enemy has Talia and Zhao Xin, so they have a really good early game and mid game team fight ability. So they have given us a lot of dragon pressure.
Nobody is going to answer Star's question.
Join your team, and of course, good luck.
You guys.
I was listening to the interview. What was the question?
Interview.
I was listening to Tabe talk.
An amazing team fight composition in the end.
Yeah, and you saw the way that they were able to stall out the game after getting a lot of these early objectives. We knew it was coming, but Flandre's team fighting Yorick coming in from the side lanes to help out the team, snag someone, throw some ghouls at people.
Yeah, I gotta say, I did not expect.
Well, good news is, Poppy and Jin are both out.
Yeah.
Bad news is, so is Azir and Misfortune.
Yeah. Well, hey, actually, I'm okay with Misfortune being gone.
That was brutal. She did like 6 or 7 bullet times to get 2 kills off of it.
Between him and Driver.
Yeah, not really good.
Got the first hit, but my interest was going to be around how they used.
It just didn't seem to be going Misfortune's way.
Going into this tournament is a Herald-driven team. They have 100% Herald percentage so far in this team fights, or like in this event. So for this HyperX Reflex replay,
and Bard's gun too, yeah, unfortunately.
And basically how
I'm actually okay with Bard being gone again as well too. I don't like Bard.
As we start this play,
but then I think I'm one of the only people that does not like Bard.
So Tarzan is already going straight here. You can already see Honkyu notice him and try and push him out there.
BRB.
If he pause right here, what you will see immediately is a problem for Honkyu. Right here, yes, Tarzan.
Yeah, I know Blue Panda that Kaiwing is going to struggle. We already know that he's got kind of limited champion pool, but I do think he surprised us this split or this MSI and bringing people out that he hasn't played before. So I'm hopeful that he's been practicing other things than just like the 5 or 6 characters that he normally plays.
Finalize the kill, because it could have just been, you know, Poppy ulted.
I mean, we don't really know what's been going on in scrims either, so it is exciting to see them pull out new champions and play. It's just sometimes you're thinking, but why aren't you sticking with the ones that won last time? But it's because everybody else saw them win with those last time, so they're trying to like throw them off their game.
Right, exactly.
But that muscle memory kicks in when you're on a familiar champion, you know?
In bot side, you know what? We're just gonna pop Herald mid. We're gonna go for this, and that was kind of the
sometimes unintentional like muscle memory engage is like wins you the game. You just don't know.
For Drakes, but slowing down the game a lot.
Absolutely. And looking at the next game, Tabe was talking about the draft priorities and how giving away to Leah, grabbing the Azir, they know exactly what champions they want to use. What are we looking at here for the next game on the side of CFO improvements? And do you think they should sub in the...
I'm still pretty excited about this matchup, though.
I don't think it was an issue. I think Driver's been having an amazing tournament thus far. I think the team fights...
They gotta look at what they can do, and maybe they can like kind of tweak it a little bit to their gameplay style.
Xin Zhao, Misfortune, Alistar was just a big threat. And I think AL just played a little bit better, and it was just one smite away from them being able to get Mountain Soul. So I think CFO did a lot of good within their draft, and actually some of the fights. They just need to execute just a tiny bit better.
Yeah, I just didn't really like that. I didn't like the drafts. Maybe I'm not used to them.
Something that can help CFO in the next games.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw moments where Doggo looked like he was on the precipice of popping off in some of these fights. I think another thing that AL really tracked well was keeping this Talia out, right? Like we saw that kind of wall where he got immediately exhausted. That is the big thing for me. Get Hongq on something like the Aurora. I think we have the two most stunning Aurora performances in these two mid laners. So get him on something where he is going to be able to carry and basically find those flanks in team fights.
So no subs, driver stays in. I'm taking that CFO is really confident with the approach and the preparation they have here.
All right, they're not subbing.
I think they're going to look at a lot of those fights and say we should just
they're leaving driver in the game for now,
I agree with that. I'm just interested to see later on in the series if Rest comes in, it has to be on something like a carry option like Jace.
Let's see if it comes up a bit later, but so far nothing changes. Heading into game 2, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Now's this announcer's game break. I think the draft was pretty skewed on that one. Big draft gap. I agree, Panda.
Hunter in the dark.
It's only one game.
Master of nice shots.
Well, maybe they got the one game curse and we're just gonna go and take over, you know?
Powerful camera, powerful AI.
I do think CFO should have picked Poppy first.
Yeah.
It looked like they almost did, right?
Is that what they were hovering over? I don't think it was Poppy. I thought it was Annie they were hovering over.
Oh, Annie, yeah. Yeah, I think Annie would have been a better call too, but Annie's still available. Well, if I got banned last game, I have a feeling if they're given a chance, AL's gonna probably ban it again.
Which one?
Vi.
Vi? Yeah. I mean, that was one of Junja's really good characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vi Jungle's like awesome.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna target focus more on Junja's picks and Hongq, if I had to guess.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think they're worried about Kai Wing.
Get summer ready at Verizon. All new and existing customers get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. Yep, iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only with Verizon.
Yo, what's up? I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh man. Game 1 loss.
Yeah, we did, but your voice is sounding better, so you need to not talk. It's working. Doctor's advice is working. The less you talk, the better your voice is going to get. Like, I actually understood you that time. I know it wasn't a pentakill. I know. We're trying to let him occasionally experiment with his voice. Occasionally. Those chairs are so expensive. Have you ever looked at how, looked those up?
Yeah.
They're like several hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. They're like $700. My chair was like 100.
Naps in the breaks? Well, see, here's the problem, Jari. You can't do naps for Kevin because he has to go to the bathroom every single time there's a break. This man has no bladder.
Oh my
It's
god.
all the tea.
I've been drinking tea. I go out and clean my nose and do all that shit.
Oh man, bladder.
But it's true though, isn't it? Almost every time there's a break, he's in the restroom. I expect that from a 65-year-old man, not a 15-year-old boy like Kevin. You know, I'm kidding. He can nap on the toilet. You know how many times he has been in Discord chatting with me and I find out he's on the toilet doing that? Oh my god, it makes me so mad. So mad. That visual, not cool.
What the fuck?
It's true. You take your phone with you and still do chat on Discord. It makes no sense.
Exactly. What else am I supposed to do on the toilet?
I see you can hear the flush.
If you want to talk, type. It is a daily routine. You don't want to know what else he does on the toilet, okay? He likes to tell us too much information. What's a new design on the chair? The Jinx one. That's kind of cool looking though. Oh, I'm sure Kevin would take any phone call on the can. Have you not, like, heard? Like, he doesn't care.
I'm not on VZ.
No. Okay, you missed this, Blue Panda. Back in the day, when he lived in Japan, he had a balcony. He would usually go out there and piss off the balcony, okay? Because he was too lazy to go to the bathroom, okay? He would do this while, like, he would do it, like, midway through a stream. He would just get up and walk out to the balcony. Drove us nuts, okay? We were just like, really? This was a traditional thing for him.
You couldn't pause. You couldn't pause. If you can't pause, you gotta do the difficult decisions.
This is why people, if you're really that bad off, this is why you get like a water bottle, okay? I'm just saying. I'd much prefer you do that than piss off a balcony, potentially onto somebody down below. Oh, I'm sure he is.
It was close-ish until it wasn't in game one, as AL were able to bounce back against, well, I say bounce back, AL were able to win the game against CFO, bounce back against a little bit of CFO pressure in the mid-game as we get ready for game two. Vedi, anything going to change, do you expect?
Well, I think that we saw the value of that Bard come through massively.
Oh man,
against the Alistair
Jerry.
specifically. It was a really difficult match for Carling. While he did every now and then find some good opportunities, it felt so hard to follow up on any of his engages. The Poppy.
All right, coming up on the best part, Pikmin's.
Tool, then the range that came through from both the Azir and the Jhin. Like in the extended fights, it felt like that the longer the game went on, the harder and harder
Kevin,
it became to play.
We want to hear your comments on the.
So what's something you want to see as a first blind pick
Let's see
there?
how things change up, because obviously a lot of power picks were left available in game one. Some of the most high priority champions that we expect, with things like Pantheon, the Rumble, still available.
Sion, Skarner, Victor.
Both the Varus and the Ezreal still going to be taken away early on in the draft, with the Vi to quickly follow suit.
They really don't want us having
to
B.
see whether or not something like
Or
the
Vi,
Rumble will
whatever
make
her name
its
is.
way through this draft. Sion as well, obviously possible, because Driver is still in the game. Not that rest can't play it, but Driver is the one that CFO look to when they want someone to play that top lane tank, one of his best picks.
I feel like they're
just
like
his career.
they know what we're gonna pick
CFO
for our first
electing to
pick,
be
and they're
back
just
on the
waiting
blue
to
side.
counter it.
Thinking about their
Oh, see, they've already banned Vi and
rotation,
Pantheon.
Trundle will be the pick, which really
That was the
does
same first two
signal
picks last
maybe it's gonna be a
one too.
Sion.
I knew it was Vi. I don't remember what the other one was. A Pantheon?
Unsurprising.
Sion's banned.
There we go.
Some of
So
the other champions,
I
like
think
Cassante could
what he
still
needs to
be an
do
option.
is, let's see. Wait, is that Rumble?
The Rumble, of course, yeah, the Rumble's still available.
Yeah, the Rumble, okay, good.
Again, we usually associate Driver with being more of the tankier player. Normally, Rest is closely associated with.
I know
more of
both
the
characters
carry
can
style
play
champs,
Rumble,
but
so that's
Rumble's up
good.
and they want to grab it, so that's going to be locked in for Driver on the top side of the map.
Yeah, that's good that we basically deny the other team from Rumble. That's good. That would have been a quick 2-0. Well, that's good. I'm glad. So is that a Rise? What is that? That they're picking.
Come through slightly early on in the draft.
I can't tell what that character is.
Annie Wukong still very viable.
It's Rise. It's Rise.
Rise. Okay.
Yeah, Rise.
Be the Rise.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
For them on that first pick on red side. Alongside that, a jungler makes a lot of sense. Rise Wukong is something we see quite
having
often.
Rise taken away though is kind of.
Wukong, there we go.
I am Wukong, yeah.
Is where Tarzan's gonna go here for AL.
Now we've seen Hongyu bring out the Casio
Magic Smurf.
before. It's a good matchup into the Rise. Can also be very obnoxious for the Wukong to have to deal with.
Garner, is that what you think they're gonna pick?
Stacking up a lot of AP. With Yone still available, if they wanted more of an AD option, they could go in that direction. Tristana as well as another possibility. But it ultimately depends what sort of jungle matchup they want. We mentioned Skarner earlier, provides a very solid front line, great utility. CFO made wonders happen against Koi, utilizing this pick just the other day.
And also played the Tristana against T1 in
so
that
we
game
have
5, which
top
they ended up
and
losing. But,
is Skarner, what, I forget, is that jungle or is that, I always forget.
Jungle.
Often played mid anymore.
Jungle, okay.
Usually goes down
Quirky.
towards that bot lane, and with how well Doggo's been
Is this
playing,
really?
I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to give him something that can be aggressive, that can control the 2v2.
Yeah, they picked it.
Who plays Corky? I forget.
Favorable matchup. This Rise
mid or
is that mid? Yeah. Okay. So how is how are they on that character? Don't
good.
it.
Very good. I don't want to die.
Possibly be a Gwen for Flandre.
This is me telling you to shut up.
I agree, Jari. Corki's a good pick because it's flexible and you can change your strategy depending on what they pick next, so you're not a total blind pick on it. You can actually like decide whether or not you want to give it to one or the other, depending on what's still available after the next ban.
No, it's true. Absolutely true.
I like characters that are actually like, it gives you a little bit of leeway, like to play around with the team comp.
They can then force him onto a champion you're expecting, and I love that the Caitlyn ban is still.
Oh man, they banned Caitlyn though.
Assuming that
like,
yeah, but if this goes to Doggo, then we don't care.
I would be surprised to see the Leona banned away again. Maybe they consider Rel a greater threat.
Yeah, they
so
think
could
it's
look to ban
mid.
that instead. But for CFO, they should look to try and target that AD carry pool. Try and put hope on something that's a little bit harder to execute. They could consider a Kai'Sa ban if they're worried about.
At least, yeah, Misfortune is gone.
Just a very strong 2v2 laner that can pair up nicely with the Braum.
Kalista very similarly, right? It teams up so
there we go.
well
There's
with
Kalista.
The
Oh, Kalista ban, yeah.
chuck her in with that Fate's Call. Get rid of that, maybe get rid of the Lucian as well is kind of where my mind is going just because of the burst potential of it. So we'll see where CFO decide to go with their final ban. For the moment, AL having a little bit of a think. Do they really think this Corky's going mid? My expectation is very much that it will go towards.
Oh, see, even the announcers are kind of second guessing it.
I wonder if they could maybe go with Annie in mid.
Okay, Rakan is always a possibility. I can't say that I love it, but just thinking about what engaged supports they could consider.
How does Annie go against Rise?
If I'm playing Rakan into Wukong, into Rise, who can just rune prison me, and into a Nico, I am having the worst time of my life.
It was a good pick. I just said it was a pick.
It is a pick. I 100% agree with you there. I do not think
go
it's
top.
what you should be going
Okay.
here.
Well,
I think that Leona would have been the best choice. You could go for something like a Nautilus, but then the Wukong decoy can block you, and the Shape Splitter can block you.
Yeah, there we go. They took Lucian.
Lucian. And they're gonna go with Lucian Nami.
Remember, there's always the possibility that this Nico is top.
That's true.
We
I doubt it.
ourselves have seen AD Nico top, so it's not beyond the realm of possibility. Into a Rumble especially, it could be quite a good matchup.
Maybe. Oh, Zeri. Oh, Philios. I was like Zeri, but yeah, Philios.
Their research is, it looks like it is going to be the Corky in the mid lane, and then
Kai'Sa
for Doggo. In this
okay. Kai'Sa.
Still looking towards support. We assume obviously Rumble could be support. You know.
They could do
oh yeah, Rumble's pretty flexible too.
I dislike Nautilus only because of the Shape Splitter and the decoy from the Wukong.
Sure.
It's quite hard to get onto someone because they can just chuck out a clone and stop you in your tracks.
I'm only happy if we win.
Anyway.
If we win, then I'm happy.
Can follow a Lucian if he tries to get away.
Lane is kind of how I think about it. It pairs nicely with the
I like
also just the potential lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, Nautilus is good, yeah.
Relatively well with
it's a support that Kaiwing is really good at too.
Built a little bit more of a front to back composition.
Gallios?
You had the Skarner, you had the Corki with decent poke from range.
Oh, okay.
You also then have the Rumble ultimate that can come down through from the backline. To then have the Kai'Sa trying to dive into the backline. Do I trust Doggo? Absolutely. The man's had a
they're going top with him.
Based on game one, we've seen that this man plays with nothing but confidence. But in terms of how their bot lane synergizes
let's see
with
what
the
happens.
top side of the map, I don't know if I love it.
I rate this comp for CFO, what?
Like their composition is
Better than last one.
Both Ryze and Lucian have
You can't just stop mid-sentence there. Blue Pan, you gotta like say, I rate this comp for CFO better? Worse? Up or down?
The Galio is going to provide not only
Can't. That's not fair.
but also extra protection, while Kyle is going to be that primary engage tool with the Wukong, effectively.
Riseman's going to be really
You're
strong.
not my real dad, dude. I don't want to be anybody else's mom. I've got enough. I've got enough Rugrats for running around, including Kevin. He's like my adopted third son, or third child, I should say.
With either a Nico or Wukong in it. Followed up by the
I swear, he knows it too. Look at it, he's smiling. He knows it. Like, I pull out the mom voice all the time with him, and he, like my children, just ignore me.
I was thinking, yeah, Blue has a point there. Galio could lane swap very easily.
Nautilus can try and dredge line his way away. It does feel like if
and
anyone's
look for
Legend
ganks.
gets
Okay,
on
we'll
towards that back
see how it goes.
It's really tricky for CFO to play. They want to poke a little bit with the equalizer, they want to poke a little bit with the Corki, and then they want to be able to dive in themselves.
I don't get paid to take care of Kevin.
All right, well, let's jump into game two.
He hasn't paid
get
me.
paid.
He's never paid me one iota of anything. No money, nothing. And he still has yet to like give me a hat.
Oh, they're trying to start early. There we go.
They're gonna chase Kaiwing away.
A 1-for-1. Oh no, they're gonna get Kaiwing.
Oh, get out, Kaiwing! Get out! Oh no.
Okay,
No.
interesting.
Early exchange.
2-1.
Okay, let's get a replay on that one.
It's
So
too
it's
late.
a fight for the brush, it seems like. They realize that
That was really crazy. Yeah, look at the replay.
They get the first kill, I think, right? Yeah, they do, and then they lose that. Then they lose Honkyu.
But so much damage was done onto Honkyu. Hope. Why not flash in? You've got the backup of Tarzan and Shanks by your side.
They're starting out like they have a vendetta.
So who got the
Why
two
so
kills
angry?
on the other side? Let's see.
An extra longsword as well from that back.
Hope got it.
Into the lane in time for the wave, so there's not even an experience differential.
That is a worthwhile
free
trade,
hit.
I would say.
Still has his barrier as well, just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah,
in the
that's
lane.
unfortunate.
See Doggo standing a little
The
bit further back as Akaya
bottom
will
got
land
it.
that blooming burst.
We didn't want Lucian
For
getting
the
those
moment,
kills,
it's gonna be a very
unfortunately.
tricky situation for the CFO bot lane. The jungle is starting on opposite sides of the map. Ginger went Razor Beaks into Krugs, and then we'll do his red and path towards top.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I didn't really know how they don't normally do fights like that on level 1.
I'm going to be honest, if your Lucian
Right.
gets 2 kills early doors, you should probably be ganking that lane.
I very much agree. I think
At least the junglers are split.
everything in the kitchen
He did.
Maybe he'll be able to get his objectives.
Especially
Yeah.
with no summoners available on the Nautilus.
Honkyu.
So Honkyu with
Be
good push
careful.
on the mid lane. Driver, understandably, going to sit underneath his tower, knowing that he is largely on the weak side of the map for now.
They did, yeah.
Taking an unfavorable trades.
Yeah,
Good
I know we saw that.
Oh, it's chunking him down a bit.
But he is close to getting it.
Does have his flash.
My
does
phone go.
Shanks,
Oh, there it
so
is.
can escape Honkyu, who used his flash in that level 1. But Honkyu showing the power of the Gatling gun in the lane there, especially with Ryze having relatively short range. You can just Gattle him down.
Oh.
Shanks looking for the overload.
Why? Why would you stand there and just take that?
Daisies, just as I'm praising him, Shanks puts him in his place.
I think the mistake from
Oh,
Honkyu
that's
was using that Q
unfortunately.
on the wave to last hit those 2 minions. Without that tool available with the long cooldown, Shanks knew that he had the trade advantage. So he walks up, goes for the trade, and he ends up getting a kill. No flash available on Honkyu, no way for him to escape. Beautifully done.
And after game
Come
1
on,
was so slow,
Come on,
it's
Honkyu.
great
Come
to
on,
see
CFO.
the,
You can do this.
Second fastest all-time first blood between these two teams at 38 seconds. Yeah.
You saw that Q being used on the minions, and with that gone, it just Shanks
You're right, he
knows,
just stood
I
there.
now have more damage than you
Yeah,
at
he
level
just
3.
got
I get to press
outplayed
more
on that
buttons than
one.
you do.
He didn't
Results
see an
in a
escape
solo
route,
kill
so
for
he
Shanks.
just had to fight it.
for Honkyu, maybe trying to rectify some of his earlier mistakes. Hope and KMTlol.
That's a dive. Yeah. They are diving this tower, Medic.
That they are. You can see
you have
Tarzan
to run
on his way down here. Kaiwing and Doggo backing away. Kaiwing's Ignite is back up, and Nautilus, notoriously tricky to dive because he has so much CC in his kit. Tarzan will come around the corner. And with the Blooming Burst coming out, Shanks with good damage onto Honkyu. Valkyrie across from Honkyu. Phosphorus Bomb going wide again. Shanks looks for the overload, but doesn't quite connect.
Phase Rush coming in. Very valuable there for Shanks. The bot lane surviving the threat of a dive. A lot of farm going to be lost, though, as Hope continues to build a lead on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. The rooting.
For Doggo, but with 2 health bots on Hope's side. Oh, wait, this might be another kill.
And down again. Oh, barely got out
that
of
was
it.
close. Come on.
Good spell.
Come on, Honkyu.
Overload the wave. We'll see. Honkyu's gonna stay around. Doesn't have the teleport. Used it back into the lane after his death. So dying again here, especially on a cannon wave, would be absolute disaster. Not only for Honkyu, but also for CFO as a whole. The fact that this Corki is gonna be so far behind in the early game, devastating when you want to play around those early spikes.
Everything is just going the way of anyone's legend right now. Ooh, he goes under the tower.
Flash away from Shanks.
That was ambitious. Yep, that was a close one, Shanks. But he is just denying Honkyu as much as he possibly can. Finally gets punished for his aggression. Nice roam comes through from Kaiwing. Still, though, AL in the driver's seat for now with the advantage that they've been able to build.
Honkyu will be very happy to get this wave pushed out. Has the tier, will start stacking up. Now going to recall and start to build towards his first item. Hope is the big lead, really.
I know, I'm just kind of like zoning out watching this.
6.5.
But yeah, no, Honkyu is like, need to get back into the game.
Into a Rectrix. That is a
I almost feel like he's just,
in terms of damage profiles
unfortunately,
right
like they're pushing him so far up.
Ultimate just going to be used to clear out
He
that
can't
wave.
really, it's hard for him to do something right now. That's why they're...
Surprise!
Oh yeah, it's definitely a build. He's got to build up.
But that's why our jungle is kind of hanging out in mid right now.
A slower early game once again. Remember that both these teams
had 4 kills at 6 minutes.
Yeah, but now it's calmed down.
Now it's calmed down.
That's what I mean. I like that. Both sides taking a breather. CFO don't want to fight more right now. They would very much like to hit a pause, timeout. That's what they're getting. An opportunity to farm.
So
Full clear is going to
unfortunate.
continue to come through from the junglers, kind of as we expected. Level 6 is a really
Well,
important.
as long as you can
Honkyu
keep
have a little bit
farming, you
more
can
range
kind
now
of
that
try to
he has
close
access
the
to his ultimate as well.
what's it
And
called, gap,
Shanks is
the
moving
money
into
gap.
World War, so he
Like
has
sitting there,
the
H.
ulti.
No, it's not a
The bot
time.
lane
It's
is
not a
very
time
healthy
limit thing.
still,
But there's
though.
the dragon.
So Doggo
They got
and
both
Kaiwing
sides
shouldn't be
there
too
sitting
concerned.
at the
Kaiwing
dragon.
really wants to protect this wards.
But they got the gold advantage so early.
We'll be able to walk around and take that one down. Disguised
And more kills.
in that bottom side. Drake is up. Tarzan playing around that Scuttlecraft for now. Hits the level 6 off it as well. So has the Cyclone if he wants to look towards that bottom side. Tarzan clearing out a ward here. Will just decoy over the wall. And it looks like with the pressure that they have in bot and in mid, anyone's legend are going to look for the first neutral of the game.
Oh, they started up the
And I
dragon.
don't think
No one's
CFO can
contesting
really
it.
contest it. With the sheer amount of pressure that's happening on the bot lane, and with Shanks getting that solo kill, it's just, AL are a little too strong right now.
Yeah, Shanks is going to keep Honkyu
CFO,
from
as you
even
mentioned
getting
earlier, just
close
need
to
a bit of
helping.
time, need a bit of a pause to get their footing back in.
They're really
before
trying
they
to
really look for a
deny
fight. Shanks, though, he's not done.
Honkyu having the Valkyrie means that he can get to safety, but it's a tool used.
Alright, Dragon's not down yet.
Just a little bit more safety.
Come on, Genji.
Second time in 2 games, we've seen AL get the first dragon of the
Nope.
game.
That's unfortunate.
Game 1, though, CFO were able to strike back pretty effectively by getting the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Taunt coming out from Flandre is such a common matchup into the Rumble now, often used just to negate his laning phase and negate the power that he can have in pushing
Yeah,
in that
vision
top lane.
control plays a lot.
I was kind of expecting
Some
that
things
swap
can
to
just
come out a
disappear
little
so
bit
quickly
earlier
before you
from
even realize
CFO, but I
anyone's
guess
over
because
there.
Driver's doing so well in terms of the 1v1 matchup, they still wanted to give him that opportunity to be a carry in the mid game.
And it gets worse the longer the game lasts.
Very hard once you get that first item finished off.
That's the worst feeling as the top
Right,
laner, though.
it
When
looks
your
like
bot lane
they're
gets 2 kills over the enemy and carry in
overthinking
the early
everything,
game,
and
then they're like,
and it
"Hey, man,
it really
any chance
shows
we
in
can
how
swap
they're
lanes?
playing.
I'd love to go top for grubs. It's like, no, I don't want to deal
I'm
into
good,
the guy
man. Yeah,
that
I'm
has...
good up here.
And he is going to teleport back up to top, opening up through mid. There were Doggo and Kaiwing, so it looks like it might be a
That's
grubs
the
fight.
grubs.
With the expectation that Honkyu teleports down towards that bot side as the waves go in later.
Doggo sacrificed a lot there. TP now going to come through from Flandre. The grub started off. It's hard for Tarzan though, he's quite far away.
Flandre goes in with the Justice Punch, doesn't land the taunt. KL has the Pop Blossom level 6 and the Flash.
Shit, we're so split.
Gatling gun. Smite already used by
We are so
couple of seconds time. Tarzan could just step in here and steal away one of these grubs, but he's looking for a flank of his own. Ginger gets the second smite off. I wonder if CFO will just disengage. Doggo culled.
Doggo!
Doggo, get out of there.
The Realm Warp coming out as well. We'll bring Tarzan onto the back line. There's the Cyclone Pop.
No!
Oh no!
Oh no! They got owned by that. They're going down. One's down already, 2.
Fuck! Away the LCP.
Quick
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yep.
AL as they find a fight in CFO's
Ryze
jungle.
is scary too.
The grubs, though, 2 were secured by CFO. So at least some good news.
Yeah, I don't know how drivers winning so
hard. Tarzan, is he going to turn his attention to that last grub?
Fuck.
Looks like he's not that interested in it, to be honest. But a nice fight from AL. That's the idea behind the composition, right? Tarzan finds an angle in. And this is what I mean by the follow-up. Whether it's Kyle to start the fight or Tarzan doesn't really matter, and it was something you were saying a lot in the draft.
I almost feel like
the Ryze ultimate just makes it
CFO
so
is
easy
not
to
playing
deliver
like they
system.
normally do. Like they
This
are,
package arrived
they're
right
playing
on
so
time.
conservatively
Gary
on a lot of
ultimate, quick to
places
follow.
that they're
The knockup
just.
comes through, the follow-up is there, and the wombo
I don't
combo
know.
is clean. Forces
Maybe
the flash
missing
out from Ginger. He doesn't quite
opportunities?
get over the wall.
I don't know. It's like
It's
they're.
2 kills secured for AL.
I don't know.
And the great thing for AL about fighting
I hope they're
in
not
narrow
scared
points
or
like
something.
that is there's only so many
Yeah, they're
ways you
giving
can
way
try and
too much
escape.
respect.
So
Exactly,
Kyle comes from
Blue
one
Panda.
flank,
That's exactly what
and
I was
Tarzan
thinking. Like
comes from the other.
they're
It's really
they're
hard
not
for
doing what
CFO
they
to actually
normally
disengage
do
the
and
fight
just having
effectively.
fun
We
and
saw
getting
them
out
almost
there
getting
and doing
out.
something
But as soon as
crazy.
the Pop Blossom
They're
comes across the top
going
of
out
it,
there
you're
and
pretty
kind
much
of backing
done for.
off quite a bit,
2,000
and then
gold
putting
lead or
themselves in
thereabouts now for
positions
AL.
where
We can see most
the
damage in
other
that
team
last
is the
fight
one engaging
done
and
by
attacking
Kyle.
and setting it up.
It's early game, man. It's all base numbers, right?
Yeah,
He's got a Hexagoldinator now, though. If
Yeah,
he wants to.
coping, man. It's all good.
I don't play support anymore. I'm a Phil main.
We're not, Badger. We're
Oh,
not
are
done
you?
yet. We are not out of this one.
Learning the power of
We are
the
going
AD
to do
carry.
well. We just need to like step
Like some
up
people have learned some
and
very
start having
valuable
fun.
lessons about the AD carry role recently.
What do you mean tank builds don't
Exactly.
work?
Exactly.
Well, Dragon spawning in about 1:30.
Yeah, it's like almost a different team. Did they not get enough sleep? Didn't get their Wheaties? What's going
They
on?
usually want every objective on the map.
It's going to be really interesting to see how CFO bounce back from this, because in game 1 they were able to get some of these early neutrals, they were able to get some of the stuff off the map. Here AL are just controlling everything and have a large chunk of change in their back pockets.
I mean, Hongq just feels so weak right now. You know, a Tia, a Tunneler, a Ruby Crystal, like...
Oh yeah,
can't win
Odor.
out
We
the trade
didn't
to
let
get
him.
Shanks
We're not letting him
anymore.
talk.
You
His
lost
voice
your
is really,
flash
really
again.
bad. So he's
And,
basically on a
the tower
timeout with
helping
his
make
voice.
the trade even,
He
but
can
with this
type if he
constant
wishes
pressure on
to,
side,
and occasionally
means that
we'll let
AL
him
will
talk a
always have
little
access
bit,
to the river
but
first.
he must keep his mouth
Just
shut.
gonna keep the pressure up. Hope with the
Doctor's
essence we've already
orders.
completed against Doggo as well.
Doctor's orders.
CFO just can't really afford to fight right now. And so every fight that they get baited into means that AL just get to accelerate the game even more than they already have.
Dr.
A 2K
Moon
lead
on the
at 12
job.
minutes in is a
Right.
very difficult spot for CFO to be in. Of course, coming into this series, it was always going to be an uphill battle against the LPL.
Hey, that's right. He's allowed to talk if there's a pentakill, or if we win a game.
That's the thing. We've all been in solo queue games where level 1 just decides everything. Someone gets a massive lead, and currently that's Shanks and Hope. Shanks 750 gold ahead. Sorry, Shanks is 700, Hope is 750. Tarzan's even almost 800 ahead himself, has that Triforce already complete, and his jungle pet is 6 stacks closer to finishing than we see for Ginger.
Yeah, I mean, if they can catch him going for objectives and try to get them surrounded, they might have a chance. But they keep constantly getting split.
Should be able to get there within the next couple of minutes or so. He's got the Krugs as well. CFO posturing.
I see they're starting the dragon.
I don't think it's the best idea. Hook is going to hit onto Kyle.
It's too slow.
There.
They're not there.
When he can get it.
With the smite, it's secured by Tarzan. Hero's End just coming out as well.
Nope.
Calling onto Hongq. Red there for the follow-up. Kyle trying to get in with the Ginger there, first target up towards the top side.
We're losing somebody there, right there. Hongq just went down.
Highwing went down.
Fuck.
There's Junja.
AL pick up 3 more.
CFO approached an area of the map that they were not allowed to approach. This is a no-fly zone, and AL quickly pick up 3 kills. CFO should
That
have
gold
prioritized
gap
looking
is
for a
getting a
cross map, maybe
lot
having some plate
larger.
elsewhere on the map, but instead they're just spectators. Ginger thinks that he can get a steal by coming in from over the wall. Notice that Flandre has already rotated down.
Reverse sweep.
Rotated down
We can
into
do
the
it.
mid lane. Has the ulti
Reverse
available.
sweep this
Shanks with
game.
the ulti as well. Flandre tries to
Can do
jump
it.
in on the portal, can't quite get in range.
We're gonna do the reverse
And while the
sweep.
ultimate is
We are gonna
pretty
do
good
it.
from Ginger, he gets locked
Right?
down by Kyle.
We are.
I agree.
Tarzan's able to pick up the kill onto Ginger.
Let's get some more of that
Meanwhile,
hopium.
to fall as well. AL picking up 3 kills, second dragon of the game. It's a 4K gold lead, and game 2 feels near but almost over.
The only speck of blue down towards the bottom is Driver, who has about a 600 gold lead. Most of that because Flandre wasn't there for the last couple of minutes. He's down towards that dragon side. Shanks at this MSI having absolutely.
What do you mean feel ass? Dude, CFO's amazing. Dude, why do I just shut the fuck up? You are about to witness history.
Huge gold lead as well.
Watch AL throw the living fuck out of this game.
They do have
They're
some
dog shit.
Rift out there, but as you can see, Ginger's still yet to complete that jungle pet.
I know that LPL fans have been really enthusiastic about showcasing Shanks on the international stage, and I do hope his performance will garner him more attention, more fans.
I know,
His
he
series
talked,
versus
I
Shogi
know.
was already incredibly impressive. The fact that he's continuing that level of dominance here. Game 1, he was a little bit quiet, but in so many of those fights, he was kind of the quiet.
Dude, we are better than EUNA, okay?
Individual gold lead that he was able to build.
LPL is difficult. This is the best team from LPL.
With his lack of flash. He's having a fantastic performance, and he's going to continue to do so, I expect.
Alright, the Rift
throughout
Heralds
this
is up.
series.
Are they gonna
What's your
try
predictions
for
on
it?
that one?
Rift Herald
I know.
I don't want to predict because I don't think it's gonna be CFO.
I don't know if they actually feel strong enough to go for a fight.
I'm trying to be hopeful here.
Opportunity.
Maybe I
guess
just
you
need to
could
keep my
argue
mouth
that in
shut
terms
right
of-
now
oh,
until
never
something
mind,
happens.
The Vori quick plate's finished. Or hope. I was about to say, in terms of itemization, they're not too far apart, and then the second item gets finished for the Lucian, and you're like, okay, you're a little bit behind now.
Just a smidge, Eddie, just a smidge. At the moment, though, Tarzan is on the bottom side of the map, shadowing Shanks.
Did
I mean, it's always possible.
who
Tarzan
beat
will clear out the vision.
NA
Shanks
so far in this
decides
tournament?
against the play, as you have to feel Rift Herald probably the key objective. AL could play for first tower as well for the feats of strength. They've managed to
LPL.
use out quite a bit, knocking them down to about half HP at least
Genji.
in this mid
No,
lane.
Genji beat EU.
EU, okay.
Genji beat G2.
And who-
Just let the Wukong clear it through his entire jungle.
Okay, then
Like was lost to AL.
Towards the top side, TP coming out from
AL,
Shanks as he's going
okay.
to match Honku once again. You can see a little
And
bit
that
of
doesn't
vision
surprise
invested
me
to
that
get
did they
to,
win any
sight
games at all
on
against
CFO's
AL?
blue side.
They won
Jungle.
one.
Nothing is stepping in here. There's a small window where Hope and Kyle are
AL
alone.
won 3-1 against Fly.
Entrance, the Realm Warp, and that Cyclone. Tarzan joins up with his bot lane to try and
Gam should have won.
there in the mid lane to push out the wave. Shanks has
I mean,
gone
they're
missing on the
kind of
map,
going
and because of
objective,
that,
but it looks
CFO
like they're going to get pushed
need to be
out.
back away.
Yeah, they
Seed
are. See,
control
look, no, they're
of
not
this
even
river,
going.
and
See?
AL should be able to
They're
get
just
They
chilling.
started it up,
neutral objective.
but as soon as the gang showed up, they're like, nah, they go running.
CFO might still try and
It's like
contest this
everybody's
pick.
here.
Okay, the kill
I don't think they're
No,
going
no.
to contest
From Doggo,
this.
he's a
I don't
long
think
way
they
away
are.
right
I think
now,
they're
can
going
jump
to.
in. Ginger trying to posture around it as Kyle locks him up. Kyle down to half
They're
HP,
trying to
does have that
surround
Pop
him.
Blossom Taunt coming out. It's going to land, but only
They're
onto the
trying,
Nautilus. There's
but-
a culling follow-up, death shot, pop
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Nautilus is the
They
one
have.
who
They're.
just goes
Oh,
down.
this is too
Kyle's
bad.
entrance comes in for the magic shield on Kyle. Cyclone for the chase on Ginger.
No,
Shanks
see,
gonna
this is
Realm Warp behind
horrible.
them, and Ginger torn it up and taken out of the fight. They'll get one in response. Tarzan has fallen, but the objective and the win in the fight goes over to AL once again.
CFO
And they got
are
tower off
desperate
of
to
it.
get something back, but I feel like this is not the way you do it. They just approach the objective, not respecting the amount of control that AL have, and at the very least they do get a shutdown onto Tarzan. But 2 kills go the way of
unfortunate.
AL, and Kaiwing, he knows that they don't have control. He walks up towards the brush anyway, working with Ginger, thinking they can, at the very least, maybe get some space back, but look at the lockdown that comes through. Now, admittedly, a lot was used on the Kaiwing, which means they don't really have that many tools to chase after. Doggo commits the ulti. The fight then becomes split as AL turn their attention to the top side of the fight. They get the kill
Split
onto
again.
Ginger, and they decide not to chase anymore.
To be fair, AL is really good at finding angles and coming in from different directions. They're really good at those flanks. And that's something I hope that CFO can kind of learn from these games. You know, like how, I think it was it Doggo talking about how sometimes like the best type of death is one that you learn from or whatever, and that they actually do look at like a good death or something like that. I think he mentioned this is where he should be they should be looking at the tape later and just figuring out how they can kind of do the same thing.
And the team comp that they picked actually plays really well into that skill set.
Yeah.
Typically, they like to try and gain that space, look for fights around these.
Yeah, the Rumble was bad.
In this window, they should be trying to cross map. That
Yeah, the clone diversion, to be able to pop behind with Rise, all that.
Honku or Doggo to put them in a position where maybe
You
if
can
you
find
get a good
different
fight, they would have
angles.
enough animation to swing the fight in their favor, but instead they're just acting as spectators.
They keep getting that Pop Blossom against them in like the worst possible position.
In a minute's time, always a scary objective to start off.
I mean, this is scary anyway.
Well, I think Panda said earlier, the thing that's going to defeat us is the angles in like the actual terrain.
Alright.
It's forced away AL.
Couldn't fight it.
Really nice idea, very well executed, just not quite enough damage. They're just too far behind in terms of the gold. They don't have the items needed to secure a kill. Hope is able to flash away to safety. They did get both of his summoner spells out, but they had to commit a lot to get that.
Get the flash out of Tarzan as well as he came to the aid of his teammate. CFO have shown, like, they know how to pull the trigger, but as you say, when you're 5k in the hole this early on in the game, it's really tricky to have enough damage.
Yeah.
Especially with Doggo only being at one item right now. Hope on his way to his third with another pickaxe in his inventory. A couple of pings coming out on the Atakan. I think it's more for Kaiwing just to get some.
I mean, they're not only denying objectives, they're also denying them the ability to get stronger. And like they're being stunted in like the whole team growth as a whole. Then the other team's just gonna like roll right over them.
Slow and controlled approach. Mid control,
They don't even have to try at a certain point.
work
Like
to
when
get
the
those
gap
shapes
becomes
pushing.
too large, they're not even
Yeah,
gonna
we said
have
it
to
in
do
game
anything
one,
but
we've seen
just
it
look
again
at
in game
them.
two. They smother you with their pressure. And they do it so elegantly as well because
No, the LEC was ruined.
should be to like you kind of commit on one side of the
Alright,
The
Otacon.
LEC doesn't know how to develop talent, especially foreign talent. So what they did to Bo.
Like he has flash, he has ults, and you'd invest all these resources, you try and get something on the top
They
side,
still
and
have a
you
chance.
no
I mean, there's
defense on the bot
always
side.
a chance
Very
until
Smoky
like, you know,
acting as good wave clear
the
right now,
last
Twitch are trying to
objective.
defend.
I mean, they could screw up horribly.
Let him screw up right here. Let him go after Otacon and get surrounded.
Tricky situation. TP comes out as well from Drivers.
Let
He wants
CFO
to
just
join the
completely
fight.
take over after this point. Give them a tempo, something that they can like roll
Just
with.
play around that mid tier 2, currently hovering in that fog of war. Does have the Realm Warp. Honkyu's going to answer the wave in mid as the Cullen comes down and chunks out Driver. A third of his HP gone. Just chip damage more than anything else.
Nah, they're just getting them low, like they're playing with them.
All good, all good. Just a love tap. Hope going to stay bot, try and catch this wave. Flandre now takes up residence on the top side of the map. Has the TP available.
Yeah, the thing is now Honkyu has to answer that top wave, right? Because the TP.
Oh, we still don't have any towers.
By Driver on the Rumble, so Honkyu into
This
the
is not
Galley. That's kind of
good.
what we've seen over the last couple of minutes. CFO will use
Oh,
their
don't do
short
it on
window
Otacon,
while
CFO.
AL
Don't do
backed away
it.
to get a tiny bit of vision for themselves. Kaiwing looking to see perhaps if a pick is possible onto Shanks, but Shanks very respectfully
It's a
stands
trap.
all the way back.
It's a
at
trap.
tier 1. Doesn't need to step forward because all they're doing is waiting for Flandre to have that wave pushed in. As soon as they see Honku showing up, that's their signal to step a little bit further forward.
Keep them eyes in the minimap once again. Flandre returning down towards the mid wave. It's going to get that mid control. CFO in a good position for a pick if they can catch Shanks. I love this idea from CFO. Set these traps. It's the best situation that you can go for when you're this far down in gold. Hell, yet to actually start this objective off.
Driver showing up. He's the bait. The trap is laid.
He's not falling for it though.
Well, they don't have to force anything onto Driver. They're already so
You can tell
far
Driver
ahead
isn't
that
in his
Driver is
element. You
purely
think
a
so?
cherry
I
on the
thought
top
he
of the
can do
cake.
Rumble.
Artican is the main
I thought that was
objective,
mentioned.
and they're
I
just
mean,
waiting
Kevin would
this
know. I
out.
think Kevin said that Driver
CFO
has
spent
done
a lot of time
Rumble
here, though.
before
Admittedly,
quite a bit.
AL haven't gotten
I think
a
it
huge amount
last
for it.
year.
They've just been clearing out waves and
You can type Kevin. It's okay.
So.
The problem for CFO is
That's
Not
basically
really.
the same.
bait bush didn't work, and
It's not
now
gonna
Ocean
change
Drake is up in 20
much.
seconds. So a
Well,
fight
why would they
has to
choose?
happen.
Why did they
You can't
choose
just be
Rumble
sitting,
then?
waiting to see if they start the Artican.
That makes no
Teleport
sense. Like,
coming in
why
as
wouldn't
well
he
by
try
Flandre.
playing one of
AL
his
want this
characters that
fight.
he knows he's good at? Like, he had first
His
pick.
Rumble's not bad,
they see so
but you
much.
can't give Rumble to Flandre.
Yeah, that's true. But why not bring Rust in
CFO
game
fight
3
back as
and
they
then do it?
wrestle
Do the same.
their way
Do that.
into
Just
the
ban him
bot-side
out.
river.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, we got split objectives right now. We got the Drake and we have Otacon.
Otacon going on.
And they're
Are they
going
gonna get
after
both?
both at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, they dived
Oh,
in.
wait. They got one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nope. They
Oh,
recovered.
nope. They lost
2
it.
down. Yeah, 2 down on
One,
CFO.
three.
3 down with CFO. Nope, Driver. Yep.
Now they get both.
Doggo, no killer instinct, no flash. Just has the cleanse, and CFO won't take the fight
So
any further.
we lost
AL
3.
secure the soul, win the fight. A
got
6,500
second.
gold lead as Doggo escapes, but Kai Wing does not. It will be a
Highway
4-for-1.
hadn't got away.
A soul for
Nope.
AL, and you have to feel the Artican alongside it.
The ultimate's going to be used to quickly rotate towards
This is looking rough.
what tower is available for them if they
Dragon
want it as
Soul
well.
and
They'll
Otacon.
look back at this MasterCard priceless moment, and
I
love
mean-
the idea from Ginger. Quickly come in onto Shanks, but the response from Kyle
That's almost
was
game ending right
beautiful.
there.
A massive Nico ultimate connects onto multiple members, and it gives easy access for Tarzan onto the backline. He does so much damage on the Wukong. Doggo tries to respond with a dive of his own, but he just can't
It looked
match
good
the
for a
damage. He can't
second
match the
when
threat
Doggo dived
until
in,
he's
but
forced to retreat.
that was pretty
CFO
rough.
falls short in the fight once more, and AL with firm authority here in game 2.
And credit to CFO for looking for a fight like that, trying to find a pick, but you are just so far in the hole at this point. 3 items complete on Shanks, 3 items on its way for Hope. As he's got the pickaxe and the BF sword, and expect to see that Infinity Edge pretty soon. Only 2 items on
I had
Doggo,
to start
only on
singing the
2
song.
items on Honku as well.
We
If a good
lose
equalizer
every
comes off
week.
and you can lock someone on it for an absolute age, perhaps it's enough with the bloodletters and the
You're
injuries,
nothing
but
special.
if I'm
We
CFO,
lose every week.
probably thinking more about how you bounce back in this series now rather than how you bounce back in this game.
Yeah, it feels pretty impossible for CFO to turn this game around in particular. Of course, they're still going to fish, they're still going to look.
They are
Baron.
Oysters after all.
Okay. You really just threw me off.
Sorry, man.
Every time. Baron and maybe Elder could be their way back into the game. And speaking of, AL not going to waste any time. Start that objective off. Let's see if CFO can find a miracle fight.
Force a response out of CFO.
Doggo's so
Teleport
far away.
available. The driver on this Rumble, Doggo a mile away, but always has the killer instinct to
Oh,
jump into
man.
a fight. There's a TP out from the Rumble. Hero's entrance available for Flandre as well, as they dive onto Ginger immediately.
Huge!
yeah.
Huge!
Nice.
Fuck him up! Kill them all! Listen!
Sorry, getting the Baron.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about! Let's go, boys!
Time to flip this.
Perfect ace onto
Speaker in chat.
Ginger's the target.
Dude, Odor! Lick my hairy, unwashed asshole, bitch! Look at them go, boys!
And driver do so much
Oh,
damage.
so
Hope is
good.
isolated. Flandre can't do anything. And CFO
Like that
getting
replay.
5 for 0
GG.
team
I just
fight
came back to them winning.
with the Baron
Winning a
secured as well.
whoa.
Good objective. Yeah, they
Fuck
just
off.
like
Leave,
team wiped.
don't come back. You are cursing my team.
Ginger, this guy has led this league.
Sorry, I was on the phone with my husband.
Stay on the phone with your husband.
In the LCP.
You're winning while you're gone.
3-man impale.
Oh,
Hope we get the gold graph because that's
dude,
a plus.
my shorts are now white.
How long does Baron buff last?
3 minutes. 3 minutes is all I can spare.
Situations
Alright, I see it, yeah.
theorize when we
So what are they
catch games.
doing?
I'm still not used to this new
Oh
setup.
my gosh, we are down 4 dragons though.
CFO
That's
with a
harsh.
monstrous punish.
That means we can get Elder and win the game.
On its head now with this huge injection of gold, they can look to contest the Elder, and with an Elder, they have all the tools they need to win this game.
Oh, I mean, they got the gold lead now with that.
You're right, they did.
Never give
That's
up.
crazy.
Always fight.
Down towards this bottom lane.
Gotta have faith.
AL still have all the tools that we talked about in their toolkit.
Wise words of Hotshot GG. If you have no faith, why are you here?
Junja?
He's getting control, so he's pushing, so they can push towers.
CFO begin to turn things into their advantage.
Okay, okay.
First time in this game since
Oh yeah, because the towers are gold advantage.
Yeah, they did. They got the shutdowns. That's where they got it. Wow.
Gold to one. That is a 9k gold swing. 9k, right?
Sally probably said the game was over.
Oh, right. Classic. I mean, we said
Cool,
the game was
fun.
over.
Yes, we did. As CFO
pushing in the mid lane as well. AL have committed 5 members on the bot side of the map.
The risk for Honky is the
Nice.
Right? He's just going to let the minions do the work. He doesn't have to overextend it. CFO
Yes, Hunky, perfectly played.
Before the Elder.
That was good.
Void Seeker's coming out from Dogger to find his mark. Can't do it for now. Cannon minion will
I mean, they went from 0 towers to 4. That's definitely worth it.
0 to 0, just like that.
Shanks has finally answered mid. Andre forced a justice punch away.
Who got most of the kills on that? Was that Honkyu?
That Kaiser for now.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe Hunky, yeah, maybe.
Was not expecting, given the game state.
Oh, fuck.
Honkyu got 3. Okay.
45 seconds. Elder Dragon. Oh, please, Hunky, please, I'll go. Please, driver, please, guy waiting.
What a glow up, man. This guy's having
I don't want you.
exceptional
I know you're praying, and we're all praying with you, okay?
Pray harder, bitch! Pray harder, bitch!
I am praying!
Oh
I am
my God.
praying! I am
This
praying!
was the aberration in the early game. And now he's back to his
Sorry.
I'm praying.
Should've said that.
My hands are like they're together. They are praying, okay, to whatever gods out there, the League of Legends gods that
Orange
will
Jesus,
dictate
Orange
wins.
Jesus.
As well. So we go. Elder
Bless us, Orange Jesus. Give us that win.
position on the dragon.
I will say though, if they win this game, it'll be an amazing comeback. Like I don't think anybody would have saw this comeback.
It also gives them a really good boost, like mentally, into the next game.
Oh!
They're gonna not even get in range to contest it.
Let's go! Fuck them
Oh,
all!
no.
Kill them all!
Blue team got it. Woohoo!
Oh! Shanks is dead! Kill that fraud!
Oh, okay.
Oh! Let's go! Well played.
Go, 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 go. Yes. Oh my god.
Get in there!
That
Get in there!
On the base of AL, with one of the craziest comebacks that we've seen at MSI. CFO is looking.
Come on their backs harder! Push! You have Elder! You can kill them all!
Push harder.
Just gotta try and defend your base. It looks like CFO might not go for the full push. Junja's not with them right now, but the rest of the team are posturing forward.
Kill the stupid inhibitor.
No, they're waiting, they're stacking the wave. They're stacking the wave. It's so smart. Look at that wave. It's huge.
Have that cyclone and a flash. Here's Junja to join up with CFO.
Oh! Doggo!
Flashes forward and gets
Oh, the rumble was kind of ass. Ah!
Okay, oh no. They got lost one.
A minute 30 still on the Elder. That might be the final push we see from it because a double TP from AL. They want this game to end right now. Shanks on the flank. Gets onto driver, spell flux going out, but he has to be careful.
Oh no, Shanks! No.
So trying to get in here.
Oh no. Oh, this is not good.
No,
not
they're
good.
trying to pick them out for like a little bit at a time.
Nice! Oh, there's a cooldown! See. Oh, damn, no.
Oh, don't give it away!
Invests on his shoulders. He opens up.
Yeah, go Honkyu, go Honkyu, go Honkyu, go.
Justice punch forward. Hope dashing in as well. Junja will fall. Honkyu has the
Oh, he's GA.
Come on, Honkyu. Oh my gosh, go. Oh no.
Between the mid and the bot, the gasoline gun.
Honkyu, yeah.
What a crazy
Go Honkyu.
fight as AL do everything in their power to
Wait,
stop
that
the
timer's...
from CFO.
Oh,
The
DP!
TP is coming through into mid. There's only Tarzan left alive. He needs to get back to base. CFO, they're looking to try. No, it is way too ambitious. Instead, they set their sights on
They gave it up to go after Baron?
AL into the face of the Elder, chase down CFO. Only now will the Elder wear off, but another Baron is going to be secured for CFO.
Oh, well, I guess they wanted the Baron buff because
Go, get the Baron, get the Baron, get the Baron, go, faster.
I know, get it out of there.
Nice.
Goodness, what felt like a one-sided game, a foregone conclusion.
I'm gonna die.
We are at 31.
So I only think
CFO with a
who actually got that buff though from us. It was only the 3 of them, right?
No, it was everyone but Ginger. Ginger's the only one that didn't get it. So I think they could have.
4AL respawns in 2 minutes 40 seconds. Elder Dragon respawns in 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Shut up,
what are they
bitch!
gonna do?
Shut up, donkey! They're gonna win!
Shanks is gonna realm warp out here.
Hey, Kevin, I know you're excited, and you absolutely have to
excite my cock! What do you want me to do? Hold it in! They're winning! Just wait, please, just pray and hope.
Honku is just incredibly accelerated.
Spare your voice. We need you, especially if it goes to full 5 games, okay?
Avoid surf on this
whisper.
Giving them a little more magic damage. AL, it's last chance saloon. You have to feel a 6,000 gold hole, a 14,000.
Honestly, it's whoever wins the next big push is gonna win. Anybody next team fight is going to.
It might just be one of the biggest comebacks in
international
history. Like, what an insane swing. They
What is
still
Tarzan
have to finish the job
doing?
though. Great poke onto Kyle. Tarzan fishing for a flank, but he just
Looking for a flank.
CFO.
Yeah, but they know it, right? They know he's there.
From Hope already.
They know he's there.
Oh, they're gonna try to split him for sure.
Get Tarzan onto the back line. It's not a quick engage, but it is an option.
Come on, get that tower, get that tower, get that tower.
Could be devastating for CFO. Junja, though, with these impales, has been absolutely on the mark.
Come on, get that tower, get that tower. Push that tower. You've got this. Go. No, Kaiwing, don't get caught, don't get caught. Oh my gosh.
That pop blossom so nasty.
I know it is. Oh no, they've already lost 2 people.
Onto Junja. Won't get the route, just short. Still a minute before Elder. TP available for Shanks if they did have a ward, but they don't have the vision. They don't have that flank opportunity.
I mean, that's the scary thing. CFO have demonstrated throughout this game.
Doggo, get out of there! Get out of there! Oh my gosh, guys, move!
Look for fights. Guess what? AL is exactly the same. It doesn't matter what position they're in. They
Ocean Dragon's OP.
And they found another fantastic.
I mean, they're gonna have to go for the next Elder.
Kaiwing went a little too deep. He throws the hook. It doesn't quite connect. It drags him into the midst of the AL squad, though. And then Driver was there to follow up. Now they engage a little too far. AL can quickly respond. They keep their base alive. The Baron is going to wear off.
Come on.
Not much gold gained off the back of it. And the later and later we go.
But the Goldie, they're able to at least get some more items.
There's a few more items that AL is trying desperately to complete. And once they have it, it's all going to come down to team fight execution. And we've seen these team fights can go either way.
Yeah, I know about that being Joey.
River with Elder up in 1 second time. Mid lane inhibitors respawn, so it's only normal cannon minions meeting in that mid lane.
Well, I mean, the gold, it doesn't mean as much late game, but they were being denied like a lot of items because they couldn't get enough gold for it.
I think Honku's is on cooldown as well right now. So there's always the risk. If you can catch out Honku, his Guardian Angel, still a few seconds before that comes back up as well. The waves really don't matter right now. There's one pushed in towards CFO's base as Junja rooted up. See, damage doesn't really stick on him. Does on Shanks though. He's taken down by a third.
Oh, I know the lead means nothing, the gold, but it's still like the idea is cool that we came back from nothing, like 8K down or whatever.
Junja with good position in the river. You can feel the tension between these two teams. How they're going to be started off this time around. CFO. Not
I
playing
think AL is going to play a little more conservatively here. They're going to wait to engage.
Oh, we're gonna flip the game off this.
They're gonna try to still.
Set their sights on the flange.
Oh no.
Goes in with a cyclone and forces them off his top laner. Kaiwing down to half HP. Tarzan re-engages another cyclone. The hero's entrance not going to land. The Realm Warp looking at that back line is going to be onto Kaiwing. Hongq forced low as Junja takes the brunt of it. The flash is away from CFO.
I don't know about that.
The third HP. And the Ocean Soul sitting on AL. It's going to be tricky. You need to heal him back.
Oh my god, they're healing.
You can quickly hit them. He'll regen some of that health. The Elder now the target for AL. No vision in the pit for CFO. The control ward negates the vision. That ward.
Elder's going down. They got it.
No. CFO immediately back away.
Well played fight by AL. I thought that after Tarzan had used his ulti to defend Flandre, that was a big engage tool that they had lost. But Shanks using some mind games with the Realm Warp, forcing the Corki to W over the wall to regroup with his team. And then as CFO clumped up, it meant that AL had actually a good opportunity to chase.
Losing Elder's kind of big right now.
And it put CFO in a situation where they're forced to retreat. Now the Baron is spawning in 30 seconds. AL, with this Elder buff, can force the fight. And now they're in a much better position to win out on the 5v5.
Items complete on Hope and the Elder as well. No Void Staff yet for Shanks, but must be pretty close to securing that. CAL just going to force Junja out of this jungle, take away the blue, take away everything they can. It's that suffocation style that AL do so well when they have an advantage in the game.
Yeah, driver's ult. Isn't that good?
Push out that bot side. Doesn't have teleport. For CFO, this is an objective that you just have to
Honestly, this is the next big team fight that they destroy one team or the other. It's going to be
pretty easily. No real contest
come
coming
on.
out from CFO. They just want those waves.
I mean, if they can stack buffs, AL's just gonna like end
We're
it.
gonna have a crossover of about a minute between the Elder and the Baron buff.
Driver hesitant to push any further on the bot lane. He will go back to base. Now CFO, the main buff they need to be wary of is the Elder. You can see the cooldown.
We would be FlyQuest easy.
Top right of your screen. That means
And BLG.
an inhibitor.
And T1.
But once the Elder is gone, then CFO can probably look for a fight. The wave clear is going to come through. AL want to keep the pressure up. Shanks going back to base. A numbers advantage for CFO, but again, against this Elder, it's a scary thing to try and force. The TP is available for the Rise.
Hongq just trying to harass down this wave from lane, from range, in fact. As AL won't push any further. TP to the mid lane. The Elder going to expire in the next 15 seconds or so.
No, double buff. They're still doing really good defense against it.
They are. They're going to lose that
They're going to try to
though.
end it, yeah.
And they'll secure it. CFO wisely backing away. No wave here on the top side, but that tower is down to a third, and AL might just think they can tank it up. They start to do so. Takes a chunk, but it takes a while. Tarzan down to half HP himself, but in the end, AL will secure the inhib tower. Elder about to expire. There it goes. It's off CFO still. Backed away and gave up double inhibs.
AL, they're not going to slow down with the pressure though. They're continuing with the push. Junja, he's incredibly tanky. He's not tanky enough to stop the minions from doing that damage. For now, the Nexus towers stay strong. No objectives on the map really, so AL have to keep the pressure going.
One of the weaknesses here for AL is that short range that we talked about all the way back in draft. How can Hope get close enough without the rapid fire cannon? Impale going in, there's a Pop Blossom as Kyle finds three. Junja
Oh man, that Pop Blossom.
As we look for the engage on towards the backline from Jumbo, doesn't go in with the killer instinct, holds it for the moment. The depth charge used alongside that equalizer. The wave now pushing in. There's Tarzan, a hero's entrance. The GA on Tarzan's shoulders will bring him back to life. Both the Nexus towers are down. CFO trying to defend, but they just can't do it in the face of anyone's legend. 2-0 now on match point.
That's too bad. That was a great game to come back to, like, actually see though to the
They had a
end.
chance.
The fact that
Yeah.
they found that
That was a good game.
The Baron. They were so close to equalizing the series, but it just wasn't quite enough.
I'm going to head over to the analyst desk to break down that game, and CFO's unlikely comeback just ripped out of their grasp.
That was absolutely insane here. So much back and forth when, honestly, guys, looking at the first 20-25 minutes of the game, I thought it was completely cooked. For CFO, but they managed to crawl their way back into that game.
Yeah, so many things seem to go wrong for CFO from the level 1, right? Where they give up 2 kills to 1. They're trying for the Nautilus level 1. You see the idea. Hope exits with 2 kills. Shanks is consistently getting the better of They set up the map, and then that Baron fight happened.
Oh, God.
And it was AL's game to lose, but thanks to the reliable Cisco network, CFO comes back.
Well, hopefully
Or, you know, he
that
might
game.
just time you out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Kevin might just time you out. Be very careful, and you would deserve it in this situation.
Everything that
Be
happened
careful.
in that early game, they had a 7K gold lead. It was insane at that point. So when we
You don't
do
want to
show
tilt
that
him when his
replay,
team
going
is
from a
losing,
7K gold lead,
especially not
having
at
that
this
fight
level.
happen, get it completely erased, and it's like a 9K gold swing right after the Baron was like completed. So once we see the replay, for me the focus was like how tenacious CFO actually is as a team. Yes, they go on Junja, but Emily,
I
guess
mean,
what
they,
happens?
they should get a lot of confidence from that and quit playing it so safe. Hopefully,
Look at
it's
that
showing that
Rumble
they
ult, so
almost
good.
flipped it.
That's a good Rumble
Yeah.
ult. Fuck, man.
Hongq is absolutely untouched. This
That one fight looked so nice, and then you started having that hope again. You know?
And he tries, but he's not going to be able to do it alone.
It was the perfect team fight you could get, a miracle team fight, where Rumble damage on top of Corki damage, even like Doggo moving around the fight from the right side of the fight to the left side of the fight, so he's actually completely
I'll be right
getting
back.
the full DPS in too. So, like,
I need to go pee again.
as you can see,
I have old man bladder. And I'm gonna go get some tea.
Alright,
We'll
Moon,
be
it's all
back.
yours.
So
Be back in a few
I wanted to
minutes.
highlight,
I'm here.
like,
I'm
how
here.
This mid matchup kind of did go back and forth for a little bit, but Shanks was able to get the better of Hongq early. And I think that's been a key thing that we've been seeing in talking about, okay, these two mid laners are so important for their teams. Who is going to get out on top, right? This is the matchup we set up from the very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question is, are they going to put Rest in or not? I don't know if they will. I think, I mean, honestly, I think they need to kind of keep Driver in.
They got Hongq back in it. Shanks has been getting better of Hongq in lane and out of it.
just even the idea, because they should have been able to, and by they, CFO should have been able to end the game with that pickup, with Elder and everything. They push for the base. Kai'Sa gets picked. Somehow AL still wants to take that fight against an Elder Dragon team, and we're just trading kills. So yes, highlight on Shanks as a player. He was someone that was so dynamic and really integral for them to be able to still win this game. But wow.
How did they make it happen though? How did they get to that last fight? Because I'm thinking about the late game. You have the Rumble, you have the Corki damage, you have the Kai'Sa damage, you have basically CFO who had everything, and yet somehow we finish on a fight like this.
Yeah, for me, I think it's a lot of it is on Hope, not just for this fight, but the reason that I end up getting the second Elder, because he just completely takes out Kai'Sa before she even gets into the fight. He is really good at being able to realize someone is isolated from the team. W, ulti, just gunned them down, and it looked like it was just a 4v5 in that second Elder fight.
Well, we've kind of looked at what kind of compositions AL does well with, and this is a composition that's tailor-made for them.
Yeah.
So even when they do lose that Baron fight, they know exactly how they want to play this out with the Wukong, with the Nico being super obnoxious, the Galio and Ryze also able. You have so many champions that are just able to join at any minute or split up the fights. They did play, again, excluding that and the Elder fight, the first Elder fight. They did play these really, really well, right? And you see how comfortable AL are with these champions.
And it has to be heartbreaking for CFO losing a fight like this. Guys, it looks like the gods of League of Legends abandoned them, so I only want to call to the gods of chicken, bring them the tenderness, bring them the crispiness, and give them the strength to come back here in Game 3 right after the break. Where are we going?
Oh, nice.
I just realized I was muted the entire time. I'm so sorry. I was like, Rest is coming in right now.
Oh, okay, okay. I just got back.
Yeah, I totally forgot that my mic was muted. That's fine. Ugh. I mean, it's pretty. Don't get me wrong. I like the skins. They're pretty. I just know that video by heart now. We've seen it so many times.
Alright guys, I just landed in China. Let's go.
Play the local way, pay your way.
Have you ever seen the Great Wall at night?
Play the local way, pay your way.
Oh.
Rest is coming in.
Nice. Change something up.
Dominate the Rift with Opera GX. Bring League to your browser.
Oh, fuck.
Customize your setup with champion-inspired themes. And unlock new designs inspired by Arcane.
So,
Only on the browser for
watching how the team fight was, where they actually looked like they were about to reverse sweep the game.
All new and existing customers.
Maybe we'll get more of a little bit of that coming into the next fight.
Yep. iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only with Verizon.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I was expecting to see more of that the entire game, or even in game one. Got like a hit.
Dude, CFO really hates me. They're gonna reverse sweep AL. Make me lose my voice.
You've already lost your voice. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why my voice is still like this. I didn't talk at all yesterday, so I don't know why. It sucks.
One day isn't enough to heal all the damage you did after you got sick.
Did you at least get some real medication? Did you actually go to the doctor and get some real medication?
Yeah, I have medication.
Is it mainly just your voice now? Everything else is pretty much over. It's just your voice.
Yeah. But the more I talk, like, the more it hurts.
Well, stop talking. Type.
Did I in the
You know what
throat
it is?
coat?
You know what it is?
What?
Kevin doesn't know how to. I know what it is. Kevin doesn't know how to type. That's what it is. He's totally just doing this because he doesn't want to have to type anything out in chat. He's too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
He'd rather just destroy his voice by talking. I like that chair, the Jinx one. It's kind of cool looking.
That's cool, yeah.
But I'm not spending $700, whatever it is, to buy a chair.
Yeah, me either. I'll get a good chair eventually.
I just have a cheap one, a cheap gaming chair. I think I spent like $150 on it.
I spent 35 bucks on mine.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's true. That's probably not cheap as the one you bought, but yes. Like compared to $700 for a chair, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One of the weaknesses here for AL is that short range that we talked about all the way back in draft. How can Hope get close enough without the rapid fire cannon? Impale going in, there's a pop blossom as KMTlol finds 3. Junja falls low, and he'll fall as we look for the engage on towards the backline from Doggo. Doesn't go in with the killer instinct, holds it for the moment. The depth charge used.
It keeps showing this. I don't want to see it anymore.
It hurts.
No, it hurts.
Will bring him back to life. Both the Nexus towers are down as KMTlol begins to open up on the Nexus. CFO trying to defend, but they just can't do it in the face of anyone's legend. 2-0 now on match points. And we're back for what could be the final game of the day. CFO so close to a historic comeback against the LPL #1 seeds, but anyone's legend just proving they are that step above, that cut above through the end of game 2.
Yeah, I mean, on reflection, I think that CFO, with the advantage and position they had, probably just had a few better options. I think
Kylin shouldn't have hooked in. That's what you're saying. I agree with you.
Yeah. Also, like, they could have just waited for Elder, for example. You know, they could have played the game a little bit slower with the position advantage that they had. In any case, they now find themselves in this situation, and I think your takeaway should be that they should be feeling a lot more confident. Like, you look back at that game, okay, we screwed up in the level 1, we fought our way back valiantly, and then we made a bit of a blunder in the late game fights. So they should feel very confident that they can definitely go toe-to-toe with AL. The problem is, I think AL are also going to recognize, all right, let's not do that again. We're going to be jumping into draft, powered by Omen
and you said that, Star, that now they should have more confidence since they actually were able to take them out in a fight, you know, 5v5, you know?
I hope so. But also, this draft looks like it might be wild.
And the thing with Rest is he's known much more as the carry player for CFO. We did
Now
see him
Pantheon,
the
first one they
Ornn, but that was more because Driver needed
banned
the game
on
off.
CFO side.
And so the question is, now with counterpick on the red side, can you get enough enough of an advantage?
Kevin is blocking the pick with the ban, so we don't know. Well, I know, but Chad doesn't know. It's Leona and Caitlyn.
Second rotation, the previous game.
I'm trying to help fill you in, Chad. Kevin's in the way.
See? There we go.
There he is.
Anyone's legend were doing when they were on the red side.
So what will the priority be this time around? Annie was something that was hovered in the first game, and is of course still
Nocturne.
ban. We see this come through
Nocturne?
later on.
Yeah, Nocturne.
Yeah, Nocturne ban.
Effective the champion.
It's so sad that I know the names of these characters and I have no idea. I've never played these characters. Never.
We watched this a lot.
His proficiency on the champ.
Yeah, we do. We watch Kevin a lot.
What are they afraid of? The Varus is the big one for me that stands out. Both Varus and Ezreal are available right now. And Hope, if he can get his
first
hands on
blind
it, I'm
pick.
sure he'd love to grab it. And there's going to be the ban. This means that Ezreal might be an early priority. But Aurora as well, another champion that both mid laners really love to play. We've seen it first picked in the draft as well, and I guess like Annie would be the immediate response.
Varus is out.
Guess it depends on your preference. Oh, of course. Okay, so an
Rel.
early support priority.
Yeah, so
Why
the
would
thing
they
is,
do
Alice
that?
is
It's
gone.
just because they're worried about
Nautilus is
his
gone,
support
Leona's gone,
list getting
Nico's
too
gone.
small?
What other engaged supports are we really looking
Maybe.
at? Rakan is the only one that really springs to mind. But Rakan is,
Yeah.
you can deal with it in quite a lot of different ways.
Tonight, Kaiwing, yeah.
True.
There's Braum as a possibility as well.
Are we talking about Kalista Renata as good picks at MSI, or
I'm just saying
neither of them have won a game?
Again, we've gone through this. They are a set of picks
Trundle.
that historically have been used into Rel. Okay?
Trundle a little bit of control.
Trundle will be the pick for CFO.
I mean, Rel is really strong at the beginning before she even like starts building.
Don't have to ban
So
the Sion
if you're trying to like in early, that's pretty good.
Up for them, and CFO unlikely to pick the Sion themselves.
Ezreal, okay, yeah.
Sion, you just play driver, right?
That's some
So
reach.
it's Ezreal Trundle as their two picks. Obviously, Trundle very good into the Sion, which pushes Flandre into a slightly different position when it comes to picks.
I just realized AL's on blue. Why did they allow that?
They switched.
Lee Sin.
No.
There's an old one, but it's a good one.
There's Lee Sin, Twisted.
I thought losers always got to choose.
Yeah, the Twisted Fate.
Yeah, CFO wanted red, but I don't know.
I do not think
It
that
feels like
yeah.
they're not that, but whatever.
AL going to forego the pick.
Probably wasn't the best choice, yeah.
Just a very well-rounded mid lane champion right now.
Oh, they took Annie.
CC. She has solid laning phase. And also just in the mid game, she spikes so hard with her ability to flash engage. Doggo going to be ready with his trigger figure on the cleanse.
Assuming he takes cleanse, obviously has the arcane shift as well if he wants to play a little bit further back and just look for the poke. Braum is the lock here for CFO. Once again, good disengage, especially into the Rel who wants to jump in as soon as she's in the middle of you. If you haven't been caught up, if you arcane shifted away, then the concussive blows come out. The Braum can really slow her from ever getting away, because when you crash down as well, you're reducing your movement speed, which makes it quite hard for the Rel in that 2v2.
Moving on to the second phase of bans now. We expect mid laner bans to come through from AL. AD carry is going to be the focus from CFO.
Oh, are they going to
Pacific
ban?
Be the first taken off the board. I wonder if
They
that
took
side
Sever,
mentioned
yeah,
earlier will
out.
be next to hit the ban list. Kai'Sa already
Yeah,
taken
Sion
out
is
Lucian,
open.
MF, Jin. The Varus also banned away. That pool slowly starts to get pinched with the Caitlyn taken away as well. I wonder if we'll see something new from Hope, or whether he will just stick to the Xayah.
Yeah, I know
Gonna
rest
be
isn't
taken
a
away. No,
yeah,
it's a very
Sion's not a
safe
rest
control
pick.
mage pick into the Annie.
Yeah, you just have enough range, really, with the Chaos Ray to farm up the minions. Don't have to worry too much. You've got the Siphon power as well for the movement speed in the lane and the shield. It can be quite hard for the Annie to really harass you too easily in the early game.
I think Orianna has some decent value for CFO. Could be another possible ban for AL.
Where will CFO go with their final ban?
yeah.
It is the Senna, so that means the Xayah is available for anyone's Legend and for Hope if he wants to pick it up. With the Rel already locked in, obviously you're not going to Xayah Rakan combo, but you're looking at keeping your top lane pick for last if you're CFO. Trundle can go top, but the expectation is that that will be in the jungle. As AL look towards their final ban. Anything that you're worried about, Rescue?
Orianna.
Jace will be the ban.
Aurora, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to say what we should be picking.
Blitzcrank makes no sense, just a hover on Blitzcrank. Yeah, I mean, when we get deeper into the draft, I thought early on about Cassante. It's something that Rest... It's one of his preferred champions.
Rest does
for
okay in
something that he's very well
Cassante.
known for.
I think it's his most played.
Jace, isn't Jace banned?
Yeah, Jason's banned.
Instead,
Yeah, Jason's
Wait
banned.
does make more sense. Give your top
Blue.
lane a counter pick. That's why you brought him in for this
Aurora.
series-defining game. You brought him in to be a bit of a wild card, to do something a little bit inventive. There's the Orianna. Good prediction on that, Betty. As now
Aurora,
we see
the Orianna,
having to
sorry.
blind his top laner.
Ooh.
Hope hovering through
Mulder?
a few options. None of the ones that we talked about earlier. It depends what they're very much feeling. Jinx, I mean, doesn't have a lot of protection in a composition like this, but against an Ezreal, you should feel pretty safe to free farm.
There we go.
Going back to the Xayah that we kind of expected to come through. I think it's nice into the Trundle pillar specifically.
Gwen?
Go for a blind Gwen for Flandre.
Flandre does love his
I
Gwen.
think, like, Jax could just be a safe topside pick if they want something that has side lane threat, also decent team fighting. They're going to go for the Gwen.
Alright, so Gwen,
Of course
yeah.
not. Rest could pick up the Jax for himself. I don't know if, even though he's super comfortable on the Cassante, I don't know if I love it into Gwen. I feel like that you're kind of giving the Gwen a bit of a free lane. I mean, I guess you could argue that you just fully itemize on the magic resistance, but at the same time, I feel like that you never really have any kill threat on the Gwen.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of leaving her to...
Yeah, I would prefer Jax.
How do you feel about it compositionally if it is locked in? It is actually going to be
Gnar?
in the
Gnar?
end. Look at that range
That's
advantage
one of
over
his
the
better
Gwen in the early
characters.
game, get
I
a
mean,
little
that's
grasp,
one of Rest's
procs
best
off, but
characters.
Gwen obviously later on can just take over side lanes.
Yeah, it's much more of a
He's not gonna play it
favor
though.
of the Gnar, but
No, you're right.
I think
He
it
isn't going to
reaches
play
a
it.
point where
No, he is.
Gwen starts to win out on the matchup. In terms of team fight value,
They're gonna
Gnar
switch it?
synergizes very nicely.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
CFO's
they're gonna
comp. They've got
switch.
like a
Okay, okay.
possibility
Because
of a
I was like
wombo combo,
getting kind of
but
panicky there.
very
I
reliant
was like,
on
I
just
don't
the
remember the
actors
other
to
thing.
engage,
Okay, yeah,
which
good.
I think is just a very difficult thing to do.
But they did put Trundle in the
AL's
jungle.
composition is a lot
So
more
yeah.
well-rounded in that they have solid lanes, they have solid skirmishing just because they have Elise and Annie. They scale well because they have the insurance of Gwen playing through the side lane. It's also just like, what's the threat onto Xayah, really? If the Trundle's kind of running at you, Xayah loves that.
Yeah.
And while the Brawn can, of course, be obnoxious for the feathers, it's a situation
We'll see what
that I think is
happens. I
difficult
mean,
for,
this is... I mean, these are
the
classic
Trundle to deal with.
characters
So,
for them. So
again, I do kind of favor
at least
AL's
if they go
composition. I
out,
just think they have a lot
these
of
are
tools,
characters
and I think that in the
like
early
they're
game,
some of
they
their
have
top
been a team that's
characters per
consistently found these
lane.
advantages. So, looking at this Annie Lee,
I do like playing
I'd
Xayah
be very
though.
afraid going into that, especially in the hands of Tarzan.
Oh, 100%. Tarzan on his fabled Lee Sin hasn't brought it out yet.
For
at
that
MSI,
for
but
that
something
reason,
he's
like when
been
something's
known
going
for
at you, you still
across
got like
the
2
years of
different
his
attacks.
career.
That,
And with the
you
series
know.
he's having so far as
Yeah.
well, giving him something that can have playmaking potential just really facilitates anyone's legend.
Jax
through
would
this
have been
early game.
better.
Okay, we're just all running into the same bush, aren't we? Kaiwing's there.
Yeah, probably.
Stunned up by Shanks with that
Probably
disintegrator.
Jax would have been better, but
He
whatever.
wisely walks away from them this time, Bedius. Kyle can always just jump across the wall here, as we're gonna actually head over to a quick interview, as Shox is standing by with Kadra.
What abilities does Jax have that would have made it a good choice,
It's going
Panda?
great. This is amazing. Being in the venue, the crowd's really loud. It's
I
really
mean,
fun to
other
see
than
this
Jax
game.
is always relevant. Fair.
We got a level 1 fight. There's
Oh! Ah!
Level 1 fight? No.
Really?
They let themselves get their health down that low.
Hey, what's your thought on the? I mean,
They
chose
just got
top
rid of
side
all the
finally.
flashes.
CFO, do you think they
so
used it to
at
their
least they didn't
advantage?
die.
I mean, they got Orianna into Annie, which is a good lane. They counterpicked the Gwen, but I don't think the Gnar is that big of a counter. I think the Orianna is going to need a lot of help this game. I think it's all going to be about mid.
What does your gut tell you?
I think AL's comp is going to be a 3-0.
Thank you. Enjoy streaming over here.
A 3-0 for AL's comp, says Kadril, and the crowd here not too excited.
Is
They
Kadril
had
like a
possibility.
streamer or
They did-
something?
They
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
So a bunch of flashes burnt in the early game. Great job from Kadril for narrating that for us. Ginger no longer has a flash, nor does Honkyu. Kaiwing has neither of his summoners down towards this bottom lane. As Shanks burnt his flash, Ghost was used by Flandre. Less summoners overall coming out from AL.
Oh, that's a lot of damage on the Kyle.
You okay, Kevin?
Be careful here.
Why?
With pinpoint accuracy on that Ezreal.
You're making noise.
I think the thing is,
Scared.
if you're IL, Doggo had to use his one and only health pot, and you have 2.
True.
So you're kind of okay with that trade, especially if you can get towards the level 2.
I don't want it to be a 3-0.
Point medic.
Well,
AL get the push on the
we're
bot
not
side
there
of
yet.
Shanks.
We are being
Wow.
positive and hopeful
Bullying out
that
Honkyu in this
that
early matchup.
CFO
Normally the Orianna has
did a
the
great
advantage
draft.
early on because the Annie's, well, the Q, when you use it on your opponent, increases the cooldown.
No, no,
You
we
get
can't
that
change
cooldown
the
reduction
draft now, but maybe we
compared
can
to
just
when
hope the
you're
CFO
hitting,
gets
the
mad and
last
actually
hit
just
goes
starts like
minions.
doing stuff out of spite.
Normally you have that slight range advantage, so you can just
or
kind of
just
bully
have
out
a lot
the
of fun and
the
gets in
Annie
there
every
and
time she
doesn't
tries to
care.
walk
Just sit
at
there
you
and
to
try to
slow
have
her
fun.
down, but Shanks finding some good angles of attack.
Fun
This is
doesn't
clearly a
win.
mouse across the stage.
Anger.
Now AL just kind of have
Anger
That's not
issues
really-
and revenge. That's what wins
Leeson has
the
Not
the
game.
really
towards the top side of the
CFO.
map,
They're
and
not
I
really
imagine
anger
just making sure
anger
that he gets that
players.
push underneath the tower. And getting into
Okay,
the tower is
so
important because you don't
Kevin,
have
and
the Gnar
type it. You don't have to
potentially
say
set up
it.
that freeze and make things very
Which
difficult.
player do you think has
Meanwhile, we do have to give
is the
congratulations
most
to
likely
Kaiwing.
to like
He's
throw a mouse
100th
across this
international game.
like throw a room
Which,
in
when you
anger
consider
after play?
KMTlol going in here, shadowing strike going down.
Doggo.
I don't see any of them as being Doggo. Okay.
Maybe Doggo. I don't know.
As well.
I don't think they do it, but if I had to pick one, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of all chill. Like most of the players are pretty chill.
So does Tarzan. Both of them going to get their respective scuttle crabs.
You can't say that for a lot of players on other teams.
That's true.
Massive impact when it comes to the early game performances of AL.
Okay, outward chill, inward fire. They need something.
The advantages that he's been able to build for himself throughout this series has been monstrous, and that K+A at 14, averaging 3 throughout this series. Like, and you think about
might have to
last game,
actually
how many
jump
shots
off
were
here in
coming
a few
through as well.
minutes. I gotta deal with some stuff with my husband and the kids.
Holds on to the crash.
Okay.
Was able to jump over it afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was looking for a gank down towards this bottom side, but unable to find anything. Currently just shadowing his bot lane, yet to recall, whereas Tarzan has and is already back out on the map doing,
you know, mom duties, unfortunately.
Razor beaks and pathing down towards bot.
And this is part of the thing that he does. His pathing is always very smart.
But
and
I expect chat to keep Kevin in check and keep him from talking.
Getting the reclear on the Raptors.
You know the hashtag.
He is a camp ahead of his jungle counterpart, covering the bot side of the map. I don't know if he needs to force something. I think
No, Order.
For a base. That's what he's
No, don't do that. Because I know Star. She'll just sit and time
Yeah,
you
it's crazy.
out.
Too significant for the time being, but this bot wave in a very
Yeah, he's sick. That's why we're talking for him, because his voice is shot.
Can eventually push it in with those mystic shots. Tarzan is still covering here as Kyle might look for the mount up flip onto Kaiwing. Doesn't find it. And there's the back coming out from Tarzan. He'll path back out towards
Maybe if Rust started, it would have been better, but whatever.
Yeah.
He feels so slow without 4 kills at level 1 already.
Okay, well, I will talk to you guys
no one has a 1,000 gold
later.
lead.
You guys have fun watching the game.
Still
Go
good fast,
CFO.
these junglers, though. I feel like
Take care, Moon.
Thank you.
Go
Bye-bye.
CFO.
coming on it as well. This mid lane matchup is going to be super important. This is more of what we expect in the matchup. Honkyu utilizing his range to chip away at Shanks' HP. After the back, he's feeling a lot more confident in that matchup now. The wave state's in a really good position for him. He can just keep doing exactly what you're seeing. Slowly but surely chip away at that HP bar. Now he's got level 6. He's kill range, but the level 6 is going to be ticked over by Shanks, popping the E as well. That extra bit of shielding. And the mana is a little too low, I think, for Honkyu to actually threaten a kill.
Both of them going to have their flashes coming back up at the same time as Kaiwing tries to hold the wave here underneath the tower, won't be able to do so. And AL wisely back away, not really forcing for that plate.
Yeah, they're the best team from LPL. China.
Himself a tier and the double longsword.
Really good.
200 gold lead. We'll see if Hope can get a slight advantage in that lane as Tarzan shadows mid lane.
Yeah, they're good.
And lands that Tibbers with the stun up. There's a shockwave. Honkyu flashes away well.
That shockwave was perfect.
CFO's got to be better if they want to win.
Goodness. I feel like he had to have been anticipating something. The way that Shanks was playing the lane there, it was definitely very suspicious from Honkyu's perspective.
Ginger was also in the river, so perhaps they had seen Tarzan pathing around that point, or Ginger just expected Tarzan to be nearby. Really well done by Honkyu to avoid the pressure from that mid lane, but it does mean both their flashes are down once again, and a Trundle gank onto an Annie or a Lee Sin gank.
Oh, I know. I'm just sad that the other side is so much easier.
Just still on that dragon. Tarzan looking for the steal. Flandre is going to join in.
BLG versus FlyQuest, what the fuck?
Does have enough pressure to force Flandre and Tarzan out. Kyle looks for the shadow. There's the crash down as well. Ginger's going to land the smite. Hits level 6.
Alright, CFO got the dragon.
Flandre with the needle worked. Only goes into the unbreakable as Doggo.
Oh my god, Doggo's fucking gliding. Oh! Doggo!
Oh, yeah.
Doggo!
Moon's gonna yell.
Doggo! Oh!
Honkyu will be gifted the kill. Good play caller back.
Can't run away.
Honkyu gets on the board.
Kaiwing! Kaiwing!
That's called no hope.
In the mid lane. That's the first step of this whole
Hopeless.
Because Shanks, after committing his flash, means that he's not really able to get involved in the play. He also went to the top side of the map as Flandre rotates down. The re-arrival of
Get to the dunker, yeah, what the fuck is that?
on 2 different fronts.
Bronchitis.
Been forced to use his W. It's hard for him to get back into the fight, and the engage comes through from Kyle. But CFO wisely, they just hold their ground. Ginger is forced to flash out of the fight, but Doggo, he again just isn't afraid. pops the cleanse, turns his attention onto Kyle, lands that last auto attack, and Tarzan and Flandre can't do anything to assist. They get 2 kills, they secure the dragon. A strong position to be in right off the bat.
The thing for Doggo is you've just seen Crash Down and Shattering Strike being used. The Rel can't do anything to you after that. The only thing you have to be concerned about is the Xayah, so he gets a free chance
gonna
just to
take the
walk up
grubs
and join up with the rest of his team. Great stuff by CFO. Anyone's Legend, though, will be able to pick up the grubs for themselves off their reset timings. It's Shanks matching up into rest on that top lane. Hope and Kyle coming across just to make sure these grubs are securable. AL have got the first 2, and without Ginger in range, you have to think it will be 3. Good disintegrate there onto rest. He was looking for the Gnar back because Ginger was waiting just around the corner. It would have possibly been Shanks going down. No flash on him. Ginger with the pillar gets the slow. Good stun into the Tibbers. Keeps Ginger at bay there from Shanks.
Bit of supportal combat in the mid lane as Kaiwing throws up the shield to mitigate the damage coming through from Hope. CFO being as proactive as they can be on the map.
Yeah.
After losing the grubs.
Yeah, I guess maybe tomorrow I'll take the day off.
Readjustment of the lane
Figure out what's with my voice.
Big point of contention, but for now, just a trade back and forth between the 2 teams.
I think a day off to rest your voice, no matter what the outcome of today's match, would definitely be a good idea.
So often on mid lane mages.
Kaiwing unbreakable a little bit late there. Does still have the 6, so the Glacial Fissure a looming threat for Kyle and Hope. They didn't want to chase any further into it. You can see what Kaiwing was meaning to do there. If you put the Unbreakable, that shield up, you block the blades from coming back and managing to get the damage down, but in the end it still get rooted and get damaged. Some good vision as well for AL down towards this bot side river, which is going to start being cleared out by Kaiwing. Hongq getting the push in the 1v1, but is behind on CS to Shanks, and I actually really like that lane assignment from AL. The fact they've said, okay, Gwen, you can deal with the Orianna, and we're actually
Okay, my bad, whatever.
time into the Gnar.
I'll get it fixed soon.
Right now, it's red at the bottom of our screens.
I didn't know how long this would last.
Getting involved in that early dragon fight. Shanks losing out a little bit because Hongq did secure that first kill. Now, this build from Hongq, Merc Treads into the Rod of Ages, a lot of survivability, a lot of tankiness. Really helps when you've got kind of a wombo combo comp coming in at you from the other side. Problem is, in terms of damage, it's a little bit slower on the scaling side. So CFO got to be cautious about how they approach these early fights. The Trinity Force spike that they have on both Doggo and Ginger is going to be a valuable asset to play around. But still, something that they'll have to bear in mind is that if they try to overforce with a build like this on Orianna, you're not going to have access to that high level of damage.
It just feels, I mean, I might be wrong, but it feels like AL's just pushing a lot harder in the lanes.
They can wait a little while, right? It's 20 minutes before AL are fighting for a soul. CFO can play around it a little bit quicker. I will say CFO haven't really been a team to give up neutral objectives, so my expectation is they'll still look to try and fight around them, but for the moment, they're very happy just farming up these lanes, trying to mismatch, trying to get Flandre a little bit behind. He's about 13 CS, 2 waves behind Rest right now, who's having an okay time into that Annie on the top lane. But Shanks is farming up well himself, has the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. We've seen a lot of Annies going towards the Malignance first, just so you can get more of those AoE stuns down in fights.
Tarzan spotted on the mid wave. Good vision coverage was invested by AL around the dragon. They've been able to retain 1 ward on that blue buff. Observer's just panning over it now. But CFO have used this window to immediately move into the river, gain a bunch of vision control on the bot side. And they saw Tarzan move up towards the top side as well. It's going to move back towards the dragon, though.
I think my big question over these next couple of minutes is how deadly is a Gwen or an Annie flank for CFO right now? Because unless they clear out that control ward, there are 2 teleports that can get behind them. If they force for this dragon and AL decide they want to take the fight, that could be the deciding factor. The fact that that control ward still stands there and a teleport can come in.
Training force for Trundle.
And for Rest.
It's, CFO's kind of scary right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Tarzan is nowhere to be seen. I don't think they're contesting this medic.
That is as good as gone for CFO.
Right, starting up the next dragon.
Out on it. Kyle did challenge the last Drake when perhaps he shouldn't have, and there's the teleport behind immediately. AL looking for it. Kyle and Hope.
Don't get it reset.
Shanks on the flank is a double TP. They're investing all of it into this fight. Rest only half Mega Narv.
Alright, they're going after him.
Going in with the Magnet Storm only onto Kai Wing. The Sonic Wave back. There's the Shockwave as well. Ginger down to half HP. Hope begins to open up. Rest though jumps back in, looking for that.
Rest.
Ginger survives, and Shanks will fall.
Nice, pushing him back.
The fight and they lose out heavily.
What was the game plan here from AL? They were so late to the Dragon. CFO saw the collapse coming in. They watched the TPs travel across the rift and onto that control ward. And then the coordination from AL seemed completely off. CFO happily pick up another kill. I think they even got 2 off the back of that. We'll look back at it. The engage comes through from Kyle, 0 follow-up. Tarzan knows that the Braum is in the way. It does get the knock-up onto the Orianna, but there's no follow-through. Meanwhile, Flandre is just being zoned away by Rest. Rest then gets a good ultimate off onto Shanks. Kyle drops, Shanks drops, and it's an easy Dragon secure. A massive overforce from AL. Questionable decision-making from them that's put them in a great position here in this early game.
They're flying high early on here. 2,000 gold, the Oysters lead. And a lot of that sitting on Rest in this top lane. Had the Trinity Force completed just before that fight. Has a 20 CS lead over the Gwen. It's about 800 gold ahead. And now with 2 Dragons, CFO are the ones who can force the tempo of the game. They can make it so that AL have to fight them around the next couple of Dragons. Otherwise, you're looking down a Soul Point, and it's Mountain Soul as well. And when you have a burst composition, you really don't want to be looking at a Mountain Soul. That extra shielding makes it so hard for you to actually get your damage to sit.
If I'm AL and I press tab and I see 3 Trinity Forces on the other side, I'm like, that's an interesting state to be in 14.5 minutes into the game.
Suboptimal, I believe is the phrasing.
I mean, it's
Dude, I'm surprised people are hating on Rest, dude. Rest is so good.
For so many of the champions that play it.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, 6-man roster is really hard to do. And we're not perfect at it.
The TP available for Hongq means he can join
This is team issue. Oh my god.
Ginger there to cover.
Canyon minion.
Meanwhile, Kaiwing clearing out the
I'll go to a clinic after this game. After this series.
They will spot out that ward by AL. And now it's just Rest. It's a bit isolated from his team. AL threatening a trap. Will Rest fall for it?
CFO sense something up here, don't they? They haven't seen Tarzan or Shanks for a little while. Rest almost has that rage bar fully stacked, and AL back away as they see Kaiwing coming in towards that tri-bush. AL had a little bit of vision up towards the top side, but they're going to lose it. Doggo
oh, yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Back exhaust going down, and the TP coming in from the Orianna. She looks to join the fight. The Rift Herald will reset. Hongq here now. Does have that shockwave, but will AL still take this one?
Oh, reset.
Got no flash on
we don't have Mega Narv.
If he can find the position, but Tarzan's low doesn't have his Dragon's Rage.
Both mid laners have their ultis available. You can see that Shanks is in a position looking for it. Flandre goes over the wall.
It's into the back of the pit. Tarzan looking for the Sonic Wave.
Nice.
He secures it. There's the Tibbers. The Magnet Storm.
We might have to run.
Hongq chasing him down. We'll get the Clockwork Wind up.
Oh, they got him.
In the back of the pit, Ginger is going to fall. Rest looking for that Mega Nut. Hongq is on the wrong side of this wall, but does still have a flash. And that Nar's now Mega. Doggo putting some damage in with those Mystic shots. In the end, the Rift Herald secured by CFO.
A 1-for-1. I don't think CFO is too upset about that. They played around the Annie ultimate well.
Getting the Rift Herald, but still having like almost no health or getting knocked out. That's kind of rough. I mean, hopefully they use it to full damage.
They tried to get into the pit, nowhere near. Tarzan doesn't have the threat of a smite. It's a good Annie ultimate to connect onto 3. The shockwave in response only connects onto 1. But Kaiwing is just blocking so much damage in the front to back. It feels like CFO feel way more comfortable. And while there's an exchange
might jump in here
for support, they walk away with the Herald, so I don't think CFO
even with a great stun coming out from Shanks, it wasn't enough for AL. They just didn't have the damage follow-up. They couldn't close that gap quickly enough. Good shockwave as well from Hongq to distract the backline. You can't step forward. The ball is that looming threat. Rod of Ages 5 stacks on it now for Hongq, halfway to getting that extra level.
Yeah, I mean, that shockwave it only connected onto 1 rather, but the zone that it controlled exactly was really well done. All right, we take stock, and it's a 2k gold lead for CFO. such a good position. And with the Dragon spawning in 10 seconds, they immediately
Small
turn
gold
their
lead,
attention
yeah.
towards it. The vision already being set up. Tarzan on the top side of the map again. Not really in a position to contest. AL.
Every time you've said that, they've fought, Betty.
I am aware.
Every time you've said it.
I am aware. I'm just saying that right now, in terms of the map state, AL's not in a good position to contest this objective. Yeah, they're probably going to try and force their way in anyway. Tarzan's going to steal away the Raptors.
Okay, let's go, Dragon.
He can get down here. Rest has one of his own.
Well, here we go again.
Drake started for CFO.
Okay.
He's going to TP in as AL look to take the fight. Honkyu. It's going to be met.
Oh, Dragon reset.
This bottom side. Flandre snips away the control ward. AL trying to gain some purchase on the river right now, but Rest is still in the top lane, building up that Mega Gnar bar. It's about to go Mega as we see the catch onto Kaiwing, even with the the follow-up from Tarzan, the one to Doggo is good, forcing him to Arcane Shift away. Rest isn't TPing into the fight.
Doggo had to get out of there.
Managing to get themselves on the board in terms of Dragons.
I have to question the decision-making there from Kaiwing. Face-checking into a brush when the rest of your team just isn't in the river. Honkyu now isolated.
Doesn't have flash here as well. Shockwave just down, but it's not going to be enough to survive.
They get caught out by himself.
What the fuck?
Take 2 kills.
CFO trying to respond by dropping the Herald in mid. They've got the top tower. They're looking to get another one.
Riftar charging in will give them that tier 1 in the mid lane. In fact, they're going to take it and then charge in for the tier 2. Kaiwing caught a little bit by Tarzan, but a couple of procs on the defensive flows. Forces Tarzan to be a bit more cautious. Rest still pushing in top. It's going to be matched.
If Kaiwing and Honkyu didn't die, it would have been a good play.
Rest does have
yeah.
Gnar up. Gets the wallop, gets the stun onto Kyle. The Gnar back, Shadowing Strike still's going to connect. Rest with a good jump, and they switch places. It's a merry-go-round here as Rest looks for another wallop. Flandre caught out a little bit by Junja down towards the spot. Doesn't have the flash, is only running Ghost. Rest escapes, and Flandre now needs to be careful, but I don't think he'll escape the clutches of CFO. Kaiwing tanks a couple of tower
another
shots
tower.
as well to make sure they take their 3rd tower of the game.
So CFO were losing a bit of control, but then they find a pick on the bot side and quickly convert it into
Yeah, I really don't understand it.
Towers the advantage for CFO.
It looks like they're just gonna take top tower for free.
The positioning mistakes from CFO right now, and CFO have to be a lot more respectful, even though they have the gold lead, even though they should be playing with confidence. You can't just disrespect AL like that. They're a team that, when you are out of position, are very quick to collapse.
And they have the tools to do so
yes,
as well. Sonic Wave into Dragon's Rage kick. You've got the Tibbers, got the Magnet Storm as well. If you are on your lonesome, or even if there's only a couple of you and you don't have the Braum there to protect you, and you don't have a Mega Gnar who can disengage the fight for you, it can be really tricky here for CFO. They do still have, though, this substantial gold lead. 2K ahead, 2 Drakes to 0. They managed to pick up the feats as Honkyu will just stop Kyo's back here. Shot bringing him back. Kaiwing will look for the Winter's Bite. Kyo trying to get a bit of extra movement speed.
Oh, that hit.
Shadowing Strike, and now position, and we talked about it.
Too desperate. Too greedy.
Flandre has the flank position here as Rest TP'd in. Flandre needs to get out because the rest of CFO are going to collapse.
Oh my gosh, Rest doesn't have Mega.
For anyone's legend. And just like that, the game swings the pendulum.
Yeah, too greedy, too fast.
Doggo across the wall lands a Mystic Shot, but doesn't hit with the Essence Flux. True Shot Barrage not available to him. Tibbers here to tank the Outercon a little bit. Will chase off Doggo. AL, they're doing it safely. Junja can still look for the steal. Doesn't have the flash, but has the smite. Can step forward. Miss out from the Gwen as they look for the Outercon.
Oh!
Oh, wow, okay.
Steal it! Oh! Doggo! Quadra kill, Doggo! Yeah! Doggo with that quadra kill, dude! Huge! Jinja is him! Doggo!
Alright, so they threw it Otacon. That makes sense.
Junja finds the steal.
Fuck! Otacon throw. Even AL can Otacon throw.
Comes in clutch.
Dude, look at Doggo poke.
On the right flank, he's connecting Q to the
so crazy.
It very difficult for AL to escape as well. Hope really has nowhere to go.
Oh,
just the right time.
That's crazy.
Yes, they do lose Kaiwing, but Doggo with just perfect precision.
With the crowd behind him.
Oh!
Absolutely popping off. It's been an MSI to remember for him after his miserable time in the LPL. Now showing up for the LCP. Dragon's Rage kick.
Oh, what the fuck?
Doesn't have the flash. Has no chance of surviving. AL once again will punish a bit of over-eagerness from the CFO top laner.
Chill, rest.
Keep getting caught. They have
Please, the game's not over.
These mistakes can quickly cost you so much. We've seen how ruthless AL can be. They're in a fantastic spot to secure this game. They now just need to hold on to this control. Dragon spawning 40 seconds. That top tower really can't be defended. AL make their way into the top side jungle.
Dude, you're so sick.
Now again.
Yeah, Slogger, man. I'm gonna go to the clinic after this.
Not in a good position to contest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're giving this one.
They're really good vision control. They've invested their vision on the top side. They have the push up here as well. With 20 seconds left, AL shouldn't be able to challenge this dragon. Shouldn't. In quotation marks.
Dude, give me that medicine. Dude, just put it down my throat. I'm ready to fucking, what is it? Deep throat that reverse sweet, baby.
Oh, next dragon.
A hefty chunk of change to be ahead because of the adaptive force it's given you. And you can see AL, for once, go along with our expectations. They back away, they'll get some vision.
Okay, CFO gets dragon.
Who put themselves
Put it on my throat. Dude, if your dick is called CFO win, I'm deep throwing that shit. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Take that fourth and get the mountain soul. For AL, you are very deep in a hole right now. Flandre and Shanks have very minute leads, whereas Tarzan and Hope are both 1,500-ish behind their enemy laners. 2 items complete on Doggo, 2 as well on Ginger, who has that Triforce and the Dead Man's Plate for a little bit of extra chase potential.
Oh, Baron
Shanks will
spawning.
get the stun onto Kaiwing here, but Kaiwing with the Mercury Treads and the Locket and a Kindle Gem is not the target you really want to burst down.
CFO need to play calmly now for the next 4 minutes.
Let's hope.
Looking strong. Doggo, I wonder if he has enough gold to actually buy an upgrade right now.
And they are hopeless.
Where a lot of the gold advantage is sitting on. There it is, Spirit.
And they're like, CFO play calmly. I mean, maybe?
Is the other big strength for CFO right now, and I mean, it makes sense. You look back at that last Otacon fight, and it was these 2 that came up clutch. Honorable mention to Kaiwing as well. Doing what he could, considering his HP. CFO get the push over the mid wave. Top wave also pushed in, this will give him an opportunity to start moving some vision control into the top side jungle. Rest very separated from the rest of his team.
Alright, now they're getting some
man, I
waves
would too.
On the map. Obviously that bot wave is far too deep onto AL's side of the map. Means that he's looking to group up with his team. Kyle needs to be careful.
You can get close enough to the wall to crash down over it. Kaiwing knocked back with the blast cone, but Hale don't really want to engage on the Braum. For CFO, it's kind of a waiting game. If someone oversteps, you can look for the pick and then go for the Baron, but really 3 minutes from now is what you are looking at. Get yourself that Mountain Soul, force AL to try and take a fight around it. The risk is that Hope might be at his Infinity Edge by then. He already
Mountain
has the BF
Soul
sword
would be
and the
really
pickaxe.
big.
Shanks on his way towards his...
Dude, this Oriana, I feel like Oriana doesn't do damage. I'm not a big fan of the build.
Doggo, Arcane shifting across the wall. It's the mid-6 shot, oh my god!
Oh!
It's another!
Oh!
It hit!
Oh!
Hope has
Let's
the
go!
Oh! Put him in the dick, Doggo! Get that bark in him, dude! He's got that dog goat in him, dude! Dog goat! Dog goat!
But Doggo didn't invest anything into that, it was purely the ultimate.
A straight up solo bolo. Doggo with the assassination onto Hope.
Let's go!
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Losing all hope in this game is
Okay.
started off by CFO.
No, I just love when that Oriana shockwave just like destroys everyone.
Hits the sonic wave onto Hongq, gets vision of the Baron, jumps away.
Oh!
Oh, Baron reset.
Ginger, Kyle up towards the top side.
Oh, Flandre! Oh, Ginger! Ginger! Time to draw!
Meanwhile on the top side,
What's happening top side?
Doggo with a true shot barrage will kill off Shanks.
Nice.
CFO once again find 2, AL find nothing.
Doggo goes godlike.
It's slobbering time. Give that Baron, maybe.
A solid game 3 from CFO with just a
Alright,
standout
take it, Baron.
performance
No contest.
from the man on your screen, Doggo, carrying so many fights, making amazing plays, and he's looking to keep CFO alive at MSI as the Baron is secured.
I cannot stress enough.
CFO. Dude, I love this team. It doesn't matter who you're up against, how far you're down. This motherfucker.
To do anything.
Holy shit.
Now back in the LCP, he is showing they are not, he's not only a player to be feared, but they're a region to be feared here as they fight back against AL. We'll have another look at this. Tarzan and Shanks is trying to find something, but Ginger just have so much damage in the chase.
I love that Ginger just turns his attention on the Tarzan and says, you know what, let's just kill the jungler, why not? Doggo forced to use his summoners to escape from Shanks. And it's a good attempt from Shanks, realizing that, hey, if I can at very least kill Doggo, maybe they can't do the Baron, but that man has protection. And they find another kill. Now, Dragon, 20 seconds away. CFO should be able to pick up the soul from this. And AL, a very muted game from them. They've really only been able to punish the mistakes that we've been seeing from CFO. But Doggo has been there.
Now if they can get this Mountain Soul plus Baron buff, I'm thinking could just push in some of the other objective towers.
Absolutely.
Any
damage he's doing, how he's weaving in.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now as well, if he is ever caught by a shattering strike.
They're gonna contest the dragon because they have to.
No! I don't know about that one. I think Honky went a little bit too crazy.
Still half HP and CFO still very healthy. Ginger's sitting on the Drake right now. Sonic Wave from Tarzan goes between the uprights. Kai Wing on the front line.
I think we're kind of forced here.
6,000 HP down to 5 now as Tarzan tries to get into the pit. True Shot Barrage just behind him.
Oh my god, we've missed like every single ability.
Oh, they still grab it.
Holy fuck.
For CFO.
Great patience from CFO.
That was sloppy,
range,
but they still managed to get the objective.
Ginger, he's not afraid of anything.
Good pillar from Ginger. They turn around onto him with a Magnus Sword.
Why?
They'll get the kill.
Why are you jumping in there?
Has that Dragon's Rage, but can't find an avenue to approach. CFO still with the Baron for 40 seconds. That's about one more wave worth of pushing time.
I wonder if they're going to keep going with this. Tarzan's gone to go and catch mid-wave to make the siege that much harder.
Dude, Doggo does not speak any English this game, dude.
AL hold the line for now. Tarzan, he's got to retreat.
Has to get away from Rest here. The Hyper Dragon's Rage has to be invested. Rest would have the chase potential with that extra movement speed.
Didn't really use Baron buff though.
It's all hands to the pumps. How do you extricate yourself from a situation like this? 5,000 gold behind. You don't have a Skarner to hit a 3-man impale. It has to be something pretty darn special here.
Baron buff's going away.
I feel like CFO with the lead they have, they don't need to slow this game down. On the one hand, you could argue they can just wait for Baron, but I really don't think they need to. They don't have to allow AL to have more time to maybe complete that extra item. Instead, they can get back out onto the map, leverage the fact that Doggo is doing so much damage. Sit underneath that tower, poke away at AL's HP bars, play through 2 lanes, and eventually you'll
what's up, honey? What's up, honey?
A matter of time.
What a sexy man, dude. Doggo's sexy as fuck. That KDA is so cool.
Especially with Flandre actually quite big.
7-0-5.
The risk is if the Gwen is on the back line, if Doggo gets CC'd 3 times because he has a cleanse and a Mercurial Scimitar, then perhaps Flandre can gobble him up and snip him down. But for the moment, CFO just splitting between these 2 lanes. Rest is going down towards that bottom side. Baron buff obviously has expired.
Oh,
so
he hit again.
have those enhanced
That
to
Ezreal.
help them with the push. Pillar down onto Shanks, who does have flash but doesn't need it. Uses the Tibbers to dissuade CFO from advancing any further.
Shanks just did no damage. The Mountain Soul plus the high HP, the resistances, he is not really melting anyone. Sure, Honkyu's getting a little bit low, but now the burst is gone, Shock connects, chunking out Shanks.
He will survive. Next wave, a little way. There's the TP. Flandre going in. AL have called their moment for the fight. Shanks is going to recall and then TP back in. Counter TP coming out from Rest as Flandre puts the needles through Honkyu, but just doesn't have the damage. Backs away. Counter TP there from Shanks, but now he's all on his lonesome. Tarzan going in. There's the stun.
Oh, wow, I jumped in.
Fuck. Oh. Okay. Winnable.
Let's go.
Ginger follows up with another one. Rest chasing Shanks down towards the bottom side.
Oh, Rest is that mega again, dude.
Just trying to keep AL from defending their tower. Doggo dashing forward. Flandre trying to snip through him. The blades come back with the feathers.
Doggo! Oh! It's over!
Shanks will join his team in the afterlife.
Endo.
These oysters are flying high.
It's a 5-0 ace. CFO set their sights on the Nexus, and they're looking
5
to
for
keep their hopes
nothing.
alive here at MSI.
CFO proving the comeback in Game 2 was not a blip as they get one game and start to come back in this series.
Flip, let's go.
Impressive stuff. There were definitely a few moments where I started to get worried for CFO. They were overextending, they were getting caught out. But Doggo, the hero, comes up massively for CFO. Let's hear what the analyst desk has to say about that one.
Amazing comeback, honestly, especially after what happened in Game 2 for the Flying Oysters. And Very, the only thing I have to say is I think people forgot about Doggo and Ezreal.
Yeah, they did. And I'm trying to wash down the chicken that I'm eating.
Wolfing down chicken
Yes,
right now.
I am. A lot of people will be after that win. 100 pieces of chicken tendies, I think, on that one. Doggo is crazy, and he has pop-off games like these sometimes. And when he's feeling it, especially on Ezreal, he goes crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, I can't reiterate how special this particular MSI is for Doggo. One of the reasons why I think he was spamming the Beyond Gaming emote in his games against MKOI was that was the team he was playing on when he was loaned by PSG and kind of had a breakout MSI.
Yeah.
But now he's on a team where he feels like he really earned his path, and he's been consistently good in so many of CFO's games. He's the only player here to have a pentakill.
And a quadra now.
And then, yeah, and then here, you know.
I don't know who I'm rooting for.
Rips through AL when it looked like they were kind of getting into a good position.
Yeah, and if I'm to, take a step back and look at AL's composition, the one point that I would criticize is the Xayah pick. I actually think Ezreal was perfect here, especially working alongside the Trundle, so you can just basically pelt them down with the range advantage that they have with both Ezreal and Orianna. It made it so it was really hard for Hope to have any impact. Meanwhile, Doggo was just feasting.
Yeah, and for me, it also really started with the two Drake fights that AL kind of tried to contest. I felt like either they didn't necessarily have to contest them, or they could have waited until they had better setups, right? Like, a lot of these started with Kyle either missing or going in a little bit too late. And this is where I think CFO really got their early advantage, right? Because they have this Drake fight, they have the next one, which we're about to see, and it forced this position where AL kind of had to go into them constantly, and they kept coming out on top.
And I have to wonder what Tabe is telling him for this fight, because it didn't make any sense for me. In fact, Gwen went towards mid lane to join in the fight. Meanwhile, of course, Annie without
by PSG, BRG to PSG.
Impactful in fights like these. You're going up against the Braum team. I think they are so much early game dragon fight.
Yeah,
I thought she said it correct.
They just kind of seemed to contest too late. When Kyle goes in, he actually only gets...
I was kind of half listening.
Rest is able to mark Flandre on the side when he's trying to flank in. So it was a little bit of a late contest, and I also thought in this game in particular, CFO did a really good job marking their flanks, and it just got to a point where there wasn't anything AL could do to get on top of this Ezreal.
Yeah, Xayah can't walk up. If you're Kyle, sure, you can walk up.
Owned by PSG. Oh, she must have just
be in position.
Tongue twister.
Lee Sin's gonna have a tough time going up against Trundle individually. Like, you have to be able to burst down Gnar, but in that last fight, Gwen is the only one that's going to be on him, and he's getting towards Mega Gnar. It just felt like CFO played both of those fights out really well, and I didn't see an angle at all from AL.
And that's the thing, I was looking at that Gwen, and I was even telling you, like, they're gonna find ways to activate that champion, and if they do, it's gonna be really hard for CFO to find those angles, but it came out of AL not being meticulous.
Get an LCD answer on desk.
Especially fighting in
Can we get one?
Just like blind shoot.
It's not even LCP, it's LPL and LCP. 3 places get one of each.
Kill, right? But here again, AL have gotten themselves into a good position, and I was like, oh no, Doggo can actually destroy them because they're getting so low. The anti-stun comes in just too late, so Junja actually goes in and is able to get the Otacon, and then Doggo just pops off.
Dude, we didn't get anyone from
and then as like Gwen is
EWC.
Snipe him down. He was so focused that fight and throughout the entire game. As the game went on, he was just being able to, like, he was godlike. He just kept going. So Doggo's feeling it. You already saw it in the player cams. Going in.
Yeah, it's mostly
They're
LCK.
so zeroed in on being able to take this to Silver Scrapes.
Well, going into the next game, I actually would like us
there he is.
to, yeah, he is bad. Very clear directions.
I mean, we gotta go to
going
game
into
5.
that next
That's
game.
all
What
there
do
is
they
to
want
it.
to be careful about? Is there a specific player that you want to target here if you're looking at AL?
For me, it's just, I don't even know if it's necessarily a player. I think that early Dragon fight, don't fight that. It didn't make sense for me, especially if you're going to be sending any towards the top lane wave to catch that. AL is a type of team where it's like, okay, if we're taking this fight and we feel like we're weaker, we're sacking the top wave. But they didn't want to sack top wave, so just don't go for the fight in general. And I think if you have Xayah and...
Yeah, he wasn't loaned by PSG.
As a whole,
He was loaned by BYG to PSG.
Fighting for a third dragon if you get to that point.
And then
Oh, Vi's been banned every game.
Yeah, Vi, Pantheon, and Permagon.
And I'm not blaming Kyle
Pantheon too,
individually.
yeah.
Hey, Select's blue side, okay?
I don't know if that's a team thing or a him thing going in, but I think we saw it early.
No, he never signed to PSG. Doggo went from BYG to LPL.
And I don't think we saw
UP or some shit, I forget.
early Drake contest that neither you nor I really liked.
Right? I don't think he ever was on. I don't think he was ever signed to PSG.
Like, doesn't matter how far behind you are, if the enemy team has Elder, if you see an angle, like even if it's the slimmest
Yeah, no, Emily just misspoke, dude. What she meant was, Doggo was on BYG, that's why he was spamming the BYG icon, because he was loaned from BYG to PSG at that MSI, where he got his, like, big showing.
And then 3 games, they forget about discipline. They forget about everything they know, and they just want to have fun. I don't feel like they were having fun this game though, because crushing Victor.
Yeah, he was able to, like, debut as, like, a superstar.
Top lane board that we have, because
let's do it.
we have seen
No, dude, Emily is like the GOAT. She is so smart. She watches so much League, dude. It's actually crazy.
What do we have left? And can we expect more maybe champions that we haven't seen yet?
Oh, I just hit the TV. It actually is attached to our TV here.
Flandre surprised us, with the Smolder last time. Is there any other wacky pick that
Yo, I'm gonna go see the clinic after.
This has to be
this one, yeah.
Like the Scion, everyone wants to contest for. They're just such good Scion players that it feels like that's going to be the pick. Rest, even though he came in, he hasn't
yeah, it's an easy mistake.
One of the picks that he is well known for. So I'm worried about that.
I'd say it's the Gnar. Like, the Gnar is his most played.
Yeah, sadly it's gone.
I don't even know if Raz is like
But I actually thought
a representative.
pretty good game, right? Like, he was marking the flanks.
True.
He got off a lot of.
Because I don't know how much LPL or LCP he watches. Emily Rand, if Emily Rand told me, like any other caster told me I watch LCP, I would call them a liar. Emily Rand is like the only caster who, if she told me, oh, I watch CFO, I would believe her. Dude, she watches like the most random shit. She just loves watching League, dude. She has like so much knowledge and history. She's just a bit different. No, but she's like the GOAT. No, but like Raz and Emily used to watch a lot of LPL. I don't know how much they watch these days, but I know Emily still watches quite a bit of LPL. Not all, but like a good amount. But I would still rather have an LPL caster. You know, it's just not the same. You know, I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm drinking too much water.
Okay. Oh, now he's gone. I can take over. Mwahaha. can complete. I'm just kidding. I would never. That would totally mess up my bracket.
He's a beast, he's a monster, he's a force with the man. I scan the room, forming up the plan. Fire in my eyes, got him stuck with sin. I don't play to lose, I just play to win. It's that hard work, effort that I'm putting in.
I picked them to win out of Hopium, however, I still would pick my bracket picks over whatever I've picked. So since I picked them to win in bracket, I want them to win. Not just because they're CFO.
Alright, come buckets. Dreams, stupid moves. No, Star's not that stupid. Star would never say that.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, no one falls for your mind games, Odor. Dude, I got like... Dude, everyone... Like, T1 fans are the most annoying fans ever, dude. There's so many of them that are talking shit after the CFO game. I'm like, dude, your one player can fund all of the CFO, and they take it to 5 games. Shut the fuck up. Your team is dog shit.
Odor's just trying to get me back for deleting his comments like last couple of streams. I can do it again, but I won't, unless you give me a reason. Of course. It's content.
Yeah, there's some weird T1 fans, but whatever. CFO fans aren't weird, they're smart.
Let me throw it down to the ground, make them turn around.
The flash, but has the smite. Can step forward here. Hallowed miss out from the Gwen as they look for the Articon. Junja's in there and he steals it away. Better Storm comes out, but Doggo finds 1, finds 2 with a true shot barrage. It's a triple. It's a quadra, and Doggo is barking.
Go Doggo.
And here we go, back into this series between the LCP and the LPL, the #1 seeds from their respective region, with CFO
Oh, rest is staying.
in game 3.
Yes,
A lot of people at home will be saying they should be 2-1 up at this point.
No, I think I hate T1 fans the most.
Not right now, because you have 2 more games, but
They're just so annoying. It's like, fuck me for being happy about CFO. Fuck me for, trying to beat T1. If T1 was so good, they would not be 3-2 CFO.
CFO have demonstrated that they have the caliber to compete against the best in the world.
Yeah.
They have the potential, they have the groundwork needed.
And consistently do so.
Yes, they do. Their style is that of control. And while we do still see mistakes in their play, at the end of the day, they are pushing teams like many are unable to do. Now,
Oh yeah, Older. All he do is just like They just act like, oh, I'm so smart because I just cheer for the most winning team. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. That doesn't make you smart. Faker's the GOAT. You're just a loser.
Red side with 100% win rate in this
Like,
series. AL won 2 games on it.
picking like a team with 5 titles to be a fan of. Wow.
And there goes Vi.
Once again on the red. Caitlyn and Victor bans last time we saw.
Yeah, and Pantheon will be banned.
From AL when they're on the blue side. Vi already removed.
Caitlyn and Victor are also banned. You're in front of it, so I'm letting everybody know.
By CFO on red.
Okay, we are getting very deep into these pools now.
Hey, I'm just keeping everybody informed, right?
Of course.
That's too hot.
Vi and
Fuck you, Hunk. Hunk you. Took a shit on Faker. Made him his fucking dog, dude.
Closer.
He walked the dog.
Going to be removed, even though it's rest. Cassante is the champion you've got to be cautious of against rest. He didn't bring it out in the last game, but with Gwen gone,
who else is gonna get banned?
I mean, Jax would immediately be the champion you think.
Oh, Sion banned.
There's always possibly Ambessa as well.
Yo, CFO.
CFO.
When CFO was starting to bounce back in that game, you could hear the audience here. Really an ignited electricity amongst them. Same bans for CFO as they'll get rid of the Varus as their final ban. Nocturne
oh, Varus.
Alongside the Leona from
first pick Chase
is their first pick.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there.
Oh.
Oh no.
Out.
Stop. Okay, he's trolling. He is trolling.
Do you remember?
Rest is such a troll.
Rest played Ornn last at MSI. It was awful.
Doran, yeah, Doran just solo killed him like twice.
Well, he itemized wrong and he leveled up the wrong abilities, according to Ornn players that I have talked to about it.
Right.
So it would be a surprise if we see the Ornn again. Definitely Driver's wheelhouse. Aurora locks instead for Honkyu.
Now in that same series, I don't know if you guys remember Honkyu's Aurora, but he was popping off when they were.
Joe's in the call. Star. Moon went to bed.
So
Blue Panda.
Fight. Shen is also a possibility. Is also fine.
LCP starts like 5 days after EWC. It's actually crazy.
Okay, I like this for Ginger.
So much AoE already coming out from them. With the Between Worlds and the Cataclysm. Leona is available as well if you want to add a Solar Flare on top of that.
True, with Braum and Alistair gone.
Have you ever noticed he always smiles? Because he's happy. Because he's good.
Hi.
We like this for him. We know him as a playmaker. Gets his
Circle
hands on a
theory.
champion like this, and he can do some serious work. Of course, the matchup is rough early on, but a couple good ganks can very much change the dynamics.
Oh, I really thought they were gonna pick the other one.
Now Tom Kench.
No, Jinx. Okay, and then Silent. Okay, so they ended up getting it anyway.
Really valuable ban here for CFO to make sure they can actually get on that backline. A lot of range as well for AL already with the accelerated shock blast, with Jinx with her rockets. It's going to be very difficult.
Thinking about it, do you really want to give it a Silas as well? I don't like it. I'm sure he feels confident in this matchup, which is fine, but picking it into the Cassante, into the Silas specifically, I think is a rough one. I prefer this
Okay, thank God. And they're just trolling, dude.
Yeah.
On a series like this, playing Comfort, I think makes a lot of sense. It also just like
Cassante way better, yeah. Definitely. Alright, what's getting banned next?
Yes, you can
I'm so like pins and needles, you know.
But you also are just pigeonholed in the champions that you want to pick. It's the reason
I'm gonna leave all my body to
there's a Silas on the enemy team, right? The hardest counter in League of Legends, no matter what lanes they're in as well. Silas can be mid, Malphite can be top, and it's still an incredible counter. See if they're on the same page as you though, Vedi, as they get rid of the Tom Kench here.
Okay, Tom Kench, yeah.
Stop pinching that AD carry pool.
That's what AL should do.
What else can he ban?
So Sivir, another one.
Renata?
Oh, Doggo's a Felios, yeah, especially if AL is thinking about
oh yeah, Renata,
because range supports now, they're very high on the priority list, right? So
no, for support. Ambessa's top.
Oh,
they
support.
pick Chase.
What? I forget what season it was. Felios was the
Lulu.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of Lulu.
I can tell you right now, Doggo played in that meta. If you guys didn't get to see his Aphelios game, it was, I mean, EU fans can remember that one for a while.
I've tried to block it out of my memory, I'm going to be honest. There's a Sejuani by CFO trying to get rid of a non-committal engage source from AL and also a tank that they could play in the jungle. Obviously the Glacial Prison, the ability just to chuck that out at people.
The melees synergizing with the Sejuani as well. Good pairing. Alright, so what will the final ban be here? Is it a Civet? Is it an Aphelios? What are they thinking?
They're still also making a way through picks and bans here. Hasn't had a great time at MSI. I don't think you'd want to pick it into the Jinx either, but I'm just putting it out there because it is so often highly prioritized when it comes to draft.
The thing is, if you
So what do you think is going to be a good pick?
Now, if they don't go Lulu,
Rock,
just do
rock on.
yourself.
Ooh, Thresh.
Okay, I don't love
Thresh.
I'm down.
So, because AL could just do Blitzcrank, that's why, yeah.
Blitz?
Yep.
So the reason Blitzcrank is great into Thresh is Thresh's hook.
Angela.
So if he throws out a hook, you can just hook in response and you pull him in.
This is why I was worried about.
Thresh
This is why I preferred
Aphelios,
the
maybe.
Aphelios first pick, because then you could have responded if a hook champion comes out on the other side.
Yeah, I think CFO can win.
Okay.
Oh, Maokai,
I mean, it does everything you want it to do.
Yep.
Yeah, but Kaiwan Thresh is really good.
Allows you to control those neutral objectives really well and is a tank, which is really what
Okay,
AL are looking for,
Maokai.
someone on that front line.
Last pick.
Also the
Expect him to go
saplings.
tanky this game rather than AP.
Also the saplings give you vision for the hook. Ash currently the hover for CFO. Long range pick potential, really good with the Jarvan, with the Thresh. It's
a bit scary versus Maokai.
I mean, Doggo playing Cogmore, if he doesn't use the Corgi skin would disappoint me, I'll be honest. It's going to be Sivir instead.
Maybe, you know what, Sivir's okay.
Because you do have that spell shield
I think Sivir's fine.
Yeah.
Which makes it that much harder to lock you down.
I mean, I like
Also,
the range that Ash has, but Silver's really good. That's why she gets banned often, yeah.
Her ult's really strong.
Traps from Jinx, you can spell shield the hook.
And when she has 3 items, she's just like, instant wins.
Shock blast.
Yeah, not Kog'Maw.
Every ability in the game, Betty.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think Ash would have been bad. I do think Silver looks more. I don't know what to say. Like,
straightforward.
mesh well.
It's not really more complicated than that. Jarvan goes in.
This is pretty close though. Both the drafts look good.
Something similar. They have a lot more side lane options because both Shanks and Flandre, you can play more of a 1-through-1 style. You do have a lot of poke. The zap that comes through from the Jinx along with the poke that comes from the JCQ. So there's while still having good team fighting, of course. So I would say that AL's composition has a little bit more flexibility, but I think that CFO's comp has more early game agency. I think that Jarvan in combination with Aurora is just a very powerful mid-jungle 2v2 in the early game. Maokai can't really compete against that, and Silas will take a little bit to ramp up, especially if they go for the Rod of Ages build that we've been seeing a lot recently.
I think for the Maokai, it's all about being able to dodge the flag and drag with a twisted advance or dodge away from some of that early CC as we get into game 4 here between One's Legend and CFO. In a series that a lot of people predicted would end.
Let's go!
3-0 for AL. CFO have shown that they are not punching back. So consistently through this MSI, they have surprised expectations, and even though they continue to be the underdog, I think Doggo has shown just how much an underdog can do.
I mean, so at first stand, when they competed and they started winning a bunch in the group stages, the conversation
I'll be right
was,
back.
well, a bunch of the other teams are jet lagged, people are underperforming, right? Like, there was what I would define as excuses, right? It was very much a other team doing bad rather than necessarily CFO doing good. And then what do? They push KC to 5 games, right? And that intense best of 5, very close to securing a spot in the finals of first stand, which would have been absolutely massive for them. They fall short. Then they come to MSI. People are now talking them out a little bit more, right? A little bit more optimistic. But of course, you always have to be careful because dominating the LCP doesn't always translate to the international stage. And so even though they did have a very good spring, does that necessarily mean that you're going to perform well at MSI? Let me tell you,
the like talk about like NAEU is so cringe, man.
They were so
I hate
close
it.
to being 2-1 up in this series. They're a team that has showcased an insane level of potential. The skill ceiling on their individual members is incredible. And again, while we do see some mistakes at times, by and large, they are very consistent and they are a good team. We'll see if they can bring us to a 5-game against AL, the #1 seed from the LPL, a tournament favorite, mind you.
AL taking Gen G to 5 games
Oh,
last week.
I'm just saying that
Kind of
cope around NA and EU is really cringe.
we haven't seen
Like people just,
international stage, and then you've
I
got
don't know,
Gogo,
man.
who was so
Like,
good he went to the LPL and then struggled there. You've got Junja, who has been the face of the LCP for God knows how long, and Kaiwing, who just passed 100 games on the international stage, only the 32nd player to ever do that. Shanks is feeling the pain against this Aurora. It's so tricky for the Silas. He's gone for that Doran shield. Hook from Kaiwing does not connect, but the Boomerang Blade does on Kyle. He's got a biscuit and a pot, so he'll be happy enough in this lane.
Yeah, that mid lane matchup is definitely a rough one.
Okay, back.
For now, though, it's CFO with
welcome back.
Pushing bots. Jarvan on the bot
CFO
side
already
of the map
get a
as
slight
well.
lead.
You could look for both. Not
really.
Bot dive might be a bit ambitious with the HP bars that we're seeing, especially this early on. CFO could consider an early swap.
They definitely could. Push in, get that Jace a little bit behind. I do think the Cassante will obviously struggle a little bit more in the 2v1. The Jace having that range, but Cassante,
Oh, I see. It is like 0.1.
With low econ. So the hook is going to hit onto Kyle. It's more for poke than anything else. Down to 200 HP as Kyle walks forward. Good spell shield from Doggo into the Lantern. Pops the
nice
emote as
push.
well. He just walks away. Junja looking for the flank here, Veddy.
That dive that was a little ambitious earlier, looking very realistic right now. Doggo doesn't have much mana, but the Maokai's on the top side of the map.
Junja spotted on vision.
Here we go.
Tarzan,
oh my god.
Kaiwing looking for that hook. Junja steps forward. Hook's gonna land.
Oh, what the fuck was that camera? Oh, thank god.
Tarzan looking for the flank here onto Honkyu.
Oh, Hope flashed.
Electing not to go any further.
Oh wait, what's the fucking happening to Honkyu?
Shank's looking for the damage, but doesn't
Honkyu!
Hex might be enough from Honkyu here. He flashes over the wall in the ball. Down. The sapling.
Oh no.
Honkyu. Holy shit.
By Junja, no red buff on him though, so I don't think he's gonna chase any further.
CFO in game 4 continue to play as they often do with nothing but confidence. The push in mid, the push in bot. Honkyu, we said what he was capable of doing on this champion, and he shows it to us once more. 2 kills to their name already. A small gold lead, but look at that. A 9-6 advantage in the 1v1. We look back at this play. A beautiful hook connects from Kaiwing, and I mean, that's just certain death guaranteed. They don't even have to manage the tower aggro. Meanwhile, in mid, Honkyu, he sees the Maokai. He's doing what damage he can onto Shanks. But the thing is, once these cooldowns have been used, they don't have anything left. Meanwhile, the auto attacks are still stacking on the passive of Shanks. And so Honkyu pops the health pot, which is super valuable, flashes over the wall. They lose vision. The Observer's shoulders right there, buying him that extra bit of time to land that last auto. And the coaching staff elated as they should be.
This guy's 18 years old, Veddy. This guy is 18 years old and making a name for himself in the LCP and now on the international stage. Both the bot lanes have swapped up to the top side. Teleport coming out from both Rest and Flandre to go down towards bot. Flandre actually going for the cull here as Honkyu turns the damage back to Shanks, gets that electrocute proc, and will force him low. Honkyu, about 2 minions away from hitting level 6 here. Shanks does still have his flash.
The swap that we were talking about coming through. Well, it's already come through, I should say, from Hope and Kyle, but now the Sivir looking
20 CS lead bot lane.
What's going to happen from Hope as they... there we are. Look, you can see the Jinx sitting on the minimap, going to pass back towards the bot side. So they're trying to avoid this 2v2.
Y'all,
might stand corrected. Now that Sivir's been spotted, looks like they want the 2v2. Oh, big ulti drop from Honkyu.
What's up, guys? Am I allowed to be in here?
But I'm live. I'm streaming.
Kaiwing sets his sights on bot.
Flandre.
Oh,
needs to be careful here because
just be on your best behavior.
He was looking at the prediction flag.
Oh! Let's go!
Will take the kill. CFO will claim the feat of strength or the feat of warfare as they pick up the first 3 kills of the game. 1,000 gold lead here, Veddy.
Flandre, patient with the flash. But it's not
At least he won.
Beautiful EQ flash combo to still get that knock-up. CFO secured their 3rd kill of the game. You can feel the momentum quickly shifting the way of CFO. In this early game, they need to keep things going.
Oh, they started up the Drake. Wow. Nah, he's just kind of punching out. He's not really serious.
Honkyu got to get away. Kyle's fishing.
Veil, Kyle will land the
Oh! What the fuck?
That was insane!
Honku said denied.
That was sick from Honku.
I didn't know you could do
He
that.
avoids the hook and now
I didn't know you could buff Aurora like Billy's like that. What the fuck?
Potential. Hope has barrier, but no flash.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The Flame Chomper's down. Kaiwin will land the hook again. And all hope might be lost. He survives.
That's like her. I don't remember what the thing's called. Like her Ezra walk like ability, right?
Yeah.
She can get away from a hook like that. Nice. You gotta remember that one. Tucking it away.
Pull back won't be enough to chunk out Shanks.
No, I know you could do it for just on W or like Ezra E, but I didn't know you could do that with Aurora.
CFO.
I haven't played Aurora enough to really test things out like that. That's great seeing it though.
No, you're good, Kappa. You could stay if you want to talk about League, but obviously you have to be good. And CFO as well.
Hi, Kappa.
Grubs being started off by Tarzan. He's no stranger to this objective. Smite's going to come through, and I imagine he's just going to back away.
He gets one of them. Might look for a second as well. The lantern down. Ginger will get a smite of
Okay.
Getting the second, obviously taking away that objective for the feats. Is quite nice. Honky was low mana in the mid lane as well.
But also Doggo had just backed, and they knew that Hope was making his way back out onto the map, so if they forced that fight, they were guaranteed
So
to be in
nobody went.
disadvantage.
They just left the Drake there.
They'll give 2 grubs to 1, not the end of the world. CFO gonna set
They went for grubs instead. Alright, there we go.
Back to base. Doesn't have TP either. Kyle gonna fish with a hook and doesn't quite find it. The Sivir now making his way to the bot lane.
Oh, man.
CFO should get this one uncontested, as we know Tarzan's on the top side of the map, but also a bunch of resets have just come through from AL.
A bunch of question mark pings coming out towards that top tower as well from CFO.
Nice.
Not quite sure where the enemy is. Doggo looking to push this wave in. It's a cannon wave, so actually Hope should be able to catch this, but still about a 24 CS lead right now for Doggo. That will be culled down to about 18 or so. So Super Mega Death Rocket goes just wide of Doggo and Kaiwing. Doggo now finished his Essence Reaver already.
Missed
Only
him.
9 minutes into this game. Has that first completed item. Foregoing boots entirely for it, Betty.
Now Shanks opting for that Rod of Ages build. We see it a lot against burst champions specifically, just providing you with that extra bit of HP, especially when Shanks wants to get into the thick of the fight. Hook will connect.
Ninja, flag and drag forward. There's the flay as well, and the lantern to bring Doggo into the party spell shield away from the flame choppers. And Kyle
So
crashes
close.
to relative
Well
safety
played there.
underneath his tower, but now Hope needs to be a little bit cautious because he's on his own down in this bot lane for a while.
Certainly is. And Doggo has a huge amount of wave clear available.
Shanks jumping onto Honku.
You can see that extra bit of HP.
Oh, between the veil as Honku looks for a little bit more damage. Dashes across the player coming out from Shanks to heal himself up enough to survive the burst.
He got very scared there. The flash he felt was
Yeah,
necessary to
CFO.
get HP back.
Dude, if this was a BO7, CFO could win.
Just getting the better of his opponent. Working towards the double haunting guys, as we see so often.
Unfortunately, CFO loves to lose the first 2 games for some reason.
And Doggo continues to move around the map. He's setting up for a play on top lane. Flandre is ultra respectful, as he is super cautious. There's the ward and immediately disengages. Wise to recognize that we've been seeing a lot of swaps. He will not fall prey to this one.
And if your hopes are kind of on Flandre right now, one of only 2 players on your team with a gold lead, if he can draw pressure,
we would look a lot
side,
better.
it does give free time for Hope to get back into the game a little bit. Currently about 300 gold in the hole.
I'm going against that tower. Oh, there we go.
Rest is here with his teleport. Flandre has one to match if he wants it. Honku's TP coming up in a second, but for CFO, forcing Flandre behind is great. Making sure that he can't get extra gold, can't get towards these big items on the Jace as Honku and Shanks trade once again in this mid lane. Shanks using that Catalyst of Aeons, getting all that extra health back as he dashes back in with the Abscond Abduct. Doesn't land the chains though. Honku trying to sidestep that extra
No, this
damage.
game 4.
Honku has to flash the hook.
Honku using the W and just going the wrong direction. Kyle reads it well, but the reflexes on him. I mean, that's 18-year-old reflexes right there.
Really
Flashes
is.
that one. And, okay. I love how proactive both these supports are being on the map, constantly looking for hooks, seeing if they can convert it into a pick.
Yeah, well, we're down 2-1. So game 4, we're up like 700 gold. Yeah.
This is game 4. Hopefully, we can flip it because they lost the first 2
Go to
games.
the doctor, bro. Yeah, after the series, after CFO wins, I'm gonna go.
Because I think
apparently I fucked up by not going. My bad, guys.
Push him out, you know, make sure that he's not enjoying himself. But they keep matching. Doggo
I didn't think this would be an issue for so long.
And trying to force him.
I thought it would be over in like a day or 2.
You can see here, Hope was just top lane. He's now opening it up through bot. Flandre is the one that's going to teleport to the top when Rest had run to top to match Hope.
Well, the idea is good, but Flandre sitting still very pretty right now.
Oh yeah, he's still very
At the
happy.
very least, it's alleviated some pressure off of Rest, working towards that frozen gauntlet. And, Doggo, he is very safe. Has the lantern to take him away to safety.
It's a lot of damage onto Kyle as well, who only has
3 weeks? Really? Damn. Yeah, it's been like a few days since I got this. It was weird, like I just woke up one day and all of a sudden like I couldn't really talk.
Especially with the
It wasn't that bad, but then I kept doing the CFO matches and my voice kept getting worse and worse. So, but it was just unfortunate timing. It was like just when MSI started, or the main stage started. It's like fuck.
But especially as we get later and these AD carries become a much bigger piece. Right now, it's hard not to turn your eyes towards Doggo, who just has been a standout, and that's not like Hope.
I mean, I also have Japanese medicine, because I was the only one that could read.
But, Doggo in that last
There's a lot of Japanese stuff here, and I can't read Mandarin, but I can read Japanese, so I was like reading the boxes.
And I think the thing for CFO is a lot of their frontline is just distraction for Doggo, right? It's you put down the Aurora ult, you put down the Cataclysm,
Oh man.
the box, and it's just
Dragon's up.
making sure that Doggo has that time to get the ricochets down. For AL, they don't really have the tankiness to survive through those ricochets.
Your medicine? Hell yeah.
Into what seems like bloodletters
Poured down my
He's gonna
throat.
be really squishy. Will do a bunch of damage, but be a little bit hard for him as Doggo is the one caught out.
Oh no, Doggo!
Oh no!
There's the shutdown for Hope. And he evens out that gold in the AD carry position.
Much needed gold injection for Hope. And the combo was clean. The traps come down, and as you
Too deep.
the spell shield was on
I
the
think they're gonna
knockup
get
of
Dragon
Kyle.
unless
So when
they
he takes
can.
the lantern to safety, he actually gets dragged through the
Yeah,
traps
they're just gonna
and
take it
locked
too
up.
fast.
The flash follow through comes from Tarzan. Big damage on the Shanks.
Shanks steals away the ultimate here, looking for the chase. Ginger in with the Cataclysm. And
Oh!
Okay.
Ginger!
Nice.
as well, he'll fall. It's 2-0 so far.
Yo, let's go!
Continue to turn this fight around. The dive
Oh!
Hope almost, but he has the barrier just in time to survive through Q's burst.
Oh, holy shit.
For CFO there. AL think for themselves, oh, this is an isolated Honq, we can quickly convert this into a kill. But without any hesitation, Ginger ults into the play. We'll start with this pick on mid lane. Doggo thinking he can get a great trade onto Hope. Gets locked at the hit. The spell shields the knock up, but then gets dragged through the traps. Gets rooted up, ends up falling, and the shutdown going over to Hope is a huge goal injection. Then they say, well, we've got 4 members. Honq is isolated in the bot lane, but then the ulti onto Kyle, knowing that he doesn't have his flash available, means that he gets locked up. Shanks is then quick to follow because he gets the tower aggro. And while Hope looks safe, ready to turn this fight in their favor, the damage from Honq was monstrous.
I mean, they got their gold back.
A really strong position on this Aurora. 700 gold ahead right now. Ginger as well has finished that Sundered Sky. Double Ruby Crystal for a little bit of extra health. Pretty even game still, though, between CFO and AL here. Only 600 gold in it. Flandre, the one for AL, that really has garnered himself a gold lead through this early game. Yumu's complete on him, has the tier as well, building up towards that Manamune. 3 stacks on the Rod of Ages for Shanks. Next fight, likely to be around this Rift Herald. A lot of vision here for AL. Double control wards, double wards around it as well. As Rest gets the Intofos back here, Flandre does have to be careful if he's in the clutches of this Cassante. Pretty easy for the Cassante just to drag you away from where you want to be, and that's exactly what Rest is trying to do. Forces Flandre out.
Come on, Rest.
Back in and we'll clear out these minions.
Rest should feel very comfortable in this matchup right now. It's going to be very difficult for Flandre to have any real kill threat on him. With the Herald alive.
2 items on Doggo, Vetti.
Yep. I was just about to say, I feel like it's AL that need to be cautious, but as we've learned from this series, AL, they like to contest objectives.
Do they have a deep water TP too? Quick check.
Right now they don't.
Yeah.
Bases are going to come through from both top laners.
They both have teleport. There's one TP, but that's Hongq going up towards the top side. Flandre is going to open up through mid while his Rest is pathing down towards the bottom side. Now goes back towards that mid lane. Hongq will get the push here on the top side as CFO start up the Rift Hold.
Here we go, top laners making their way over.
No
AL
vision.
want to contest this.
Really for AL, they have one ward just over
All right,
here.
they're really trying to play this Rift Hold.
Opportunity to find it. He'll step forward, clears out the vision. Rest coming across. Is that Rift Hold still pretty healthy? 6,000 now. Kyle still looking for that hook. There's the Nature's Grass coming out from Tarzan as AL wants to take the fight.
Oh, rooted.
Going down, but between worlds goes the Aurora. Rest able to dodge away the lantern there. Cataclysm. Rift Hold secured by CFO. A counter Cataclysm onto
Oh my god. Oh, they're all so low. We're so fucked. Ah! Oh!
Okay.
Get out of there. Hope is so fucking huge.
Almost takes down Hope, but gives the bounty across. And CFO will manage to get out with 4 players alive.
My goodness, those health bars got very low on both sides. No one could confirm a kill for so long, but it ended up being a 1-for-1. We look back at the fight, and it's Rest that's the focus.
It could have
We
been
expected
worse.
this to be a front-to-back fight, and wisely they just target the front line.
It wasn't
They
a
do
team
some
wipe.
seriously good
1 for
damage to it,
1.
but then they
Not
pin
too
it
bad.
in. So now they don't
They're
really
still
have much
looking
left in the
good.
back line.
They still have the
Hongq
gold lead.
kind of dancing on that edge very dangerously. Ginger trying to provide that space for him. Then Doggo steps
As
up,
precarious
saying,
as that
"I
is,
wanna
I mean,
start
they
dishing
still
out
have the
damage."
gold
And he
lead
does a
at this
lot.
point.
And it's Shanks diving into the back line that forces Doggo to flash away. But at this point, Ginger doesn't have anything left. He's isolated.
Yeah.
There's no way to get out.
Oh, I think Ginger's really good, but everyone always talked about his international performances being bad.
He's 26
But
CS behind.
I always thought it was a coach cap.
In their entirety. Hope's picked up the bounty off Doggo and Ginger so far this game. And he can be a difference maker here for AL. Has that Infinity Edge now complete. Hongq, on the other hand, 1,000 gold lead.
The towers are
over
close to
Shanks.
going down too. I
An
mean,
absolute stormer so far. No one here to answer on the top side. AL will get their first tower.
Well, I mean,
guess AL is gonna
new
get a tower,
team,
yep.
new coach. It helps.
Those feats of strength complete.
Dragon alive. CFO quick to start this objective off. Doggo with the push in mid. The Herald there to assist with that
Case
push.
started the dragon.
Right now, AL's a little scattered. Shanks hovering on the bot side of the map, trying to find an angle in. Right now, he can't find one. The base is coming through from Tarzan, so it looks like they're just going to concede this. Tower secured as well. A gamble as the Jinx rocket
Oh, they
comes through
tried.
to try and steal, but it's not going to convert into much.
It would have been the most adventurous contest I've ever seen if AL decided to fight around that one. They'll give up the second dragon for CFO, but having got a dragon themselves, that soul not really too much of a worry right now. 2 items on Tarzan with his bloodletting.
Okay, auto card. Who's gonna be the one to go for it?
CFO are in a strong position. Fight's kind of coming out.
Please don't do it,
towards their
CFO.
favor, but it's basically
Or bait him
between
in,
these
trap
two
him or
teams, especially with
something.
Hope getting those couple of bounties. He is
No.
back to a strong position on this Jinx. Flandre as well, if he gets some time to poke
They're
across with
circling
those
around.
accelerated shock blasts.
They're looking for vision.
All the way up to the Muramana and that U-move.
Yeah, like
Atakan,
smelling blood in the water on this
possibility.
one.
Kaiwing trying to retreat, get away from that sapling so he can't be slowed. The hook from Kyle. That rocket not going to grab anything. As Rest is up towards the top side right now, working his way down, doesn't have the teleport. No TP as well for Shanks. He just went back to base. Atakan started by...
Wait for Rest, please.
Not really either team wanting to actually take the objective right now.
It's Shanks whose positioning is the most awkward. Hongyu going to go back to mid lane to clear out another wave. Now the Atakan has been started off. Another wave pushed in. The wave clear from CFO is relentless. But they recognize that this is still a very dangerous fight to take. The thing I'm recognizing with this comp from AL is they do have an inherent range advantage. With Flandre
Okay, it
and
reset.
Jinx, it's hard for CFO to necessarily play an equal front to back, simply because AL can throw down the Nature's Grasp. They can poke at you with Flandre's QE combo. They have Jinx hitting you with zaps. When the RFC
Pushing
comes
lane's
through,
definitely
she's also
better
just
than
gonna be
going
trying to
after
hit you with those auto
Otacon.
attacks and praying for a nice crit. CFO are, for all intent and purposes, a pretty short-range composition, and so they need an ambitious play from Junja, or they need a really good hook to come through from Kaiwing. I think starting off these fights is just harder for CFO, and I think that's why objectives is the best way to do it. Use the objective to draw them in, and then turn it into a fight.
You want to be on those objectives first as well, because otherwise the zone control coming out from the Flame Chompers, from the Jinx, from the Blitz, Jace as well with those accelerated
because
shot
of
blasts.
Civil's ultimate, it's not the end of the world if they're
sprint
second.
through it, I guess.
Yeah, and because you also have like Cassante, you should feel pretty safe face checking. But
Burritos.
you don't ever really want to face check into a Blitzcrank.
It's always just, the threat of the hook is always there, and if you have vision control, it's so much harder
burritos.
for the shock blast to hit,
There
for
you
the
go.
hooks to hit. As Kyle will hook the Otacon here.
Wings if I don't have to cook
So
them.
even if he had caught Honkyu.
Burritos if I'm the one cooking.
Or tentative at best. Like maybe
Just
I
get
get
the
a flash
frozen
out, maybe
ones.
I get a spell out of Honkyu. The bot lane tower is really the focus for both these teams right now. CFO will keep this Otacon aggroed, at least for the time being, as AL begin to collapse here, Betty.
Bot tower finally secured. AL see the Otacon is being started. They go through the bot wave, but CFO have disengaged from it. Shanks
really?
push. HP
What
bars
kind of
are a
wings
little
do you
low.
like,
can look at
Kappa?
rest. The poke now coming through from AL. They know they have the health advantage, and they should feel confident to start this one off.
Buffalo wings all day.
Romp a little bit.
Hmm.
Otacon resets.
Very tense between the two teams.
Going out on mid though. AL might
Not bad.
get CFO over-invested on this bot side, just to take this mid tier 1 down.
Shanks with the level 10 on the Rod of Ages, now closing the experience gap. TP in mid lane is super dangerous.
It's rest. He should be okay. And Shanks jumps in, and he's not okay at all. Has to flash across the wall. Shanks gonna die.
Rest.
Death Rocket hits its man.
Fuck.
I thought Cassante would be tankier as Shanks flashes in and looks.
Oh, that don't look good.
Fuck.
CFO trying to react to anyone's legend, but they just
Now
weren't
they
quick
about
enough.
evened it up now.
Kyle gonna sidestep the poke from Honkyu. Will not connect with the ult, and Honkyu throwing out the ulti himself will do very little damage.
I don't know. That's so bad.
And AL with a beautiful
Yeah.
punish on the CFO.
Otacon uncontested.
Rightly
Going to
highlighted,
AL.
Medic had just committed one too many members to the bot side of the map. Mid was completely exposed, and they should have just let the tower fall, but instead they tried to defend it. The Chompers were there, they have the numbers, and it's just a quick collapse. He flashes over the wall, but Shanks had already stolen the ulti away from Honkyu, and then allows him, working with Hope, to secure that kill. He then feels confident enough to get a second. Doggo does not have the damage to melt through Shanks just yet. And that means 2 kills, a tower, and Otacon.
And it's that sort of thing that can explode a game, that can decide a game at this level. AL now with a 1.5k gold lead. CFO setting up around what would be Soul Point for them. And an Ocean Soul would be game-changing in this matchup. But AL force CFO out of the jungle. Rest is pushing through bots. Recall coming out. Shanks just short of eating that death sentence.
Shanks has bounced back very nicely in this game. And again, like CFO are just, they're sending a lot to the bot side. They realize that they can gain access to the river, but look at how much control you're losing over mid. Hope is going to push that wave out.
Fuck.
They also just don't have much control of their own jungle. AL, with the wave in mid, could just say, cool,
Dragon
go on
reset.
Soul Point. We'll take the tier 2. That's what Flandre's starting to do right now, while the rest of AL will try to collapse. Shanks, off vision on the control ward. As there's the Nature's Grasp, eaten up. Kaiwing Mikhails himself.
I don't like the look of this fight.
Honkyu trying to dive in. Shanks on the backline immediately. And Hope is on a killing spree. He finds one. Looking at Junja now as Doggo can't survive through
Oh,
Shanks.
no way.
Goes all out, but Shanks goes
Okay.
What?
Yeah, a little bit, but they took the dragon.
Flawless team fight from AL as they
Yeah, that didn't look
execute
clean at all.
perfectly. focusing
That
down
I would have
Kaiwing,
like tried to like
making it a
back up
front
and
to
let
back,
them push
and
it
drawing their
into round,
attention
but
away
come
from
on,
Shanks
guys.
on the flank. They take out
Jinx
4.
got the
Only
resets.
Ginger is left, and maybe, just maybe, he
No,
can find a
not
steal.
Baron too.
But AL are looking to secure the Baron here in Game 4.
Have another look at this. Shanks off vision just gets that backline.
CFO are aware of it, but once this hook connects and the damage is dealt, CFO have to react.
Like Grasp of
It's a good
Nature is
ultimate
like
from Honku,
so
but then when Shanks
like
arrives, the fight devolves into chaos.
it can
Ginger
stun
is
all of
isolated
them
from
at
his
once.
team.
It's like it's so
Shanks
OP
is chasing
sometimes.
the enemy down alongside Tarzan. He pops the Zhonya's right at the last moment to stay alive as well. And you can feel these fights getting harder and harder for CFO to play.
There's still hope. They can still get back into this game. We have seen them have a comeback in Game 2 where they almost took it from 8K behind, but against AL with Flandre's poke, with Hope
Still
only
winnable.
scaling up, and with Shanks playing
It's
as
fairly
well as he is
even.
on this Silas, it is going to
But
be
the
so
6K
damn
gold lead
tricky.
kind of
This is the
sucks.
thing. What do you do when
Fuck
Hope is staring you in the face
Odor.
with Infinity Edge and LBR
Fuck
and a Kraken Slayer?
Odor.
Yeah.
You want
Odor
Hope on your
sucks.
side.
It's true.
And right now, he and Shanks have bounced back beautifully. The early game was very rough, but Hope hasn't died yet this game. Tarzan in a similar position, and with the Baron buff, they'll now start getting closer to the base of CFO. They'll need to turtle. They have a great champion for it. Hook connects.
Another hook onto Rest.
Oh no.
Make her out, but the Flame Chompers will stop his
Rest.
retreat. Flandre now gets the kill. And Rest is sent to the afterlife. For AL, they can just continue to push in, and this is the defensive positioning against a Blitzcrank is so darn hard, because again, he looks for the hook. Honku has to use the ultimate to buffer out of it. And now he's caught up in Shanks' Cataclysm, who continues to chase forward. The Nature's Grasp coming out. The Lantern from Kaiwing won't be taken by anyone as AL force CFO away from their inhibitor. Shanks dives in once again with the abscond abduct. And Junja is just trying
They're just
to
so
get
good
away,
at
but he's
splitting.
slain. A King's Slayer to take down Junja. And AL will
GG.
take the mid inhib, will take the top inhib as they TP in and look for the end.
AL is looking to close things
Oh, they
out.
might be able
It
to
was
jump
a
in and stop
hard-fought
him,
series.
but
They were pushed to their limit.
this looks like GG.
But AL see the Nexus.
Shanks dives in, goes between worlds, the Nexus towers fall, and CFO can only
My bracket!
The oysters are shocked, the pandas are eating good. AL claim the series 3-1.
Man.
AL with their impressive team fighting in that final game. They weathered the storm. They bounced back through the rough early game. They didn't let the game get out of their hands. And then a single
My
fight was all it
bracket!
took. They'll secure top 4 here at MSI.
Yeah, top 6 is not bad.
They'll look to face the winner.
Also, we're against AL.
FlyQuest.
We'll see.
I think we'll see AL in the finals, dude.
As one of the favorites, I think
Maybe.
Genji standing slightly above.
I mean, I hope
CFO.
PLG shit all over FlyQuest.
They will obviously be disappointed.
So that we
with how
can
the
say we're
series
number
ended, how
5.
Game 2 ended in particular.
Yeah.
But everyone on this
I
team
hope
has
so.
shown up. Everyone on this team has had a performance to be remembered.
I mean, they should be proud. They were strong, and they will be remembered. The expectation is that they will be back at the World Championship, and people will not underestimate them anymore. They are a team that has continued to prove themselves against some of the best players in the world, some of the best teams in the world. And you can just see like the rate at which they're growing.
Yeah.
It feels like that they've already achieved something that so
yeah.
many from the APAC region couldn't do before, taking out EU.
And what a continuation of that story, of the Flash Wolves, of PSG. Now it's CFO's turn to hold that torch and to represent the LCP. You can see like, they really tried in that final game, but just a couple of mistakes, a couple of moments began to cost them. And when AL have
Sometimes
their
it's just
grasp of
one
the game,
fight.
it's really hard.
No, I think if we were up against like FlyQuest or PLG, it would be much better. But whatever, man. I think we still did really well. I think CFO did pretty well this time around.
Which is happening tomorrow.
I need Genji to beat T1. Come on, guys.
North America America are very excited to see how they
I
stack
do
up
hope
against
BLG wins.
As they should be. FlyQuest have looked
I'm gonna end stream because I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna go to that clinic and to check my throat.
You always have it. You always
Good.
have it.
Oh, yes.
I probably won't stream tomorrow.
Like rounding out today's series.
We'll see. We'll
You
see.
need to give it a rest.
Yeah, probably tomorrow I won't stream.
Their control,
Hey, that's 3-1. Not bad, not bad. It's not great, but we'll take what we can get.
CFO
Yeah.
found ways to combat that, found ways to challenge that.
No, I'm good. Thanks, anyways.
But they put on a damn good performance. Came so close to achieving a lot.
That they did. We're going to join Shocks and Shanks for the Verizon.
Yeah, we had a pretty good lead. Anyways, go fuck yourself. Take care. And I'll see you all, I don't know, in a day or two. See.
With the translations for Shanks as we begin this